trapped. I don't like being trapped in this Apple ecosystem. And I'll tell you something. This fucking phone. We're live? Yay! I don't give a fuck. This phone does so much more. First of all, the anti-glare. The fact that the screen has anti-glare on it, so much better. Outside, crystal clear. You read everything crystal clear. I fucking love this circle to search thing. So, like, if you have a cool pair of sneakers on, I can take a photo of them, do a little circle of it on my phone, and immediately pops up on Google all the places to buy it.
Damn.
It shows you what things. Yes, dude. Here's another one. My notes, like, say if I do a show and I record it, it will transcribe the entire set. And it will summarize it for me.
That's pretty gangster.
What?
Yes, it'll summarize it for me. It also will summarize websites. AI. So if there's a website, what's going on in Russia? Some crazy shit is happening. I say summarize that for me.
Gives you the Cliff Notes?
It summarizes it for you.
Goddamn.
Dude,
and Apple doesn't do any of that?
No, not yet.
Great camera?
Not yet. Fantastic camera.
The cameras have always been better,
amazing.
right? They've always been better on Android?
It's hard to say better, because I have both. I'm going to tell you something. They're both awesome.
It's better at certain stuff.
The iPhone camera is fucking awesome.
Hey, let's be awesome.
So
let's be honest, though. You've never taken a picture with an iPhone like, I wish it was better.
Nope. Never. Never.
That's my point. Nobody's a professional photographer. Fuck off.
But if you are like one of those crazy professional photographers, one thing this does do is it zooms way better. Way better. The zoom is crystal clear. You can read a sign like way in the distance, where I've zoomed in with this and I can see it, but I can't read the letters. And then with this phone, with the Samsung, I see the letters crystal clear.
I think the iPhone is a better camera for just whipping it out and taking a picture, but you can do more with the Android.
Do you have that?
I don't even know if it's a better camera for taking it out and whipping a picture. I think they're equal.
Yeah.
I think for taking it out and whipping a picture, it's equal. But this thing has so many more options. There's all these options he's always showing me about. Like, I have to go, where is that? It's in the settings. Like, if you're not into fucking around with things, get an iPhone. But if you're like me and you're like really into tech stuff, Android's way more interesting. But also,
like with the Apple, with the iPhone, they have like the thing where you can like shoot and cut and edit that has all that.
Oh,
and you can have the handheld thing. Because I know like my crew, like when we're filming whatever car stuff, whatever it is outside, they'll just have a handheld with a iPhone.
Have a little whiskey.
Yeah, gimbal.
Have a little whiskey.
Yeah. You can do all that.
And they knock it out. I'm like, God damn, man.
You do all that. Not only that, this has pro features. Like you could set it in pro mode, and you have way more options in terms of like how you film it, like what the images look like, and it's just way more adjustable.
Can the government track you on that one too?
Oh yeah, they track you on everything.
All right,
that's all bullshit. You're never getting away from the government. I don't even believe in Signal.
Glass smells weird.
I've been talking to these people on Signal, like the guy Moxie who made Signal. What's the matter?
My glass smells funny.
Your glass smells funny. What are you talking about?
I just smell something. I smell something.
Does it smell like whiskey?
No, I mean I smell it through
like
the
an
whiskey.
old whiskey.
It smells like
soap,
like dirty water. Like dirty
Sometimes
water.
it smells like plasma, something weird.
You're out of your fucking mind. It smells like whiskey.
No.
In your
I'm talking about outside the whiskey.
You're crazy. We have an awesome dishwasher.
It smells.
maybe size.
Trust me.
I mean, I got the bloodhound nose.
God,
Is your nose that good?
Yeah.
Really? Has it always been like that?
Even as a smoker. Yeah, it runs in the family.
Oh wow,
You
that's
guys just have
interesting.
bloodhound noses, huh?
I mean,
That's
we
interesting.
fucking smell. I'm always
Some
the first
people
one to
can do
smell
that.
something.
Bro, when I got my nose
Hate to
fixed,
fart
when I
around.
got my deviated septum fixed, I could smell way better. I was like, oh my god.
Forever though, because I got mine fixed and it's whatever.
I think you're just accustomed to it. In the beginning, was it better?
Oh, night and day difference.
Yeah.
In the beginning, when you first get it fixed and you have all the bandage up there, and when they take the stitch out and pull it out, you're like, oh my god.
I didn't get my nose fixed until I was 40 years old. For 40 fucking years,
We
I had a
walk around like
shattered
this.
nose with just the whole inside of it was blocked. It was nothing. I had like 1/4 of one nostril that was useful.
And that surgery is real fun, isn't
Is
it?
that better?
The
Yeah,
worst.
definitely.
Well, look at Dricus Duplessis.
Yes.
Because I called bullshit when his coach was like, he's only breathing 8%. I'm like, come on,
Not
man.
8%.
That's what he's,
ridiculous.
it's ridiculous. But I was like, come on, that's not a cardio thing. And they're like, wait till you see him in this next fight. His cardio is going to be better.
Way better. My
Yeah,
cardio
it
was
wasn't-
way better. My
Way
cardio
better.
was at least 10% better
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
got my nose fixed. Because you could breathe out of your nose. Like, if you
big
can't
deal.
breathe out of your nose, especially if you're doing jiu-jitsu and your mouth is getting covered all the time, you're like, all you have is your mouth to breathe out of.
And also, as a fighter, breathing out of your mouth is trouble.
Yeah, because your jaw's open, you can get rocked easier.
For 2 years, I walked around like this, pulling my nose so I could breathe. That's why I got that
You
operation.
got a hunker on you, man.
My operation went bad.
Did you ever
I
get
had
those
complications.
things that
Yes,
stick?
the
Did they work?
worst.
Did they do anything?
Well, so they
sticky
put them
things?
in there for
No,
the
the
first
outside.
12
No,
days.
the
Theo
open
Theo
you
has
up.
them on at all hours of the day.
Yeah, so crazy.
He's so funny. He would just show up one day at the studio. I'm like, why the fuck you gonna wear on the studio? He's like, yeah, man, I need to breathe. I'm like, all right. He's like, you ever tried? I'm like, no.
Hickson used to roll with those on.
They work.
Speaking of which, where's those smelling salts?
Oh, we got them.
Oh, damn, you
what
can
are
have to
you ready
early,
to go
bro.
back?
It's your first companion, huh?
You ready to go back in?
Yeah.
Brian had the funniest reaction ever to smelling salts because we opened up a fresh one of the
love it.
fresh ones, and as
Oh, yeah,
soon
no,
as he
no,
opened
not
up,
that shit.
he threw his headphones off and ran out of the room. If you do it now, there's not a lot of room to run. You're gonna have an
don't
issue.
run over the
we got a
fucking TV.
freshie. We
that
got a freshie. Oh, this one hasn't been opened.
Thank you.
Nothing
No,
better, dog.
thank you.
Oh.
What do you mean?
You're getting in,
I
bro.
hate
Bro.
those things.
Of course you hate it. Everybody hates it. I hate it too, but I'm about to do it. Let's fucking.
You
go.
gotta do it,
This
B.
is so
I'll do
strong.
it. I'll
This
try.
is so strong. Look, it's sealed. Okay, I just broke the seal. You
can still
and then
get
the lid of the thing is sealed as well, and you smell it through that.
Ah, fuck you.
That's not
through
that's
that.
not
look,
the real
God.
deal.
But look, I want you to see. Look,
That's just foreplay, buddy.
it's still sealed.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, still
Yeah,
sealed.
that shit's powerful. Is that the same one?
Oh yeah.
That's the same level.
Yeah, but this is how you want to get them. You want to get them fresh, like right when
You
you
said
open.
that's not the real deal?
Oh, this is the real deal.
No, the real deal. Once he open it, it's the real
Oh,
deal.
okay.
Him
But-
smell it through the fucking
Through
bottle. That's some bitch
Through
shit.
the bag. Smell the bag. Just the bag. Yeah.
Takes me back.
Takes you back. So look, now I'm gonna break the seal.
Get
look,
ready,
it's
boys.
still sealed.
Oh my God.
It's still sealed.
The top is sealed.
Get ready, boys.
Damn.
Here we go.
This shit fires me up.
Here we go. Oh my God, I'm smelling it from here. Woo!
No,
Good
get in there, B. Get in there, B.
No, don't get too close.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Don't get too close.
Fuck you.
Oh my goodness.
Ah.
Jesus Christ.
It's Joey right now.
Yeah, dog.
Nothing bad.
You asked for it, Brian.
You brought this on, and it's early. I was gonna wait till at least the co-main event.
Hey, what's this, huh?
It gets the
Fuck you.
Butane. He's been.
Butane, I'm
Brian's
fucking
gonna be
up.
shooting heroin by the end of the show.
I'm cool,
whippets.
guys. Good night.
Doing whippets and shit.
Woo.
I'll tell you what, that wakes you up before a
Damn.
show. We
Nothing
have them in
better.
the green
It
room.
does.
We pop a little sniff before you go on stage.
Oh, I leave in my garage every
Feels
morning
good.
before I get out, head to work.
That releases
Really?
an
Hit
Give
the
a little
car,
lift?
dog. Oh yeah.
Damn,
I got problems.
you're all
bro.
in. Have you had these? The Lucy's, the breakers?
No.
Oh, these are good.
Man,
They're
what do you mean?
eights.
You know, people are
They're
constantly
eights.
sending us.
Same thing.
Lucy's have eights, and they have like a little mint thing in it. When you chew it, the mint thing breaks. It tastes good in your mouth.
They're
and it's
8 milligrams?
8 milligrams? Yeah.
So I got 24 in
This
right
is
now.
their highest one.
24?
24.
How many do you have in there?
4?
His blood pressure is very high.
No, it's good.
You have 24 milligrams in your mouth?
Oh
He's a
yeah.
maniac.
I go through 2 cans a day, dog.
What are you using? Which one?
Black Buffalo.
Oh, my God.
Maniac.
Good Lord.
Yeah. You push the envelope.
Yeah, that's not even an envelope anymore. You
Well,
got a satchel
The
filled with
directions say
envelopes.
the directions say to keep it a foot away from your face.
Shut the fuck up, pussy.
That's a
I get right
liability
in
thing.
there,
I had to
son.
get in there.
The first time you did it, Brian, you got it up to your nose.
God.
You put it like an inch from your nose and
God
took
damn.
a deep swig.
God, peer pressure.
I think I damaged my sinuses.
Peer pressure works like a
It
motherfucker.
says do
on
not
Cal.
use more than a few times a day.
I was like, get
I'm
that
not
away.
doing that.
Not
I would
interested.
never. I said, don't.
One sniff.
Rogan goes, don't be a bitch. Like, all right, I'll try it.
Yeah.
Well, he just saw how fun it is.
Yeah, it's a good
That
time.
was, like,
is
that was like
fun.
the last
We're not
time we
gonna
did
hurt
the
you.
fight companion. I go, I'm just going to microdose, and you like pushed over a giant piece of chocolate. I was like, I think that might be a little. And you're like, don't be a bitch. I was like, okay.
No.
I was texting you from the plane. I can't negotiate my plane seat.
Hand me the Lucy, man. One ain't gonna do it for a trial here. Thank you.
I think there's one more in there.
It's the same flavor
Yeah.
you gave me. You don't want. You
But
ever
you
mix
already
them?
have 24?
Yeah.
That's the same flavor.
I took the 24 out because
Okay.
I don't mix flavors.
Well, now you get 16. So you'll have 2 of those. It'll be 16.
To see if your heart will stop.
Yeah,
Nah, man.
Lucy's are for people who are tired. But I like it better than Zyn, a lot better. Because Zyn gives you this weird flavor in your mouth. And
The
it makes
toxic
you hiccup.
flavor, yeah.
It doesn't seem good. So I like, there's another one called, I think that's empty. I think there's another one called Athletic THC that I really like. So I
Athletic
mean,
THC.
not Athletic THC, Athletic Nicotine.
So how long have you been doing nicotine?
Like a year.
Why? Because it's good for your brain.
Fires you up, man. It's good as like a nootropic. It actually helps your brain. It helps cognitive performance. The real problem is cigarettes. Cigarettes are not good.
But the nicotine's actually good for your brain.
A lot of great books were written on cigarettes.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, nicotine's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Stephen King said
studies-
that. Stephen King said when he stopped smoking cigarettes is one of the biggest issues. Like, stopping cocaine and drinking was fine, but cigarettes, like, he was like, woo.
His books got super boring.
But they weren't as good.
He said that he doesn't remember writing Cujo.
That's why it's so good.
Yep, and then he said this. His wife came in, and she said, she started cleaning up cans. And he goes, God, I kept fucking cans everywhere. He goes, when's the last time we cleaned this place? And she goes, and it was literally, the whole place was covered with beer cans. And she goes, this is the past 3 days. And he was like, I'm drinking a lot. He didn't even realize it.
Yeah, well, damn. If you want to be good,
Yeah.
you want to really write the kind of shit that he wrote when he was young, you got to push that motherfucking envelope.
Well,
You can't do anything in moderation.
No, he actually in his book said, I was a very creative guy who had a substance abuse problem. It's not that I had a substance abuse problem and therefore I was creative. He said, don't get it twisted, because I always had a great imagination, but I just like my energy.
Yeah, I don't know. I am of a belief that it helps you. I really am.
I'm not. But I do think that it's a personality type. So it might go hand in hand, right? With an extreme sort of, it all comes together, maybe. Maybe people who are that
it
imaginative.
opens up doors in your imagination that will stay closed.
Yep, and you can't get there
But it
unless
depends
you're
on
under
what
that.
drug, right? I don't know about alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, I've never fucked with cocaine, but he was a big cocaine user, and like The Shining was all on cocaine.
Great movie.
Fucking great book.
Fantastic.
The book
Great
is
book.
the book is insane.
Unbelievable.
He didn't like the movie. He felt like Jack Nicholson was too crazy too quick.
Really?
Yeah, he thought like in the movie the guy becomes crazy.
a
The guy's like
build.
a normal dude
Yeah.
who becomes crazy during the staying at the Overlook.
That was shot in
Such
Colorado.
a good movie.
So here we go. First
Stanley
fight, Volkan Ozdemir. And who's he fighting? Johnny Walker,
Johnny
right?
Walker, the hell of a
Ooh.
fight. Dude, the
This is a
odds
good
are
fight.
even on this. The odd makers went, somebody's getting knocked out.
Johnny Walker can knock out anybody.
How does he get down to 205, please?
It's so hard to believe. He's
6'6".
so big. When you stand next to him, he's massive.
Yeah.
Like, he easily could be a heavyweight.
Easily.
Dude, it'd be fun if Johnny Walker wins this one. Can you imagine him and Alex? That's a motherfucking fight.
Yeah, but is that possible?
Why not?
He got the Neanderthal forehead.
Yeah, he's a big fella.
I have a question.
Why not, Joe?
Because I don't think he's won enough. I don't think it's compelling.
What-
I mean, he would
what-
have to
what-
beat like a Jamal Hill. He
Correct.
would have to beat a Yuri Prohaska.
I'm not saying next. I'm saying I hope he wins and continues to win.
Yeah.
He's about 2 away from it. At light heavyweight, you win 2 big fights, you're there, bro.
Right. It's like one step below heavyweight,
Yeah.
right? Like, look at Yuri. He won one fight. Now he's back.
Boom. Yep.
Yeah.
Light heavyweight's pretty
Joe, why didn't
slim.
Ankalaev get that fight?
That's a good question.
Because he's
I mean,
the biggest threat.
They
at
might have.
205,
Yeah,
aren't
he's very good. They
Also,
might
you know
have-
why, right?
They might have offered him that fight, and he might have said no. They might have thought that his fight with Jan Blachowicz was boring.
Yeah.
I disagree heavily. I think Jan Blachowicz is a fucking animal,
Yep.
and if you want to like survive against Jan Blachowicz, you got to fight smart.
Yep.
Like you can't ask a guy to fight stupid just so everybody can cheer.
But,
all right.
but to Dana White's point, like it's a business of entertainment too.
Right, but he looked entertaining in all of his other fights. I
Ooh,
just
no,
think
he had
it's,
to draw before that, bro.
with who?
And Clive had a draw before that.
Who did he have
With
with?
Jan.
Oh, but again, Jan Blachowicz, fucking animal.
Champion. Monster.
4 minutes and 30 seconds, 4:29, 4:28, 4:27, 4:26. If you want to sync it up.
Like I like what the UFC did with Izzy, right? He's coming off a loss, and then he's been out a year at least, and then they're giving him a title shot. I think that's what makes the UFC because they're going, no, we're not just giving the guy a title shot who we think is next. Like what Izzy did, his body of work, you can lose one and still be a huge draw. That's the
Right.
difference between fucking
Yeah.
UFC and boxing.
That's true, but if that's true, why didn't Sean get the rematch? Because Sean won that fight, I thought. I thought it was very close, but I thought Strickland should have got the decision. Why not give him a rematch?
If you're a purist, which I'm both, right? I get the business entertainment side and the purist. If you're a purist, Sean Strickland 100% should be next. And he beat
Yeah.
Paulo Costa. I thought he beat Dricus as well.
Or Strickland should be
But the
fighting
thing is about Dricus is
That's the fight if he
these
wins.
guys are angry at each other. You know, there's like a lot of hype. It's a good fight to sell.
Fuck yeah.
All that shit talking when
It'll get more views than a Strickland rematch.
maybe.
Guarantee it.
Strickland's a big fucking star, man.
He's a big star.
so awkward, dude.
But
His
is he?
style.
Oh,
is
shit.
he? And there's a story with
Johnny's
Izzy.
getting pieced up right now.
Yeah, Ozdemir can crack.
Yes, he can.
Crack.
And the problem with Johnny Walker is he's been KO'd a gang of times.
Yeah, his defense is
Yeah.
suspect usually.
Yeah.
A lot of guys have put him away.
Jamal Hill.
Yeah.
Didn't he win his last fight on a DQ?
I don't know. The Jamal one was crazy.
Yeah,
Jamal hit him on
that's
the
crazy.
forehead, and
Yep.
his hands flew up in the air, and he went.
Ooh.
Oh, there it is.
No,
There it is. He got rocked.
I got.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble. He's in
yeah.
trouble already. Ozdemir might get him here.
He's letting him get him against the cage like that. Get out of the
Yeah,
way, bro.
he's got to get out of there.
out.
He's in
Get back to
trouble.
center
He's in real
octagon.
trouble. He
don't
does
do
like
that.
a lot of wild
Yeah.
shit. You can't do wild shit when you're really hurt.
Ozdemir's technically very proficient. Look at that.
Oh, yeah,
he's
that's
out.
it.
He's
That's
out.
it.
Stop
out
it.
cold. Out
Oh,
cold.
shit.
But that's
Yeah.
why I went to SPG because he needed to tighten up because he's wild.
Yeah, but that's
Damn,
this
dude.
is
Wild
happened. That's
horse.
happened too many times.
How's your reflex to throw a flying knee when you wobble?
He's a wild boy.
He's just
He's a
trying to
dancer.
be crazy, just trying to do anything. But you can't do that with Volkan. Volkan Ozdemir can punch so
At a
hard.
certain level, the fundamentals are going to beat you if guys are that good.
And Ozdemir's been out for a bit, right?
Yeah.
So,
And he,
had a
and he
chance
had some
to.
losses too.
Oh, he's had some losses. Yeah.
But he's a good striker, man. That was really
Yeah, very,
textbook.
very solid hands
beautiful
there.
hands.
He hurt him, and then once Johnny Walker gets hurt, I think he's just been KO'd too many times.
I mean,
Oh, there's that left
I just
hook.
don't-
That's
and
nice.
And once it goes, it goes. There's nothing you can do.
But this was a bad one. I mean, this was he got flattened.
I just think Johnny Walker had all the physical gifts, but I just didn't have the kind of fundamentals like Ozdemir does.
Well,
Look
it's
at that.
yeah. Look at
Look
that.
at
Boom.
It's too good. It's too
Oh
good.
my goodness.
That's
out
awful.
cold.
That's awful.
Out cold. And the other thing is, like, Johnny Walker probably sucks a lot of weight to get to 205.
Yes.
Correct.
That definitely messes with your chin.
Yep.
Oh, that's a terrible
When-
shot.
when you're
That
sucking
last
that
shot
much
is
weight.
awful.
Oh, that last shot's rough. Look at his eyes roll back in his head.
Been there. When you're sucking that much weight, it's going to fuck your brain up.
100%.
Depleting your body of all that water.
And he's 6'6", 205. How?
Go to, hey, bro, go to heavyweight. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
go to heavyweight.
Go to fucking heavyweight.
He might be a really good heavyweight, man. And that is a shallow pool.
Super
Like,
shallow.
You could lose, like, multiple fights and
And
still
there's a
be in
lot
the
of
hunt.
strikers for him.
Sure.
Rosenstruck, you know, you got a ton of guys.
Yeah, but now
Yeah.
that he's been flatlined a lot.
Yeah, it might be over. I mean, you got
Ain't
to
that a
think
bitch?
of all the different people that have gotten him.
Well, remember he was doing the worm when he won and blew his shoulder out.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh no.
So Johnny Walker's won a fight, I think it was in Brazil, and he started celebrating doing the worm and literally fell too hard and blew his shoulder out. And was out like a year and a half.
Yeah, had the shoulder reconstructed.
Doing the worm,
Tore
man.
his shoulder
So
apart.
dumb.
Yeah, for nothing.
Did you see Connor's injury?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
What was it?
Well,
Pinky toe.
it's exactly what Pereira had when he beat Jamal Hill. He had a broken toe, too.
A lot of guys have had now it's the pinky toe. A lot of guys I fought with a broken pinky toe.
I knew about it in advance. Look, here's the thing about a broken pinky toe. When you're a guy who kicks as much as Connor, it's a fucking problem.
100%.
And it's also the same foot where his leg was snapped and he went into that fight injured. He's never pulled out of a fight before.
Never.
This is the first one he pulled out of, and I think it's wise. Because I think if you do have a broken toe and you are going into a fight and you did go into a fight, the last fight injured, what if that fucking toe becomes a real issue? Like, what if he throws a kick and it smashes again and he's in agony and he can't move?
I thought you and I were going to disagree on this. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And you got to realize what's on the line for Connor too.
Yes.
Like he loses this one, the ride's over.
Also, you gotta be
why
able to-
so why risk it?
You got to be able to get the fuck out of the way with Michael Chandler.
Chandler, you fuck yeah. So
better
you're not
get
going
the
to go in
fuck out of the way.
compromised, and it's
Right.
the leg that's already fucked up. Like you want your best foot forward, no pun intended.
And he spends a lot of time like bouncing on his toes.
Oh,
Big
yeah.
time.
A lot of time.
That's his biggest asset against Chandler. You got to in and out, stick and
Yep,
move,
yep.
kicks.
You
all
can't
that
do
shit.
that with a
You
broken toe.
can't tie that toe to the other toe.
You can, but it's going to be
You're
compromised.
still not a hundo.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Not
Now,
even
if
close.
this is Connor 6 years ago, he's fighting all day.
He's fighting.
Yeah.
Excuse me, he fought Chad Mendez with a blown fucking knee and still
Yeah.
beat
I
him.
know.
Yeah.
And it was on short notice. Still beat him.
Yep.
So don't get it twisted. Like Connor's a savage and he's a fighter's fighter.
Yes.
But this, I think, finally his team was
Diet
like,
Cokes?
dude, I'm addicted.
Okay. I'll take one of those.
Yeah, boys.
We got more?
The only person who
I'm
drinks
good.
more Diet Coke
I'm
than
good.
me.
Brian,
I'm good
Brian.
unless the cool kids are doing it, and then I'll drink it. I never drink Diet Coke, but just to be part
Why
of
don't
the
you drink
group.
Diet Coke?
I don't know. I just don't.
Are you scared of
It's not-
aspartame?
You think it's fucking
Just not-
poison?
just
I
not a
disagree.
soda guy. I just have my temple's super pure.
I love Diet
I
Coke.
scrub my
Oh,
temple
yeah,
clean.
dude. We're going to get along, brother.
Yeah, I
We're
love
gonna
me
get
some Diet
along.
Coke. You know they fucking they tried to remake it to taste just like Coca-Cola.
Talking about Coke Zero?
And people
Yeah,
didn't
that's why
want it.
Coke Zero came about. They tried to make a better Diet Coke,
No,
but people had already liked the flavor of Diet Coke, so they had to
Coke Zero doesn't bother me.
I like it.
No,
It's
but
kind
I
of
can-
the same.
I can
If
tell
it's
the
there, I'll
difference.
take it. I can tell the difference. But you know why they came out with Coke Zero? Because the sales of Diet Coke were going down because men were embarrassed to order Diet Coke, so they thought it was more of a female drink. So they're like, all right, let's do Coke Zero.
What men are these?
They did that with Miller. They call it the champagne of beers to get women, and then people started
What?
drinking.
They don't know their audience.
Yeah, that's what they did. No, but initially it came out and it was the champagne of beers. How do we get women to drink beer? Call it the champagne of beers.
You know the
it's like
one-
with cigarettes, they used to call them freedom torches during the suffragette movement. So they wanted to get women to smoke and was considered like not very feminine. So Freud's grandson, Edward Bernays, was like, I know how to do this. We'll fucking just tell them that these are freedom torches. So all these feminists now were like smoking their no man tells me, and they started smoking. And that's how
Really?
yep. That and he's the same guy that got people to say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, that was all because the pork lobby came to him and they were like, "Hey, we got to get people to eat more pork." And he's like, "Cool, say less. We'll just call it bacon is part of a breakfast, a good, healthy
So
breakfast."
unhealthy.
Yep. And
Bacon's
breakfast is
great.
the most
But
important.
so unhealthy.
How so?
Bacon?
Yeah, how so?
All the cholesterol, all the fat? No.
No, nonsense.
I love
Oh,
that.
yeah?
Absolute, complete nonsense.
Are you an American?
Saturated fat is not bad for you in any way, shape, or form.
Who brought that?
That is all.
Vegan.
Again, that's all the sugar movement. The sugar industry
movement, but the
tricked people into thinking that
How many
saturated
calories
fat
are
was a
in
problem.
one piece of bacon?
Calories aren't the problem, brother.
If you're working
it's
out.
sugar and bullshit is the problem.
Calories aren't the problem if you're working out.
Yeah, well, overeating is always a problem,
Correct.
but calories from saturated fat are not a problem. Cholesterol is what creates myelin, which is literally what the fucking brain is made out of. Cholesterol is responsible for all your hormone production. Cholesterol is responsible for so much in the human body. It's not bad for you at all. It's just a crock of shit. What's bad for you is processed food. What's bad for you is sugar and excess of carbohydrates, bullshit food, seed oils. There's a lot of things that people get connected to that they connect to, and they say this is bad for you.
But
because
actual
of
real
this.
bacon's not bad for you.
Not bad for you. It's just fat.
No, fucking
Fat
start
is
eating
good for
bacon.
you. Look, if you're on a
It's also
ketogenic diet,
delicious.
which is very healthy for you, ketogenic diet, those people eat a shitload of bacon.
True.
It's
True.
delicious.
That guy's a fucking stone cold killer.
Yeah,
Diego
that's
Lopez.
a fucking fight, bro.
Bro,
Has he knocked out everybody he's fought?
not everybody, but pretty close. And
That's a great card.
He's fucking terrifying, man.
I'm trying to remember who he reminds me of.
Diego Lopez and Brian Ortega is a fight, son. How about this Anthony Smith Roman Dolidze fight? Like, how much has that card changed? You know, it was supposed to be Jamal Hill, Khalil Roundtree. Khalil Roundtree falls out, and then Jamal Hill's going to go out against Carlos Ulberg. I'm like, ooh, I love
Fun
that.
fight.
And then Jamal hurts his knee, and then Carlos Ulberg, for some reason, is out. Why's Ulberg out?
I don't know. And then he was supposed to fight Anthony Smith,
Yeah.
and Anthony Smith stays, and now he's fighting
then-
Homeboy.
Have I
Yeah.
not been paying attention? When did Michael Page get in the UFC?
Recently. He had one
Recently.
fight.
Okay.
He had
That's
one
going to
fight.
be a great fight.
That's another great fight.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
I
look at
wanna-
this.
I want to see if he gets away with all the shit at this level.
Well, he's going to fight Ian Gary,
Who's
who
a
is
motherfucker.
really tall and really, but I don't think he's going to be able to hit that dude.
You don't think
Michael
Ian Gary
Venom
will?
Page? No.
Oh, I disagree.
Michael Venom Page is a different thing.
Oh, he'll put his lights up.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
out.
Really?
Yeah, I think Ian Gary's the next. He's it, man. That
He's
dude's so talented.
I think he's sensational, but he's been hit before, and he's been rocked and dropped. Michael Venom Page is a different thing
He's been
inside
hit.
the
But
octagon.
Mike Van Page's been hit before too.
Right. By Diego Lima.
Correct.
Or Douglas Lima. Douglas Lima.
Page on this.
Yeah, no,
Interesting.
yeah, I like Page, but I think Ian Gary's that guy.
I think he's going to have a really hard time finding that guy.
You know what I
saw
think?
the Kevin Holland fight?
Yep.
He was like, where the fuck is he? He couldn't find him. Couldn't even touch him. It's
True.
such that point elite point fighting style with all the MMA skills that Michael Venom Page has. That is one of the most puzzling problems to deal with inside the octagon.
Yeah, look at Alex, thriving. Pierre, thriving.
Right, but it's not. Alex is not a point fighter. It's a different style.
But yeah, I'm just saying his elite level of striking
Yeah.
makes up for the other holes in the game.
Sure, but we've had elite strikers before. The difference with Michael Venom Page is Michael Venom Page is an elite point fighter. His style of hitting and not getting hit and being able to close distance really fast, fucking nobody's like that.
Wonder Boy, closest.
close, but
Close.
not at that level.
Not that level.
It's Wonder Boy was a kickboxer,
Correct.
a very elite striker, very elite kickboxer. But the difference between kickboxing and point fighting is that blitz.
Yeah.
That blitz, and Michael Venom Page is so unorthodox.
I think that could be one of those fights. Remember when Francis and Derek Lewis were going to fight, and we're like, bro, this fight's going 1 minute, get ready, and it went to a decision. So boring.
Right.
Sometimes when you have those two high-level strikers and it's that style, I'm not saying it's going to be boring. There's a chance it can be really fucking boring because it's so calculated, so strategic, and neither guy wants to engage.
Michael
'cause
Venom
they're throwing
Page
all these
has
feints.
never been in a boring fight in his fucking life.
He's amazing.
Michael Venom Page is he's
Some
an
of those
entertainer.
Bellator ones are
Motherfucker
tough.
will
buddy.
moonwalk in
Some-
the middle of the fight.
He's great, don't get me wrong, but some of those Bellator ones were tough.
I'm interested. I'll tell you what. You might be right. You might be wrong.
okay,
I'm
that's
interested. Yeah. I just think that he is the most difficult puzzle on the feet I've ever seen.
Hard to find a guy who can spar like him too.
Because
So you're kinda seeing
Kevin
it for the
Holland
first
couldn't
time.
do a fucking thing to him.
Right.
Couldn't do a fucking thing.
Yeah.
Kevin Holland is a good striker. A very good striker. I mean, he's a complete fighter, Kevin, but he's a very good striker. And he didn't even come close to hitting him. Like, that dude was just not there. It's a different thing, man. And he's tall as shit.
It's no disrespect to Holland. I think Ian Gary's at a different level than those guys you mentioned.
I think so, too.
And his
But-
movement's different. His size is different.
But
his
Ian
confidence
is
is
also
different.
used to fighting guys that are shorter than him.
Yeah.
And Michael Venom Page is the first guy that's taller than him.
Also,
He's
look
taller?
at also,
Yeah.
He's taller than Ian.
Yeah, or the same height.
similar. Yeah,
What's he,
it's not like a
6'3"?
huge advantage. But also look, age is a factor as well.
That's true. That's true.
37,
Ian's not
37
even in.
years old.
Ian's just getting his prime, dude. When those guys are like 27, 26, 28, good fucking luck.
And they get so much better so quick. Yeah.
Yeah,
the
because
first thing to go is
Venom
speed.
Page is 37.
It's kind of interesting that Ian Gary and Colby never came out because Ian was calling him out.
Colby said he declined it because he's not famous enough yet.
That's so crazy and so incorrect.
Okay.
It's so incorrect.
Wait. Who was saying that?
Colby was saying he's not famous yet, but meanwhile, Colby's lost most of his last fights. I think it's an interesting fight because Colby is a motherfucker, man. Talk all the shit you want about that guy,
Dude,
but that guy can
he can
close
fight.
the
Do you know-
distance.
do you know that
he
his-
can fuck his
his gas
fucking
tank?
gas tank's off the charts.
Do you know
his
that
wrestling.
his foot broke 30 seconds into that fight with
Leon Edwards.
Leon Edwards.
Yeah.
Like, he had a broken foot. It's broken in 3 places. He came to my show in Miami. He was like 85%. That was 3 weeks ago. So that was a real fucked up foot.
Oh, no doubt.
Like, he was walking on it tender. And
Yeah,
I was
no-
like,
no doubt.
You fought that fucking dude for 25 minutes with a broken foot in 3 places? That's a bad motherfucker.
Also,
That's
Leon Edwards is the best striker in the division.
Oh.
Yes.
He's the most technical, the most
Sure,
dangerous.
but he was in that fight.
I love watching Leon move. Just the way he moves, just the technique, the precision, everything is just so fucking. Everything is just so. It's just
No
like
wasted
what-
movement.
Yeah, it's like what you want to see in an elite striker. You see in Leon.
I also like him because there's no really shit talking. He's not on Instagram doing TikTok
No,
dances.
he's
You
great.
just respect him for his fucking
Look
skill
at me
set.
now! Look at me now!
Great story.
Headshot, bang!
He's the fucking man.
Yeah, he's
You don't expect him to sound British. I still don't. Every time he talks, it's a surprise.
Now we'll see what happens if Islam goes up there.
Did I ever tell you the time? I think I've told it on the podcast before. I ever tell you the time that there was this dude that was, I don't want to say who he worked for, but he was a bodyguard, and he talked shit to Leon Edwards when Leon was with me. I brought Leon to a show. Leon did my podcast. Then I brought Leon. We went did a show with Chappelle. Me and him were hanging out. Then afterwards, we all went out to this club. This like after hours party that
Like a nightclub?
David set up.
Okay.
Dave sets up these shows, like he does the shows, and after the shows, he likes to set up a party. So he has like a DJ, he brings in food, it's fun hang. But it was at the end of the night, and this guy decided he was going to kick everybody out. And for some reason, he singled out Leon Edwards, and he got in his face, and he
Fantastic.
said like, "Hey man, I fucking told you it's time to leave."
Fantastic.
And then I got in between him. I said, "I know you probably made some fucked up mistakes in your life. You're about to make the biggest one."
Did you say you know who that is?
Exactly what I said. I pulled him aside.
And what'd he do?
And he like went like a ghost. I go, that's one of the baddest motherfuckers on the planet. I go, you're about to make one of the biggest mistakes of your life. I go, he's cool. There's no reason to talk to him like that. He didn't do anything wrong. He doesn't know. He's here with me.
Right.
And he's like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
if
he
you-
chilled out.
if you
And
want-
then after he sees him knock out Kamaru Usman, he's like, oh no. He sees his life pass before his eyes when he was watching it on TV.
You want to go viral, bud? You
Yeah.
can, but it's me the wrong way.
I was like, if you're going to do this, let me get my phone out.
That's like the guy fucking with Joe Schilling. Like tried to pick a fight with him before that. He was like mouthing off to him the whole time before that, and Joe's like,
was
Jesus.
he?
Yes.
He was mouthing off. I know he was a dick to people at the bar.
No, he wasn't mouthing off to him. He was mouthing off to like other people at the bar.
He was mouthing off also to Joe. The whole story is that he was just a dick from start, and Joe's like, "Are you kidding me?"
You can kind of see that. He seemed like a dickhead, just the way he was behaving. Isn't that's one of the most wonderful instant karma videos of all time?
Oh, the greatest.
It's like one of the greatest viral
Fuck with
videos.
Joe Schilling.
The best.
But what a mistake! Like karma put one of the scariest humans alive in front of him. You don't know this?
No.
This is seen at a bar. Joe Schilling, who's a friend of mine, is a world champion kickboxer, elite striker,
savage, dude. Like,
savage.
you would look at him and go, "That's not the guy I'm gonna fuck with in the bar."
So
there's a
Joe
lineup.
Schilling is at a bar and he's trying to walk past this guy to get to the bathroom. The guy backs up as Joe's walking. He doesn't see him, and Joe bumps into him and puts his hands on him. This is it right here. So this is the guy. This is the dickhead.
He's been fucking with
He's
everybody
talking
in the
shit.
bar the
He's
whole
real
time.
loud and drunk. So that's
It's
Joe
like
in the
out of a
black
movie.
shirt.
It's like out of a movie.
Joe's like, "Excuse me," and he passes by, and the guy says something to him. He turns around. And the guy flinches.
See how he just came
Yeah,
flinched
he
at him?
flinches at Joe like he's gonna hit him, and then Joe
Bro.
just hits him with that 3-piece and a soda.
And then he walks away like it ain't shit. That's the wrong guy.
wrong guy.
The fucking wrong guy. Boom, boom.
And you got to understand, this was the end of a long. He was fucking with Joe and everybody else the whole
That guy tried
time.
suing Joe, and Joe won.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's Florida. It's stand your ground. Like, clearly, a guy flinched.
Yeah.
Like, went like that to make him flinch.
Yeah.
And you don't do that
No.
to a guy that's a fucking trained striker.
We need more of this.
Yeah.
We need more of
And
this.
he's and Joe is the farthest thing from a bully, by the way.
Super
I've hung out with him
nice.
many
No,
times.
he's the-
great.
he's the man.
He's a
No
great
hesitation,
dude.
though.
Yeah.
Because the guy
wrong
was,
guy.
But the guy was picking fights. He was picking fights with other dudes
It's
in
the
the
wrong
bar
guy.
too. He was causing
Yeah.
all these problems with other guys. He was
Yeah.
trying to pick fights.
But I mean, you rarely see people that like get right to it. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh,
it's,
right
It's
to
usually
it.
like shut your fucking mouth. Or
Yeah.
Who you
No,
talking
no, no.
to?
Just
bing, bing, bing.
Wrong guy.
That's his language.
It was
Yeah.
like a reflex.
No,
Wrong
he's,
guy.
He's fluent at knockout. That's his language.
It's just the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Joe Schilling, he fought in this battle in Los Angeles where he had to fight 3 times in one night. Remember that? Last Man Standing and Glory? Yeah. We went there live. It was fucking insane. He fought 3 times. And this against world-class kickboxers.
And
he
then
fought
this
3
dude who
times
doesn't
in one
work
night.
out came off, his day job at Remax. He was like, I'm gonna get fucked up.
That guy just left
By the
Best
way,
Buy.
maybe the
with a
best
fucking
thing about him-
bonus check in his pocket, feeling cocky.
But the best thing about Joe Schilling, world champion kickboxer, most decorated American kickboxer in history, he smokes, sir.
Cigarettes.
He smokes fucking
Oh, you've
old
seen the
school
picture
cigarettes.
of him in our gym. The guy smoking cigarettes.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
Joe.
He's
He's,
a
he's like
man.
Clint Eastwood if he fought.
when
Yeah.
the video first started, and you said that's him in the black shirt, I thought it was the nerdy looking dude. I was like, oh, unsuspecting, but no, but that
Mikey
motherfucker.
Musumeci looking dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
right
Joe.
though. He looked like somebody you don't fuck
No,
with.
he's also like big, and I mean, he's just
Right.
He's awesome.
Look at his
stud.
fucking face. It's like a great white shark. Like out of all the people to talk shit to.
He just
Look at him.
smokes. He smokes.
And his voice, he's fucking Nick Nolte, but in fucking world class hands.
deep voice.
Yeah. What?
Tatted up.
Look at that.
just-
And then look at that guy.
You gotta love moments. Yeah. Yeah, he's like talking shit. I told this guy I'm gonna beat him arm wrestling, like whatever the fuck he's saying.
Look at him. Look at him.
See, I thought it was him.
Just shoulders.
Just an
fucking long
accident.
legs.
I mean, just a bump, and he had to talk shit. I mean, the dumbest
Hey,
move.
fuck around and find out.
That
Fuck
is-
around and find out.
That is, if fuck around and find out was a viral video.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I would love to be the level of ready to just have a 2-piece
So
in the
would I.
chamber at all times.
Dude, you can get there, man.
Yeah, you're not.
It's
You're not.
too
It's not
late.
impossible.
No.
No, it's
It's
not
like
impossible.
motherfuckers that start riding motorcycles when they're 40. It's like, nah, it passed you by.
You can still do
Yeah,
it.
you're not a
You
killer.
could learn just a mean combo for the Austin bars, though.
Yeah,
Joe
you get
could
a,
help you out.
don't get a fucking Hayabusa, but you get a Harley.
Yeah.
You fucking,
Yeah. Or you get a
Just run
pistol.
around.
Just get a pistol.
yeah. By the time you get that pistol, you're already asleep. You know, unless you have a quick draw. Did you see the? You got a hawk tui spit on that thing, girl.
Yo,
massive,
She's
son.
famous now.
That girl, one video. Have you seen it, Brian?
Yeah. Hawk tui.
One girl gets interviewed, and it's just. I love moments like that where one weird video. It's so funny that the whole world sees.
She's
it.
the most famous person on the planet right now.
So the one I saw on Instagram, the top comment underneath it is another woman being like, "Nobody needs. You don't have to spit on it." And then it's just 1,000 news. It's like somebody taught you wrong, bitch. People aren't telling you the truth. Spit on it.
Especially the way she says it, like that
It's
lady.
so good.
She's not pretending.
She said like she passed.
Yeah.
Like she got a certificate.
She's not posing. That lady's
But
a
also,
black belt spitting on dicks.
I wouldn't be that into a girl going
I would be into her.
Yeah,
The way with
she's
her
cool.
enthusiasm, yeah, you would
There's
if
some
she
real
did it.
passion there.
But if
yeah.
you hear a girl go, you're not gonna be like, wait a minute, hold on.
Let's see it, Jamie. Didn't I send you a bunch of good versions?
Well,
The memes of it, or
the original one has how many views now?
Has to be 100 million.
At least. I wonder how
I
she
wonder
monetizes
what she's
that.
doing. She's
gotta be-
probably panicking.
Yeah,
I know.
it's gotta be tough.
Everybody
she's
knows
making money.
No.
Is she?
Oh,
yeah, she's making money. There's merch
Yeah.
now. There's like Hawk 2 merch.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to buy a shirt.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah,
these
see?
kids, man, they on
There's
that.
like-
They on that social
See
media.
Hawk
Yeah.
2 24.
Signing autographs.
Look at her. She's signing fucking hats.
Only in America. Only in America.
That is hilarious. Let's hear the video.
That's fucking.
It's just the
hilarious.
way she
Oh,
says
right
it.
up there in the corner.
Hawk.
Yeah.
On the left, in the
I
left.
know, I know. These are. I already clicked 2 of them, and they didn't have the video on it for some reason.
Christ, what a weird, what a world, what a fucking world.
And it's only been like 4 days, right? When did it come out?
Yeah, I don't honestly. It happened fast.
I mean,
so-
where are the
Who
dudes?
is the Hawk Tua girl
Max.
taking over TikTok?
Because it wasn't her original video. She was doing an interview, right?
Yeah, some guy in the street says, "What do you have to do to make a guy crazy in bed?"
Shit started like.
Spit on that thing.
Once upon a time, 2 girls were out on the town in Nashville, Tennessee, when a
On that night, you get me?
No, don't fast
to which
forward.
one woman
I don't wanna hear
replied,
the girl-
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that night, you get me?
"You do
You get me? You get me? I wonder what if
Look at her laughing. She's laughing so hard.
I wonder if her dad's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like, imagine being her dad right
Yeah,
now.
but her college is probably paid for now.
Nah, her dad knows.
Yeah, I wonder how much money she's making off of this.
Hopefully a lot.
It is smart that she jumped right on it because you got to think it's only been a few days.
I know.
Oh, someone blew her up in
June
the DMs.
11th.
Was like, here's
Okay.
merch.
11, so it's 10 days.
So it's 10 days. There are a handful of other videos on Tim and Dee's page featuring the Hawk Tua girl and her friend. Since then, TikTokers claim to have found the woman, but the account is now repeatedly deleted. Oh, she might have deleted it. She
Possibly doesn't
probably freaked
remember
out.
being interviewed.
Ah, she got blackout drunk. It's in Nashville. She's probably hammered.
Yeah, she's doing her thing, having fun.
But also,
Shower a bullet.
We got the red.
Here we go.
headed
also
Nick
where's,
Davis.
her, where's her references though? I would like where all the dudes whose dick she sucked, or is she just talking?
Yeah.
She a
talking.
beast.
Those
Probably
guys are about
talking.
to make some TikTok videos, just like sitting there with a cup of coffee on the porch, like, let me tell you something,
Dude.
it's real.
Netflix about to do a doc on it, man.
This is a good fight. Tricoli
Great
is
fight.
good.
Call it the throat goat.
That guy in the left
30 for
has
30.
one eye, Brian.
Yes,
the
he
guy on
does.
the left has one eye, and he only can fight in other organizations.
That's why he can't come
in
out
other
here.
countries
'Cause he can't
Because he
get
can't
sanctioned?
see. He can't see out of his right eye.
So they won't let him fight in the United States.
I don't believe so.
He's never fought out here.
Here
Most
it
people
is.
think that's
One-eyed
why.
UFC fighter Sharbutin Magomedov lands killer role for acting debut in new Hollywood movie. Oh, nice.
He's gonna be in a movie.
Hey, bro,
soon,
if they
so-
name in the
Oh,
end
yeah.
off, I'm not fucking with him.
Yeah.
Any kind of off.
He's a scary striker too.
Who?
But
He's fun to watch.
Bullet. But his depth perception's got to be all fucked up because he's only got one eye. Like
Yeah.
you need 2 eyes for depth perception.
Shit, ask Bisbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it fucks you up. It fucks, but it doesn't matter. He's that good.
He's that good. He
He's
also
had
looks
like
like a pirate.
7 different operations on the eye to try to fix it.
He was from childhood, right? It's
No,
kind
it
of a
was
sad
fight.
story,
It's
right?
from a fight.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure it's from a fight. I'm pretty sure. Because he had the operations while he was competing. I think it was something that happened during a fight. I may be wrong.
For some reason, I thought it was when he was a kid.
Jamie will find out. I'm pretty sure the injury happened from a fight.
But also, how do you even not like? You don't see shit coming from that way.
Nope. He doesn't see shit out of that
They
right
adapt.
eye.
He's got a giant
What was it said?
head.
He had to get the right eye removed completely after losing vision. Holy shit, man.
If they get infected, that's why the eye gets infected.
An eye
Suffered
injury,
early in his
you're
career.
right.
Yeah.
Before the operation, I was afraid of an infection. God, dude, one eye redhead.
So they don't
Fuck's
they don't
sakes.
take your eyes
With a
out
crazy
anymore.
beard.
They don't usually do that anymore because you have cones in your eyes that sense light, even though you can't see, and it regulates
He's in
your
Dagestan,
circadian
man.
rhythm. I know,
They take that eye out.
but it fucks your
Well, there
sleep
might have
up.
been something wrong.
Yes.
But they had to take it out.
yeah, they were saying something
'Cause-
about an infection.
Because they get infected a lot.
But they took Bisbing's eye out, right?
They
No.
used, they used
No,
to
he
take
still has
blind
his eye.
people's eyes out, but they
But
don't
he,
do it
he wears
anymore.
a plate over it.
Yeah, he wears like a lens over the top of it so it doesn't look so weird, but it's just so people don't stare at his eye. But
I get
he
it.
still got his eye.
Yeah.
Tricoli's good though, man. Shara Bullet does weird shit, man.
He's
Like,
wild, man.
Wild kicks.
was
He
the-
throws kicks like a jab.
As wild as he got punched twice in the face from the direction he can see it.
Isn't this his UFC debut?
No, Shara Bullet's fought at least
Hell
once.
no. No, he
twice.
Yeah, he's
right?
a fucking huge prospect.
Isn't he fought twice?
Yeah.
At least once. I
tough
think
as
twice.
shit.
Just once?
Well,
Just once.
this article was he was 11-0 and he's only 12-0 now.
I feel like this is his first fight.
Signed last year.
No, this isn't
Okay.
his first fight.
So this is his second fight in the
Second
UFC.
fight,
It
that's
says he
At
signed-
least second fight.
Said he signed in 2020 or 2023.
Yeah. But, you know, he can't really fight in America. Like, the Nevada State Athletic
Can't get him
Commission, they're like,
sanctioned.
there's no way, pal. You can't see. Like, you have to be able to see out of both eyes. to
I'm
fight
sure
in
there's
America.
some places.
Well, we're in Saudi Arabia for these fights.
No, I'm saying in
And-
America.
Oh, yeah. Like, you bring them to Kentucky, they're like, go ahead, fella.
Mississippi.
Yeah,
You
go
do
on.
Mississippi.
Tennessee.
You can close both your eyes. I don't give a
I
fuck.
don't give a fuck.
Hock to it. Spit on that thing. You know what I'm saying?
That girl had no idea that thing went fucking viral.
You
She
never
just
know.
being
You never know
funny.
what's going to hit, right? You
Yeah,
never know.
she's just
You
being
never
funny
know what's
with her
going to be a
friend.
popular video and what's not. You just got to keep doing them.
Here's one thing you do know. If you try hard, you won't get one.
That's for damn sure.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That don't stop people from trying.
Oh, they try so hard. But the people that I know that try the hardest have never gotten one.
Never.
So Tricoli just wants to take him down. Shower Bullet has terrible takedown defense. And
That's his liability.
also doesn't get up well. And even in his UFC debut, he got battered on the
Bro,
ground.
how about the main event was about to be Bo Nickel, but he was hunting in Montana and
Yeah.
didn't have an Android phone like you guys and had no service.
Yeah, interesting.
He was going to take that fight.
Interesting. I would not have advised that. at
I wouldn't
this
either,
point in
but he
his
was down to
career.
do it.
Yeah. He's struggled a little bit with Cody Brundage, and Cody Brundage is nowhere near where Robert Whittaker will change your fucking life.
Well, Robert Whittaker might be the best 185er on the planet. It's up for debate. He's
I
up
mean,
there.
How
Top
do you say
three.
that when
Sonya would say different.
well, Drekus beat the
is
shit
Drekus.
out of him
Dricus
in one
beat him.
round.
Dricus beat him.
Yep.
He's fucking good, though.
He's very good.
And he was a former world champion. Like, he was
Yes.
#1 at the time.
He's certainly
he just
in the
beat
top
Paulo
five.
Costa.
Certainly in the top
See, I
five.
don't know a shitload about him, about Bo Nickel, but I just keep hearing his name.
He's the man.
They're hyping him up. Well, he's an elite wrestler, a real top of the food chain, blue chip wrestler, and you know he's getting very good at striking.
He's basically our LeBron James, but he's white.
He's
I
just his
wouldn't say
wressling.
that.
His wrestling is
That's
super hard
ridiculous.
to do.
That's a ridiculous thing to say.
No, the hype on him's insane.
Yeah,
You
the
saying,
hype
like,
on
you saying,
him.
like out of high school, he not.
So hold on. So here we go. This is why you make the comparison, to a guy like LeBron, because he's in wrestling. Since he was 7, he was selling out fucking huge auditoriums wrestling, dominating. Then he's
Right,
on a
but
world tour.
LeBron
then
James
he's one of
is-
the best ever at Penn State.
Same
and then he
Le-
goes on a world
He's
circuit.
a 3-time or 4-time NCAA champion.
Yeah,
Like, I
he's-
think he won it as a freshman, right?
This is a
It's
good
crazy.
fight, boys.
And he won the
We're missing
Heisman
a-
of NCAA wrestling.
We're missing a good
Very
fight,
good fight.
boys.
Very good fight.
What were we going to say, though, Joe?
I was saying that like the difference is LeBron has been dominant and famous on a world championship level for so long. It's more like a John Jones.
Mm-hmm.
John Jones is more like the LeBron of MMA.
No, he's talking about LeBron.
I'm saying that as like a
LeBron
prospect.
early
pre-NBA.
days.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, Joe? Like
Sorta.
as a prospect, because there's so much pressure on him, and there's
Yeah.
eyeball, and he has how many fights?
Yeah, I would advise a guy like that to not fight in the UFC for a long time. I think you should get to world class level before you get to the UFC.
It's
I
tough
really do.
because outside the UFC, he's so dominant. He's
Right.
fucking so
So you
dominant.
saying he need to get his striking up?
yeah,
on the world class level.
100%.
Yes,
That's-
because once you get there, if you're not ready, it's gonna be it's a marathon, not a
So
sprint.
you gotta go,
Yeah.
you gotta go train with them Dagestani boys.
He'll fuck them up.
he'll fuck them up in wrestling.
He did already.
He's beaten a lot of Russians in wrestling.
His thing is his
Very
striking.
good.
He's going to work on his striking.
But hold up, his striking's not like awful.
not awful.
His thing is combining the striking and wrestling, putting it together like
That's right.
GSP did.
That's right.
Well-
Once he gets that,
Yeah.
okay.
But Bo Nickel's a guy who's been watching the human body move for a very long time.
Me too.
And his timing and everything.
me
Jack
too.
shit. What the
No,
fuck's
no,
that
no,
mean?
no, no,
I'm not gonna beat
timing,
Hamza.
Timing, takedowns is everything. So they have an easier time. A lot of times, guys like that, their learning curve is a lot steeper.
Well, elite athletes have a quicker
Yes.
learning curve.
Yes.
That's
Like Yoel
that's for
Romero.
sure.
He
yeah.
did it.
He's an elite athlete, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
I mean, Bo's got massive potential.
But even Johnny Hendricks, remember his timing? He learned how to throw
Not
that,
world class though.
But he would knock
Not
dudes
world,
out because
but
it was
it's
the
a different.
same
It's a
time.
different.
Johnny
you gotta
also,
you gotta have world class.
pre-USADA and post-USADA Johnny are two different human beings.
Correct.
Really?
Yeah, it's like you and Mike Tyson. It's like they're two totally different human beings.
Different species.
Post-USADA Johnny Hendricks is like, what? Where'd you go? Like, where'd you go? Like,
But also,
he's just
you
not the
wouldn't
same
watch
guy.
Johnny's fights and go, man, that's world class striking.
Right.
He had a big fucking
Yeah,
overhand
he
left.
he could time it well.
Oh, he was a tremendous power
how does
striker.
that doesn't make
Great
sense.
power.
Why get worse when they're not testing anymore?
No. Then once they started testing.
Oh, okay.
When they started testing, his body melted. Like, there's a lot of those guys. Like, there's documentaries online about Johnny Hendricks pre and post USADA. He's like one of the biggest examples.
To be fair, though, that was those were the times.
In those pictures, you don't see much. I mean, you see a little bit of a difference in the physique, but what's really the difference is in the shocking power. He would just put guys to fucking sleep.
Power, cardio, the way he
Everything.
fought, confidence,
Aggression,
But also, to be
confidence.
fair to Johnny, those were the times.
Everybody was on. Everybody was
Fuck
doing
yeah,
something.
name somebody.
Everybody.
Go ahead,
Oh, yeah.
because that was my era.
Everybody.
Those
was
were
doing
also the TRT eras where you could do it legally.
Not everyone. They turned me down. Whatever.
They turn you down for TRT?
Yeah, they wouldn't
Turn
let me
you
have
down?
it.
Why would that happen?
I don't know. Haters, man.
I think it was already weird because Nate Marquardt was like from your area.
Correct. And
Already
he really
got
fucked us
He
up.
got popped like alien levels.
Yeah.
They were like, I remember that fight got canceled.
Yep.
We were at the weigh-in and his
Yep.
fight got canceled. And I was like, what is going on? They're like, he's at like he could die. His levels of testosterone are so
Like
high.
his alien fucking
it.
blood.
1900
Yeah.
or something.
I think it was
Oh,
like
it was like 24. It's like
was something
super
insane.
dangerous. He had nitrous
Something
oxide
insane.
in his fucking bloodstream. And then all of us were going to the same doctor. And then that doctor's like, see ya. Closed up shop. I'm like, hey,
yeah, probably good move for
I
the
just
doctor.
got the deposit, bud.
Well, a lot of these doctors are dorks, and they think they're going to be able to take these out. I know what I could do with you because they didn't. They're just like, oh, GRT's legal, great. We're gonna fucking bang you up with all these other different.
but they don't
things.
get the commissions and all that. And you're
No.
dealing with high level sports.
Right. And how many of those doctors have ever been like through the whole testing
Yeah,
process?
it's an-
That's why
and-
Balco is so big.
Yeah, sure. The clear.
You know, I fuck with now, and like I'm in probably the best shape since I fought is that Transcend with like peptides, TRT.
What's Transcend? Is it a company?
It's a company that you do your blood work like probably at least every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, and they monitor everything. All right, you should be taking this, and this, and it's a script plan. They send it to you.
Oh, nice.
You just start taking everything, then they check your blood work. Like that's what Cowboy's on, Bradley Martin, like all the like.
Peptides, I hear, really. I had a
That's what I
doctor
do out
come
here
to
with
my
Ways
house.
to Well. Same deal. Ways to Well is exactly.
I've
the
never
same.
felt
peptides?
better. I've never
Yeah.
felt better.
Oh yeah, plenty of peptides.
What-
They,
do
they
you
have stuff
think?
for your cognitive, like for me, I need my fucking brain to get after getting punched. So cognitive, energy, everything.
Because I had a doctor. He looked great. 65. He's a friend of mine, Jeff. He shows up at my show, and I was like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Peptides."
Yeah, peptides are incredible. Yeah, that's why they keep outlawing them.
Yep.
The FDA
Really?
keeps. Yeah, they got rid of thymosin because it was helping people get over COVID.
That's how you know they're good.
No reason for it to get rid of it. Now they're trying to get rid of BPC 157. No reason.
I
That's
stocked
That
up
shit
on
fixed
it.
my stomach.
BPC 157.
Yeah. Shit's magic.
This fight is interesting.
Now I'm a guinea pig. I shoot myself about 7 times a day, but whatever.
As long as you feel good.
Oh yeah, I don't give a fuck.
You know what irritated me is the Balco people. The Balco people got caught because they went through the trash and they had their names written on the list.
Yep.
That was Novinsky,
It's
right?
like, how the fuck
No.
you got my name?
Nowitzki caught him. Yes.
The Balco people?
Yeah. Nowitzki's the head guy that caught him.
Yeah,
where I made his
they,
name.
yeah, they
Victor
caught him going
Conte
through the
was
garbage.
Victor Conte's the
Victor
man.
Conte knew his shit, man.
Anybody want a
Fuck yeah.
cigar?
Yes, please.
Like how you do a crime and write it down and put it in the trash?
I'd be pissed. If I was Barry Bonds, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's like,
funny.
do you know what's at risk here?
You put a
What's at
signed
stake?
baseball in the trash,
You
bitch?
wrote the fucking.
Yeah, that's how you
wrote it
got
in the
caught.
trash.
Dude, homeboy can kick. He's kicking his lower legs. He's doing that Pierre thing where he doesn't turn his hips over. He just soccer kicks your fucking calf. He's tough as shit.
Oh, Joe.
Shower bullet.
Oh my god.
Joe, let me ask you this. If you're, back to the Connor thing, if you're Michael Chandler, what do you do?
Fight
Wait-
somebody.
You fight somebody.
Yeah, Max Holloway, BMF. I hear people are talking about that fight. That's an amazing fight. He needs money.
Doing the sphere.
You can't not fight for 2 fucking years.
He's pretty good. He's very smart, has a bunch of businesses.
I'm sure, but wouldn't it be nice if he was making millions over those 2
Yes,
years?
yes.
Like, even if you're doing well, 2 years is a long time. He's got a family.
Yeah, and he's paid pretty handsomely from the UFC, you know? Yeah. Max Holloway, him BMF title. I like Max at 55 anyway.
No, I smell it. Well,
I do too, but the
Topuria
problem
went
is
hard in the paint.
they want Topuria, excuse me, versus Max. That's what Max wants.
I don't
that's
like
what
it.
He wants next. You don't like that?
Well, don't get me wrong. That's a
That's
great
45?
fucking fight. Yeah, I like Max at 55, especially now. He's getting a little older with his output. I think he can do a lot of damage there.
He's not old, dude. He's like 32.
Bro, in fighting years,
Yeah.
he's 77. You know what I'm saying?
Sorta.
How many
fucked
punches
up.
he's thrown?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
77
true.
years old.
Yeah,
But he's so
taking-
smart. His
Oh, no.
style's so good.
Dude, outside, and if Islam goes to 170, I mean, I don't see why Max can't be champ.
I'm the best boxer in the UFC. Maniac.
Fucking
motherfucker's
coolest guy
impossible
alive,
to
too.
take down.
Shower bullet. Well, he's gotten a lot better with his takedown defense, but Tricoli's not exactly Bo Nickel.
No.
But it's a good
That
fight.
is tough though. Rough.
But the thing is, like, Schaub Bullet's going to face this with every. That was a nice elbow in the clinch.
Yeah, it's gonna get dicey for him if he keeps
just
winning.
got him off. Wow.
Oh, he just hurt Tricoli.
Yeah, he
Tricoli's
did.
in trouble.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, he did.
Dropped on a single.
Yep.
Dude, what do you do if you're the UFC? You put all this stock in Hamzat. He's just eventually they should go fuck it. We got to move on.
So, did he get food poisoning? Is that what happened?
Somebody from his team said that, and
But then they backed off that story.
such a bad story. Come on, fellas.
Did they back off the story?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
What are
I
they
think
saying
Darren
now?
Till said something. I don't remember.
What are they saying
Bo
now?
Nickel alluded to the fact that he's always partying, like hanging out all the time.
That Hamzat is?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, Hamzat's got a lot of bread, bro.
He does?
Got a lot of money. Yeah.
How's
yeah.
that?
He's hanging out with some people that have a lot of money.
And the same people Khabib's hanging out with. You ever seen what Khabib has?
Yeah, he's got
Have you
some
ever looked
money.
at the land he owns in Russia?
Well, when you're friends with Putin,
They take care of their athletes, especially if they're fighting.
yeah,
Bro.
Also the Arabs, also the Saudis and stuff. Love
Yeah.
Khabib is wherever
Well-
he goes and should be.
Well,
treated that
Hamzat
way.
is friends with that Kardyev guy, the guy who's the
Yes.
leader of Chechnya.
Yeah, he
he'll
won
kill
he
you.
won a Nobel Peace Prize.
He'll kill
Did
you.
he really?
No, he did not. No,
I was like,
he's-
what the fuck are you talking about?
He's
Did I
not.
get that letter?
He is not. He's a warlord.
There was a guy who used to fight for the UFC who left the UFC and went to work for him, and like his second guy,
Who's that?
some dude, and then he wound up getting killed.
Kardyev.
I forget the guy's name.
course.
Yeah.
But he fell out, and then
Yeah, Kadyrov's father was blown to smithereens, and I believe he witnessed his father.
Do you think they're arguing about pronouns out there?
No. In fact, Hollywood basically, what was it? Boycotted Chechnya because Amnesty International said that the Chechen government was killing and torturing gay people.
they definitely are.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
Chechens went, oh no.
Yeah, he was like, he was
We're not
actually
getting the new Buzz Lightyear.
No, Kardyev had a ceremony because he was sanctioned more than any other leader by all the Western European countries in America, and he was given an award for being basically the biggest asshole. He threw himself the award. He was awarded.
Yeah,
the
with
guy.
Hamzat, it's tough
Whoa.
if the UFC because we don't even know if he can fight in the States, right?
Yeah.
He can't fight here, and then
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
he has the longest COVID ever, right? He keeps getting hurt.
Well, the
Yeah.
problem with him was when he got COVID, he would not stop training until he had full blown COVID, and he was just beating his body into the ground every day. And
It's
then
a
wound up in
shame,
the
man.
hospital multiple times in the
I
hospital.
know it's a shame. He's
Yeah.
the fucking boogeyman that might never come.
But when he fights, it's fucking pretty goddamn exciting.
Yep.
Although I did think Kamaru beat him in the third round. I was like, if that was
Correct.
a 5-round fight, that's a difficult fight for him.
Yep.
Because you're dealing with a real champion, knows how to pace himself, guy who's been there, struggled before, knows what it feels like.
Also, he really doesn't have a significant win at 85.
No.
He's never beat 85 or
Not a real good one. Joe Miroshart, he's beaten a couple of guys.
not like
the Hamzat
not
thing
that
was short notice.
Not that tip of the spear.
Excuse
though.
me, the Usman thing was not the tip of
He
the
knocked out.
And then you're going to go to Robert Whitaker?
Right.
But I think the fact
Big
that
leap.
did he come in having 2 fights in 2 weeks? Or
In the early days of his career, he did that. Yes.
I think that forever has him in Dana's good graces.
Yeah. Well, he's also incredibly exciting.
Dude, Tricoli's taking
one of my
it now.
favorites.
He's taking a beating right now.
Well, Schaub Bullet does wild shit like hook kicks off that front leg.
That's why you like him.
He's got a crazy gas tank. Look at him! He keeps hammering that front
Well,
leg.
he does hook kicks from like an open stance, which is weird. Not even bladed. He does he stands like an open stance, like an MMA stance. Lifts like that. Like the way he throws that front leg.
Front foot,
His left leg is so interesting.
Also, nothing's better when you see a Dagestani and you assume wrestling, and then they're all striking.
Yeah.
Like Zabit.
Yeah, isn't it weird?
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
when you see him, you're like, what the fuck?
God, I miss Zabit.
The man.
God, he was good.
By the way, what's his name? Who's about to fight Whitaker? He's got a hell of a jab, and he's a very good
Askarov.
striker.
Yeah. Askarof's good, man. He's very good.
He's very good. It's a tough fight for Robert Whitaker.
Yeah.
I actually think he's going to win.
Askarov?
I do.
Interesting.
I tell you, well,
What?
It's a good fight. I'll tell you
I
that.
think it's a very good
Askarov,
fight.
the only loss that he has is Hamzat, and Hamzat caught him with a perfect uppercut.
And Hamzat said it was his toughest fight ever.
yeah, now, yeah, and
Oh,
that's exactly
Tricoli's
right.
in
He
trouble.
never took him down.
Tricoli's hurt. Tricoli's hurt.
Yeah, I knew this was going to
Oh.
happen. He's just too tired, man. He's giving up.
Oh.
I love the body shot.
Oh,
Look
he
at
dropped, and that's it. Shara
wow.
Bullet. Shara
Wow.
Bullet. Let's go.
Damn, that was good.
Well, he just kept getting caught with shit.
With one eye,
One-eye
bro.
assassin. Good for him.
I
And
love
showed
Brother.
way better takedown defense in this fight. So obviously he's
Better.
been training on that.
Yeah.
Way better. But obviously Tricoli's, again, not an elite wrestler, but fucking good fight.
There's not enough hours in the day to get him to elite level of wrestling.
Bro, they're so close to creating new eyeballs. Give this
Are
guy
they?
2 eyes, he's
I
gonna
hope
fuck
so.
everybody
I
up.
hope so.
Michael Bisping's gonna be reading signs at a distance.
I hope so, dude.
Yeah, they're close, man.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're close to developing artificial eyes. There's so much going on with medical science.
Yeah, there is.
But they can't fix hair.
You know what? He might not
They
want
can't
it.
fix hair.
Ain't
They
that a
can
bitch?
they can kind of grow your hair back now.
How?
If you get on it early.
Look
yeah.
at Cowboy.
Like what?
Cowboy has a full set of hair. Went to
Yeah,
Turkey.
but he got hair transplant.
Fuck that. I want to grow hair. When are they going to do that for me?
You're gonna be
Dude, even
dead
if I
by-
had hair, I'd shave my head.
Yeah,
I really
it's
would.
Oh,
easier,
you
right?
can't. Oh no,
Yeah.
no, you can't.
Yeah, you
I
can't
have
be
a
all of
good
a sudden
head.
you have a whole
It doesn't.
head of hair.
No, it's
I have a good head for being bald. I wish I had shaved my head earlier. I really do.
I'm surprised they
didn't
haven't.
know how good
they
I
don't
look
have,
bald.
they don't have dick transplants.
They do.
Word?
Yes.
use your
Yeah,
thumb.
people have had their dick blown
Yes.
off, like soldiers and shit. Yeah,
They
they're
use your
giving them.
thumb.
No, they give them a new dick. They give
Yes.
them a donor dick.
Yeah.
But they can't give you donor balls. You know why? Because the balls will always forever contain the sperm of the person who died. So, like, if you died and you gave your dick to Brian, Brian would have your kids. Brian would be able to shoot
that's
your
better than nothing.
but it's crazy because you could shoot someone else's loads into a person and make your kids, and you're not even alive
That'd
anymore.
be pretty lit though,
Pretty lit.
if you get the right genetics.
If you like sign off on it,
Yeah.
If you say I agree to let Brian have my kids,
Yeah.
he's a
Yeah.
good dude.
Yeah.
Brian's like,
Yeah.
I'm down. How tall is he?
He's probably got a big hog. Let's go.
Donate my dick to science. Your DNA won't even be mixed with it a little bit.
Nope. 100%. It'll be the person who owns the testicles, their dick.
They could fix that with stem cells.
No. You can't fix that. I mean, it's literally the DNA is embedded into the testicles. So your DNA would be. It's not like for the first couple of loads. It's forever. Forever.
How far away do you think we are from all that? 20 years?
Well, they've given people dick transplants.
Right.
That's
I'm
already
saying
happening.
like eyeballs and being able to grow tissue.
Yeah, about 20 years.
Yeah.
But they're also going to be able to, I think in 50 years, you know, all this transgender shit, they're going to be able to change your sex.
Yes.
For real.
Yes, yes.
Like they're going to give you double X chromosome, you're going to go to XY.
Bro,
Or-
as soon as you can go back and forth, we're in trouble.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But, you know, we're the XYs. We're the last of the Mohicans. You know, one of the things that they found is that Neanderthal DNA in humans, none of it is the Y chromosome. They can't find Neanderthal DNA in Y chromosome. They find it in X chromosome. So it's all women being fucked by Neanderthals.
Really?
So yeah. It's all
That would make sense.
human women being fucked by Neanderthal
that
men.
makes sense.
Well, Neanderthal women being fucked by human men.
No, he's just a caveman.
No.
No.
Okay.
No, it's the Y. You know, we're XY, women are XX. You cannot, they can't find the Y. It was at least an article I read. I mean, I don't know if it's accurate.
Facts.
Wild, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you know there's a theory that Neanderthals, you know, we want to think that Neanderthals look like us. They're just different, kind of like fucked up heads and big bones. And they
Big
were real
eyebrows.
thick. They were
Yeah.
just like way heavier and denser. But there's this crazy theory that they looked like gorillas. And that we don't know what they looked like on the outside. And that they had big eyes that they could see at night like cats.
God damn.
Because they had eyes that are much larger than our eyes.
You think we were just smarter than them?
Yeah, but also there's theories that they hunted us. There's some pretty cool documentaries on it.
But wouldn't they be more thinner?
No, they were bigger.
We're
They were
positive they're
short.
bigger?
Yeah, they were short but really heavy. They were like 5'7", 210 pounds, and
they're-
like
they-
freakishly
Strong,
strong,
yeah.
like a chimp.
So they're built like you.
Yeah, but freakishly strong like a chimp. You know, like not like a human, like me. I'm strong for a human.
Yeah.
They're strong like a chimp because massive bones, massive tendons.
Dense,
Everything's
thick.
dense, much bigger, thicker, heavier bone structure. Everything different.
Is that what makes chimps so strong? Their tendon strength?
Everything makes them strong. First of all, how much plyometrics do those guys do?
God damn.
They're just throwing their
trees?
body through the trees every day,
Parkour.
throwing themselves around.
But there's just neck and head.
I don't know how accurate it
I mean,
is,
head and
but I
shoulders.
also heard they don't have any medium
Twitch.
twitch muscle fibers.
It's all fast.
fast.
So it's all
fast or
fast
slow?
or
And
slow.
they go from 0 to 100 when it comes to anger.
Like they can
It's
go
I'm
gentle, like rubbing a
relaxed or I'm-
baby, or just rip your fucking arm off.
Yeah.
But they
That makes
can't-
sense. That's all you need in the wild. The wild, you ain't running any
You don't
marathons.
even-
Right.
You're not out there jogging. Nice slow jog, working
Yeah.
on your fucking
Yeah,
zone
Cameron
2.
Haynes isn't.
Yeah. There's no zone
I'll
2
run
in
the
the
animal
wild.
down.
Shower bullet, one tooth too. One eye, one tooth.
Giant
He
head.
was on the prelims too. They bumped him up.
Yeah, well, they lost a lot of good fights. which is just how it goes with this fucking sport, man.
It's been
When you-
really rough this past month. They're like, God.
I know, especially this card. Jamal Hill versus Carlos Oberg. I was really looking for Jamal versus Khalil. Khalil is fucking scary.
Khalil's my
And for
boy.
Jamal, I kind of like that Jamal. I hate that Jamal hurt his knee, but I kind of like that he's not jumping right back in after getting KO'd, because I know everybody wants to do that because I got to get it back. But the reality is, he got fucking flatlined by
Correct.
one of the scariest punchers on earth.
They're doing him a favor. And I'm not saying he couldn't win the fight. I think for the longevity of his career, it's better that he got hurt.
Oberg's fucking scary too,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
And so's Khalil.
Very scary.
Khalil fights like you just killed his dog. He really does. Khalil's
He's the man.
terrifying, and his fucking technique is so sharp.
Here we go.
Oh, Kelvin's next.
Kelvin.
Kelvin's
versus
an instrument.
D-Rod.
Misses all that weight. You know he has a show called Missing Weight where he eats food?
That's hilarious.
He's
and
a
then he
wild-
missed weight.
he's a
He was
wild
eating
one,
tacos.
dude.
He goes, definitely ain't making weight.
Yeah.
And that came out like a week ago.
He is a wild, rough dude.
Kelvin.
He's so talented.
Bro,
too.
I had a conversation with him maybe 8 years ago at the store. 8 years ago.
He was always at the store.
Always at the store. We were hanging out, and I said, Kelvin, if you just got disciplined and dropped down to 170, you're a world champion. And he's like, I know. Meanwhile, here we are.
Yeah.
8 years later, he's fighting 185.
He's like, I
He
know,
couldn't
I know.
make weight.
Check out this new show.
That's crazy.
Check out this burrito I just ate.
That's so funny, man. Yeah, because he's 5'8". I mean,
Yeah.
he's not taller than
85, yeah. And now
Yeah.
think about it. Even at 85, I went toe to toe. One of my top 5 middleweight fights, him versus Izzy.
You mean,
Oh, my God.
Sonya?
How about when Izzy at the end of the round
There's
said,
no
I'm
problem
prepared
here.
to die?
Yeah, he goes,
He
there's
said,
no
I'm
problem
prepared
here.
to
my
die.
switch one.
Gangster.
What was that, Jim? He was like looking at Adam, said, I'm prepared to die.
Yep. Well, that's because who was it? Who was the ref? Herb Dean goes, you okay? He goes, is there a problem? He goes, there's no problem here. I'm ready to die. Fucking
Izzy, different level.
different level shit.
Izzy.
There it is. Look, rating best tacos ever. Missing weight with Kelvin Gaslin.
That is so funny. It's so funny that
That
it's
was
called
4 weeks
that.
ago.
It's so funny
Yeah,
that
he's
it's
a
called
maniac.
that. That is such a funny name.
Does he? At least does he own the place?
Nope.
No, he just does a.
He just loves tacos.
Like a lot of these guys, they have to do something as they're phasing out of their career. And some of them do a podcast, they do different things. But Kelvin's just known for being. I mean, he's just an incredible fighter, but not that weight. That's not his weight. But meanwhile, he goes down to 170. Who's he fight? Sean Brady, who's a fucking gorilla. Who's so. Sean Brady was here on the podcast. And
He's the man.
He was walking in front of me, and we were walking into the studio. His back is like. It's like a triple back.
Yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
like got triple back muscles.
He's fighting Gilbert Burns.
Ooh, I
He's
like
such
that.
a
When is
beast.
that?
They announced, I think, September. I have to check that.
I've,
Jim.
I've talked to people that train with him. Said his fucking top pressure
Sean Brady?
is awful.
Savage.
The chart.
What's
the
he
man.
weigh? What's he walk around? 200 probably.
Oh, easily 200. I'm 200. He's way bigger than me. Like I'm looking at his back. His back was fucking massive, man.
Jesus.
He's so thick.
Yeah.
So fucking strong
So
and
strong.
elite technique, man. His jiu-jitsu technique
jiu-jitsu.
is so good.
But he's a wrestler first, right?
He started out wrestling, a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but really good striking too.
Yeah.
But he's got that one loss. But, it's to
Bilal.
Bilal. Bilal's elite too.
Bilal's fucking good. No one gives him credit. Now, when Bilal being like, oh, Brady's just not very good, then you find out Brady's pretty fucking good, and
Brady's-
that's how good Bilal is.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how
Bilal's
Bilal is.
really fucking
Yeah,
good.
world
And
class.
that was also Bilal training with Khabib and
Correct.
Islam and those guys in Dagestan, which
Yeah.
I think brought him to a totally new level.
Bilal told me that like just standing up against Khabib is pretty much impossible for him.
Good
like he was
story,
wrestling.
dude. Hey, give me the lighter.
T-Rod.
D-Rod.
Dude,
He's a fun
D-Rod
one.
can
D-Rod was
throw
so
his
pissed.
hands.
He was so pissed because Kelvin was so heavy he couldn't even do a catch weight, bro.
Headline Fight Night, September 7th. Let's go.
Look at Kelvin.
Yeah.
D-Rod
is-
was pissed because he was like, bro, who doesn't make weight? Like, and he goes, and we were down to do a catch weight. He's too heavy. He can't even do a catch weight.
Wait.
Yeah.
Did,
They were supposed to do a catch weight?
Yeah.
What was it supposed to be?
I think they tried, so they were going to do 175, and they're like, can't do it. 180, can't do it.
God damn.
so Kelvin did make weight though. He made 185.
He made
Yeah.
185.
Well, 185
Yeah.
is what they agreed
Yeah.
to.
But D-Rod
made the weight.
also trains with Joe Schilling.
Yeah, LA's finest.
But D-Rod started as
D-Rod's
a boxer,
fun.
I think. Yeah.
He's fun. This will be a good fight as long as it doesn't go to the ground.
This will be an entertaining fight, yeah.
I think it's going to be a slugfest.
It should be,
Yeah.
most likely. Calvin is fucking dangerous on the
Yeah, he
feet,
is.
man. His combinations are so fluid. He's so sharp and fluid off the feet. It's just like if Calvin had the kind of discipline that like Kamaru Usman has, he
World
would have been a
champion.
world champion. World champion. I mean, you remember when he fought Uriah Hall?
Fuck yeah.
I mean, everybody was like, Uriah Hall's the next Anderson Silva. And
He
Kelvin's
beat him in
like,
the Ultimate Fighter finale.
Yep.
He said, cool story. Check this out.
yep.
Beast,
Look
man.
at I mean, come on,
He's
man.
a beast. Where did he wrestle at? Because he started
How
as a
about when he
wrestler.
knocked out Bisping? My
In
God.
China?
Oh, my
Yeah.
I
bro.
hated that for Bisping. That drove me nuts.
Bro, his,
Tim
his
Kennedy?
One,
Oh,
the
my
Tim Kennedy.
God.
There's the Bisping one. I mean,
Oh, my God. He's a beast. He is a beast.
he's a fucking animal, man.
All those clips are from a long time ago.
That's the problem. He had the window.
I don't mean to be a hater, but
The window was there. The window
That
was
was
there.
some real hate.
no, I was hating.
I think he trains out of Cejudo's camp, right?
Yeah, they're boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're
those
both
guys
drinking
train
and
their-
eating together.
They
Yeah,
train
yeah,
their
yeah.
ass off. Those guys.
That was from 15 years ago.
But that's real, man.
It's I mean, I wish that guy would show up.
That left hand was something serious.
Fuck yeah, he can crack, man.
It's
He's a
so
savage.
hard to maintain the fucking grind, and that's what's up.
Not if you, especially if you don't love it.
Yeah, I think after a while they don't love it anymore because it just breaks their
Well,
body.
and also the worst part. The
Injuries.
worst part of fighting is cutting weight. Those last 5 pounds is the worst of the worst, and you're getting older and he enjoys
I
food,
thought
and
there
you're
was a-
out for a while.
I thought
Or
there
just
was a
injuries,
movement
too, right? Nagging
weight
shit.
to cut out to get weight cutting out of the sport.
that was me. That was only me. Nobody listened.
But he also-
I fucking brought it up to them the moment they bought the UFC.
What?
I pulled Ari aside and I said, "Hey, this is what you should do. You really want to do this? Blow up the weight classes, cut out all the weight cutting, make a big deal about it. It's the most dangerous thing in the sport. Outside of getting kicked in the head, it's the most dangerous thing in the sport, and it's unnecessary. Getting kicked in the head is a part of the sport. There's no way you're going to get around it. But the most dangerous thing outside of that is weight cutting, and we can eliminate that."
Is it too late though?
Yeah.
Oh, it's never happened.
They don't listen to me, man.
How would you do it though?
No one listens to me.
No, but you can't.
No
You-
one
you-
listens
you-
to me.
You need weight classes, and then also Joe also wants there to be no cage and have it on an open field.
Brian feels the same
No,
way.
I
Talk
agree.
about
That's
karate
fucking
combat.
So yeah,
Stupid.
when we went to karate, when we went to
I'm
karate
plenty
combat, man,
stupid.
No,
I don't know about the fighting itself, but when we went to karate combat, it was just more entertaining to not have the cage in the
No,
ring.
you gotta have the cage. It started as cage
No,
fighting.
no. You don't have to have it. What you need is a basketball court.
that's so fucking.
No.
Well, we went to see Gordon Ryan compete Thursday night, right?
Yeah.
You see everything.
It's
We
awesome.
saw him on the mat.
There's still a mat, but it's not a basketball court size mat, right?
It's a
Still
big-ass mat.
but still controlled.
Right, but it's a
They
big-ass
also gotta
mat.
stay in bounds, though, right?
Yeah, they got to stay in
Yeah.
bounds. They move him back into bounds, which is what it should be.
Yeah, well, the karate combat shit had like blood sport walls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with a ramp.
Yeah, a little
with
ramp.
ramps, and it, but not,
You can't have ramps though, because then people would use the ramp.
It's too easy to get taken down. It's
but-
too easy to get taken down
but
when you get pushed to the ramp.
But people use the cage.
But the cage stops you from getting taken down. The ramp, you fall.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Like
Cage
if
is a
someone's
huge
pushing you
advantage.
and you're near stairs, you're gonna fall down.
But you know what? You know what it cut out? It cut out all the running away.
Yep.
It forced the action.
Yep. It
know?
does. It does. Yeah,
That's
I
the
agree.
idea behind the ring.
I think a flat surface is the move. The large flat surface, and then have danger zones where you can get a point deducted if you enter into the danger zone too many times. If there's like a warning track on the outside, make the warning track big enough
That's
so a guy
good.
can adjust and get back in.
That makes
but
sense.
too many times in the warning track should be deducted from your total score, and you could have a large enough surface, and everyone will be able to see everything. We'll be able to see
Or-
everything.
How would you get them
or-
to not cut so much
or
weight?
we can elevate that motherfucker. Right?
No, but then people fall off and they
right,
die.
But you lose if you fall off.
No,
like,
they no.
like
Someone will
Soul
push you
Train.
off like
Kumite.
sumo. Then they'd sumo.
Yeah,
wrestle
sumo. Or like kumite.
Yeah,
Blood sport.
it's another way to lose.
You. No.
Hey, here's the thing. We like for Dana, it's a business, right? So we got to sell this thing. It's tough to fucking sell. Like PFL has the playoff system. I was watching last night. I'm like, the fuck.
Look, if Dana loses 7 million one night and strokes out, and they come to me, that's what I do. I tell them this is what you're gonna do.
Strokes out over 7 mil.
He just goes crazy. Fucking
Joe, what should we do,
Bro.
Just ruin the business.
hanging out with him, gambling will give you the craziest fucking anxiety.
Really?
He's a wild boy.
Oh my god! I walked in and he was $600,000 down.
Did you see him on? Did you see him on Shannon Sharp on Club Shay Shay?
No, I didn't.
He was great on there.
He was great on there, and he talked about it openly. Like,
Yep.
He was like, his dream is to bet $1 million a hand. He wants to bet $1 million hand. Him and Shannon Sharp started reminiscing about this old blackjack place, and he said his strategy is this: his first bet is always the highest. So he goes in on the first bet with the highest.
That's a high. But he also explained. I didn't hear him. I don't know if he talked about this on Sharp's podcast, but on Schultz's podcast, he was talking about because Schultz brought it up. He goes, "And you're banned from those casinos." He goes, no. It's fucking stupid. I'm not banned. What happens is I win so much and I take money from them. So what they do is the reserve, whatever it used to be 10 million, they drop it to like 5,000. So I'm just not going to play there. He's like, nobody gets banned. He goes, you only get banned if you're cheating. He goes, so anyone those rumors that I'm banned, he's like, I'm not banned. They just don't want me to play there.
They did something with him back in the day at the Palm.
He talked about it. Yeah, he said he took him for so much money. They went cool, and he went back like shortly after he won all like millions of dollars. He came back and they're like, yeah, your reserve's $5,000 now. He's like, the fuck? No, I play like $1 million. They're like, not anymore, because they don't want him there.
They pulled the rug from.
Yeah, they're
under
like, no, you can play.
Red Rocks is like, come on down.
Yeah.
That's where we went. We went to Red Rocks.
Wow.
It was nuts, man. It was, your hands get sweaty just watching them. And then him and Taylor Luan was
Love
gambling
him.
with him, and he tells Taylor how to bet. In 5 minutes, they were down $120,000.
Jesus Christ!
And I'm just sitting there. I'm scratching. I'm sweating. I can't take that shit. I don't like like that kind of gambling. Doesn't make sense to me.
No.
I'm like, yeah.
You know what is the experience is fun when you have a good dealer and it's just you and them, and maybe you and a couple of friends. And the dealer's telling you how to bet, so you don't got to be an expert.
Yeah,
And
if it's like $20 a hand.
Right.
Dude, when you're talking millions though,
I don't care how rich I am. I can't do that.
I'm with you. I couldn't do that either. I think I could do it once as an experience, but when they're going like a few times a week,
Yeah,
the fuck?
I don't get it.
Or he's on vacation and hires like somebody to do it on the boat.
I tell you what I like. I like gambling on skill games. Like gambling on pool. If you're gambling on pool for a lot of money, I want to watch that. That's exciting to me. Gambling on cards, like who knows what the card's going to be? Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
It's not for me.
I don't
Like you don't like games of chance.
No. I don't like them at all. I don't like them at all. I mean, I know there's skill to it. I understand there's like ways that you can make it like lean more towards your advantage. But
Here we go.
I like games where you're in control of your own destiny.
Correct.
Here we go.
Look at Kelvin.
Wow, D-Rod's coming out hot.
Yeah.
You should too.
Yeah, well, especially probably thinks that Kelvin's probably out of shape. I mean, Calvin had a tough camp.
Thick.
He probably he's always thick though, and with skinny ass legs.
Yep.
You know, he doesn't have big legs, but damn, that dude gets some power.
And his gas tank's ridiculous.
Like, look at his butt.
He got that corn. He got that
zero
corn
butt.
body.
He got zero butt.
Yeah, he's a guy who you wouldn't think can kick ass to that level.
Oh,
No,
he's
he's
so
such
good.
a stud.
Like
He's so good.
if you fought him on the beach, you'd be like, all right, well, this guy looks like he's out of shape.
I'm gonna whoop
And then you'd
SpongeBob's ass.
Yeah, and
you know,
then
he's
you'd
built
get-
like
you'd get-
SpongeBob.
Dude, look at
Didn't
his
somebody
eyes.
show that
Find out.
having that little gut gives you more power?
Absolutely not.
No,
You don't want that. You don't want that.
Hips.
But he's got look at
Hips.
his back, man. I mean, he's not small.
No.
His back is dense.
And he
as
has one of
fuck.
the greatest chins.
He's
Oh,
also
my
got
God.
speed, actually. He's surprisingly fast, man.
Yeah, he's got like fluid combinations,
Yes,
man.
yes.
And he has a head like a Rottweiler.
And look, his head movement is good.
Really good.
He
He's
does
very
everything
skillful.
high level. Oh, of course. It's just
Bro.
a discipline thing.
Yeah, it's just a discipline thing. I think he could have been an absolute world champion at 170.
It's almost
I
too,
mean,
it's too
what
late
is he,
now.
like 35 now? How old is he? He's
Yeah,
not
it's,
even
it's
that
too,
old.
it's too, well, 35's tough.
How old is Kelvin, Jamie?
He'll put
He's been fighting for a hot
32,
second.
I think, 33.
33?
32.
32? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
32.
Bro, that's crazy. As long as he's been around,
Yep.
Uriah Hall's out of the game. Uriah Hall's already done retired.
How many
Calvin
fights does he
Gastelum,
have, though,
only
Jamie?
32.
He could fight. He could suck down at 70 and fight 3 more years if he really got serious.
He's not going to suck down
That's
to
tough,
70.
B.
Also, those guys down at 70, they're enormous now.
I know.
You missed that boat.
I know.
28th fight.
Monsters.
28 fights.
fight.
He's 32. It's tough. At 170, it's very tough.
Well, also,
And
those
you have discipline
170
issues?
guys are gigantic. Imagine him and Michael Venom Page. Michael Venom Page is so big.
Yeah.
You know, how about Michel Pereira before he
Big
dropped
boys.
down? They made him fight up to 185. He was so big.
There are
Ian
people, there
Gary's
are people
fucking
that
huge.
fight it there walking around with, right? Aren't there people that don't cut?
There's a few, but it's very rare.
Not too
Frankie
many.
Edgar is like the last of the Mohicans when he was fighting at 55. He actually weighed 155 pounds. But damn, he was so durable. Because he didn't cut the weight, he could bounce back. He wasn't depleted. These guys all deplete the fuck out
Yeah,
of themselves.
now it's like a science. It should be.
Frankie fought at 55? I thought
Yes.
he fought at 45.
Nah, man.
No, he
One of the
started his
best
career
ever
at 55.
That's amazing because the
beat BJ
55
Penn
was
at
a huge
55.
too.
He beat BJ in his prime at 55.
His fights against Ben Hendo. I mean, Gray Maynard.
Gray Maynard fights were crazy.
Yep. they were.
Whenever you see a fight that gets stopped too quickly, watch the fucking Frankie Edgar Gray Maynard fights because Jesus Christ,
Yep.
they could have stopped those fights 100 times.
Yep. Oh,
Damn, nice jab by Kelvin.
Nice jab.
Bro, people forget Kelvin is fucking good. And if you're just going to stand with him, it's super dangerous.
Footwork's incredible.
He's beaten and almost beaten the best in the world.
It's his head movement, man. His head movement's incredible. And it's just, the punches are so fluid.
He does everything well.
He reaches like, it's got, look at that.
But D-Rod's solid too, man.
But he can stand at the edge of the pocket, man. He knows exactly how far your reach is. Look at that.
I'm surprised Kelvin's not going for a takedown too long. Could be a cardio issue.
Look at the way he's standing. He knows exactly.
He hardly ever does, though. You know, Kelvin.
A guy like D-Rod, you'd probably want to shoot in on, but
look at this.
He's having success on the feet, though.
Oh, good
Catching
combination.
him left and right,
Oh,
dude.
Kelvin's teeing off.
Calvin's going to win this fight, man, if this keeps
How
going.
can you
like
say this? It's 122 in the first round.
Because I'm watching
Things happen,
D-Rod
Brian.
get caught.
You got ahead of your wheels.
Am I
D-Rod's
over my
so
skis?
tan.
Yeah.
I'm over my skis.
Definitely
Sorry, guys.
are.
I'm an aristocrat. I use rich man sport analogies.
I think that's the right analogy anyway. I think over your wheels doesn't even exist. I think I made it
Oh,
up right
yeah.
there.
You got
Over
over
your
your
skis.
skis.
It could be over your wheels, though. Yeah.
You could, I guess.
You could.
I mean, you're on a unicycle.
Uh-oh.
Oh, D-Rod.
Look at this. Nodding. Calvin's got a head like a fucking
Yo, how you take a left hand like that?
D-Rod's. Ooh, good shot by D-Rod. Kelvin's.
It's a slugfest. It's exactly what I expected this to be.
Yeah, and that's what Kelvin loves. He
Yep.
loves these kind of exchanges.
Yep.
He forces guys into these extended combination slugfests.
Look at that. Oh, body
nice
shot. Damn.
Nice feint up top and then left to the body.
So I assume if Kelvin wins this fight, he's just going to stay at 85? You know?
Why not? Why not? You got a
You're never
going to
beat those
food show.
Drekus Duplessis guys. Those massive 85ers.
God, he's
There's
excited.
guys at 85.
70's even deeper.
right?
Look
It's
at
true.
Kelvin's. Look at his head. Look at his head movement, slip and
Oh,
slip.
he has one of the best chins ever as well.
But he can
dude.
also slip really well.
Mm-hmm.
He sees those shots coming right in the. He stands right in the pocket. Look at this.
He probably should do some boxing.
Agreed.
Honestly.
Agreed. I'd like to see him fight Jake Paul. How about that? That'd be an interesting fight.
Yeah, it'd be hard to sell.
Get some money. Yeah, it'd be hard to sell because he's
Hard
not
to
a big
sell.
enough name.
Yeah.
Yo, how many people are counting out Mike Perry? Isn't that interesting?
I'm not counting him.
Bro, it's wild to me. And then in all the comments, like, oh, dude, you must think it's bare knuckle. This is boxing. I'm like, oh, you don't know what a fucking dog Mike Perry is.
Yeah, he's a pit bull.
You need to do your goddamn research.
Mike
There's
Perry,
no quit.
He's a game-bred pit bull.
He's going to get in
Game-bred
your
pit bull.
fucking face for all 8 of those rounds. Anyone was like, oh, this is a gimmick fight. I'm like, you're a moron. But you're in the Mike Tyson fight? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Mike Perry's dangerous. That's a super,
The most
super dangerous
dangerous.
fight.
When is the Mike Tyson fight?
It's
December.
supposed to be in November. Supposed to be. But that is, who knows if it's ever going to happen. I mean, Mike has ulcers.
He does.
He's a
The
58-year-old
most
man
old
with
man thing
ulcers.
ever to get
Yeah.
out of the fight.
Oh, Mike.
That's
Mike
like a
Tyson.
CEO problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got on a plane.
Yeah, Mike Perry's fighting in July. It's July 20th.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
In
Mike Tyson
Tampa.
fight is in November. In Tampa, Florida, which is like that's Mike Perry's, like, that's his source. That's like the land
He's
that
Tom
gave
Cruise
birth
down
to
there,
him.
bro. He's the man.
And he's become very famous because of bare knuckle.
Look at Kelvin. Look at
He's
Kelvin.
the face of bare
He's
knuckle.
not tired at
Mhm.
all. He's fine.
Dude, a guy
at that.
because remember in the UFC he wasn't a huge name. He was fun to watch. We didn't have like a great record, and we're like, all right, he's fun, but he's not gonna be world champ. Leaves, so I'm gonna do bare knuckle,
Yeah.
and then just starts being the shit out of all these fucking Hall of Famers.
Crazy.
Like, it's such a fun story, dude.
Bro, you got so many pouches in your mouth, you sound like a squirrel. you sound like a squirrel over there.
I knew you were gonna say something because as I was talking, you go, yeah, and you wait for him to finish. You go, bro. You know, so,
Old squirrel Schaub over there.
Squirrel Schaub.
Oh, D-Rod just let a nice
Chestnut
left
boy.
hand.
This is a very good fight.
hey man, give me some of those smelling salts.
Oh, let's
Oh,
go.
man. Take it easy, bro.
Now you talking.
I could see you, man.
Time to come back. Let's go.
Hips, you gotta move your hips,
Get in
bro.
there, Schaub.
Get your hips into it. Blocking,
Yeah!
Blocking, blocking,
Let's go, Brian.
blocking. Oh, come on, you're good, you're good, you're good.
Man, that one's tough.
Devil horns, devil horns. Swimming.
You're such power, bro. It's wild, dude. yeah, you can.
damn.
Give me one more, bro. That shit wear off?
Get it. Push it back. 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 Yeah, that's it. Oh, dude, no hands? Fucking no hands. Schaub's got no hands.
I'm sweating.
Meanwhile, we're missing this fight.
Silhouette of demons.
Joe, I had no idea you could dance so well.
Yeah, once I get the chair under me and I feel like my legs fit in this little thing.
You got those
Yep.
jeans.
I'm about to take a salsa class. I want to learn how to do the
Really?
Yeah.
I take salsa
You will
every
take
Sunday.
one class and then you'll blow off the next one.
Really?
Yeah, you'll call in like,
You sure as fuck can't do in those Uggs.
Me and my wife have a salsa couple come to
Uggs,
the
you got
house
Uggs
and
on?
teach us.
Usually
every
has
Sunday.
Crocs on.
Oh no, Crocs. My bad.
You
Crocs.
can't salsa with Crocs on?
Brian Simpson has two separate Crocs that he wears to the mothership. One Crocs, which are walking around Crocs, and then he changes them in the green room and puts on his stage Crocs.
What?
Dude, so respect.
amazing.
Respect. I hate Crocs, but respect for that. But my kids had Crocs. Kids love Crocs. Dude, I just middle of the night took them, threw them in the trash.
They fall off.
So comfortable.
I don't understand what everybody's saying.
Salehi Crocs.
Those are what?
Salehi Crocs.
What's that?
It's a collaboration between Crocs and the vice president of Versace. So this is his special.
Oh, it's like a finger. It looks like a
Dude, he's
fingerprint.
missing
based on his
Gaslam. Gaslam's a
thumbprint,
ghost right now. Look at that.
Oh.
Well, yeah, no, see,
they're
look
so-
at him.
they're
Look
so
at him.
comfortable.
Oh,
Cover.
D-Rod. D-Rod came back there.
Nah, he's missing. He's catching glove, catching air.
He caught him with a left hook and a
that's
right
true.
hand
That's
right there.
D-Rod just looks a little stiff.
Well,
D-Rod's tired.
he's
D-Rod's-
older, too.
Tough
D-Rod's
fight.
tired.
Oh,
It's a great fight.
It's a slugfest,
Brian,
man.
you just wear those Crocs for comfort? You're more about comfort?
Mostly, yeah, but I got a fucked up pinky toe, so like sometimes my
you and Conor McGregor.
Yep.
Yeah,
toes
you-
just hurt my feet.
Training.
It's one thing you guys have in
he's on that
common.
Connor training regimen.
You have wide feet?
Yeah, super wide feet. Yeah.
You're asking random questions.
Well, because he wears so
You got
many.
wide feet or?
He wears so many Crocs. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got
nice
like- I got
calf
like
kick
8
and a
pair.
right hook.
I got like all the colors.
Oh, nice jab.
Yeah.
When Calvin gets jumping around on them feet. Oh, this is a wild fight, man.
Moves his head, man. He's just so
This
good.
this fight will get
Slipping
you
those shots, dude.
very confused as to what kind of punches you can actually take in the face.
Calvin looks as good as he's ever looked. I'm sorry.
No,
Come on.
that's
You-
not true.
Did you see the Izzy fight? Shut your fucking
It's
mouth.
so not
he
true.
looks great.
It's so not true.
It's
he
not
looks
true, though,
great
but
right
he looks
now.
good.
He put away world
Okay,
champions.
I get a little
He has
excited.
huge-
I got the
Oh,
smelling
good
salts
left
get me
hand.
excited. Yeah, that was a good left hand. But
The
he
Tim
seems-
Kennedy fight.
Yeah.
God damn, I can breathe after those things.
Every time I think of Gastelum, I just remember the interview where he had some kind of shit on his skin. You know what I'm talking about?
Like staff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kelvin did?
Yeah, he like.
Oh, that was a good left hand by D-Rod.
What a
These Saudi Arabians, like, these fucking Mexicans can fight.
Oh, finally,
Oh, boy. There
takedown.
we go.
Finally. With 0
That's a
seconds
takedown.
to go.
that counts.
That's it. That's the end.
That's a good way to end the round.
Mm-hmm.
And so, is this the co-main?
No.
No. What's the co-main?
Volkov and Sergey Pavlovich.
Oh,
That's a tasty fight.
that's a good.
And
fight.
they were training partners.
That's good
in the
fight.
weigh-in, and the UFC did this to me and Mitrione. At the weigh-ins, Volkov goes, "Why would you accept this fight?" He's like, "I didn't." They're like, "They said you did." He's like, "I didn't." They start fighting. That's what the UFC does. I don't know. Who knows if they do it now? But back
Not
in the day,
accept, but ask for it, right?
like when Joe Silva called me to fight Mitrione, they called me and he called me direct and goes, "Mitrione's asking to fight you, man. I don't know. I think you guys are friends. I think you guys, he wants to fight you." I went, "Matt does?" He goes, "Yeah. We got a contract that's in Toronto if you want to fight." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "Let me think about it." I call Matt. I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck? You want to fight? I thought we were friends." He goes, "I don't want to fight you." I told him no.
That's hilarious.
So what? You don't fight your friends?
Yeah, you don't want to, but sometimes you have no fucking choice.
Hey, bro, we need this bread.
Exactly.
Throw me the fight.
Like me and Shane Carwin had an agreement where we would never fight each other unless it was for the title.
That's a good agreement.
Yeah. Titles, different animal. That
It's
changed
just
your,
so
that changed
hard
your
when
life.
But
You're
can't it,
oh, this is the third round. I thought
Yeah.
that was the second round.
Uh-uh.
Oh, left hand by Kelvin.
it can ruin your friendship, though, right?
Yeah, but you got a family, man.
Especially if you do something to somebody, you really fuck them up. You know.
But title shot, that'll change your life. You win that, you're talking about
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, real
everything.
money. It's everything. That's why you started the sport.
Yeah,
We're friends, but
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a one-on-one sport.
That's right.
It's an individual competition.
That's the only way you get points, right?
Pay-per-view points. Well, not only do you got to win the title, you got to defend it. Then you get points.
Oh, so you don't get points on the.
No.
Oh man.
Does anybody get pay-per-view points on a title possibility?
I mean, don't
Connor would.
Don't you get pay-per-view points if you're headlining now?
No.
If you're main event?
No.
No.
Gaslam's rugged.
You have
as
to be a
fuck,
defending
man.
champion.
He's just rugged.
And depending what weight class too, like Mighty Mouse didn't get pay-per-view points for until his like 5th defense or some shit. Because the UFC's argument was, yeah, we're putting you on there, and you might be main event, but we stack the cards because you're not bringing in the viewership.
What goes down in November? Do they have November set up yet?
John Jones, Stipe,
Is that 100%?
pretty hundo. John Jones leaked it and
back to
took it
training?
down.
I'm
Yeah.
so against that.
You're against
Why?
what?
Why?
I don't want to see Stipe fight no more. The last fight, I was like, he's done. If this is gonna be John's last fight, I wanted to be a like
Brian
Stipe-
Simpson makes a stand.
Stipe's
I don't
not
want
a
to see
challenge.
Stipe fight anymore.
You want to see him fight Tom Aspinall?
Yes. Like imagine him going out like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Really, what I want is the time machine, and I want to go back and
Francis.
keep Francis Ngannou there. I love that Francis made a ton of money. I love that he dropped Tyson Fury. I do not love the Joshua fight. That was sad. Watching him getting KO'd like that against Anthony
Tough.
Joshua, I was like, ooh.
Tough.
He's like, you're just fighting one of the best boxers that's ever competed at heavyweight, who's a knockout puncher, who really knows how to box, who's an Olympic gold medalist, and you've had one boxing
Correct.
fight. One.
Bad idea.
It
You've
wouldn't
had
get
one.
sanctioned usually.
Well,
would it?
one against a hell of a fighter, though.
One of the best.
Yeah.
But a guy who's been drinking and doing coke and barely paying attention.
and didn't take you serious.
Yeah, didn't take you serious, and you dropped him, but then
He also might have had an incentive to keep that fight going for a long time. I'm not saying anything, but
What?
Yeah, I said it.
Who?
Mike Tyson Fury.
Shut the fuck up.
He may have had an
You're
incentive.
ridiculous.
No, I'm
you're
not.
you're so wrong.
No, I'm not.
You couldn't be. Oh yeah, Calvin
You
got
don't
him down
know,
again.
You don't know what they're. You have no idea.
There's
Like,
not a
you
chance
don't
in
know
hell.
what
you
you're-
suggesting
Not a chance in hell.
You don't-
There's not a chance in hell that Tyson Fury carried him.
Huh.
Are you
He was
suggesting
terrified
that
of his
Gypsies
power.
Was up
He
to
got
something?
dropped
No.
with a furious
Wrong.
left hook in the
No.
left round. He got rocked in the 8th round.
No.
Bro, it's the same thing that you see in the Usyk fight. He's not all there anymore. Those fights with Deontay Wilder took
Changed
something
him.
out of him. 100%. Deontay Wilder in those days was the most terrifying knockout puncher in the history of the heavyweight division.
I believe-
And he dropped him twice in that last fight and rocked him bad.
And I feel like we don't
really
appreciate.
badly
I feel
hurt.
like we don't
I-
appreciate Deontay Wilder as much as we should.
You know how it
I
is,
agree.
man. Once a guy loses, you start thinking about him as the guy that just lost.
That's
you don't
so
think
wild
about
to
him.
me.
Yeah,
I don't.
I don't either.
Especially for somebody that started boxing late in life.
I think.
Started when he was 23.
I don't
bro.
think. I
And he-
think.
and
I
he's a
still think
bronze
that
medal
that
winner
Tyson
in the
Fury
Olympics
fight
at 23.
Did you not hear him talking?
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I'm
Interesting.
finishing my thought.
Yeah, but
Because-
you're finishing your thought while he's talking. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but
Go ahead, B.
we were already having our conversation, and then you moved on. I'm saying that the idea that Tyson Fury didn't have a bag of tricks and he didn't carry him, for me, it's very strange to me. It's very strange. I don't know. Maybe he was.
He
Maybe he
looked
didn't
fat.
train at all. I
He
don't
looked
know.
fat. He looked out of shape. You know he was partying. Everybody said he was partying. Like, he's one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, for sure. But he's also fighting a mountain of a man with insane physical abilities that caught him with a vicious left hook in the 2nd round. If he was carrying that dude, all that shit would be out the window after you get dropped and rocked like that.
Oh goddamn!
Here it is. Boom.
It's a weird thing too because you want Francis to go on and make all the money, but you selfishly wish he was still in the UFC to fight John Jones. But even if he fought John Jones, he made 10 times more money fighting Tyson and Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Not even close.
He probably did. He did. Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what he made? What did he make for the Tyson Fury fight?
They announced it. No, I think with the pay-per-views it was like almost 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then Anthony Joshua probably another.
Good amount, yeah.
Yeah, I just think with boxing, especially, I don't know.
The thing
man.
is, no one had seen Francis fight as a boxer, and no one knew what to expect.
He surprised everyone.
But then Anthony Joshua got to study his style and see the holes in his game, and he exploited them like
And-
a fucking professional.
And that's
because
what
he's
I
so
said.
much better.
I said the shock factor is gone, and when he fights Anthony Joshua, this is how it should work. You're going to see how it really goes down. So the MMA guys are like, man, Francis do it. Maybe I'm jumping to boxing. Yes and no.
Yeah.
Because when he fought Anthony, that's really how it should work. That's how the world should work.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Right, unfortunately.
Yes.
But I'll tell you what, if Francis had gotten into boxing when he got
yeah.
into the UFC, he would be a heavyweight champion of the world.
110%.
Speaking of knockout artists, can we give Tank his flowers?
Oh my God,
Like, people
Javante Davis.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
People be talking about how he's not a boxer. Like that
are
motherfucker
you
is so technically.
Who's saying that? He's one of the best.
Well, hold on. He's the best knockout artist in boxing today.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
He knocks out
Monster.
everybody.
He sets up his power shots like a fucking technician.
Savage.
And it's crazy. There's nothing special about the way he looks. Like
He's tiny.
physically,
No, he's tiny.
he doesn't look like a power puncher. He just looks like a regular guy, but his fucking power is extraordinary.
Yeah, bro. And then that little extra something he got from being around Floyd for that little bit.
That helped for sure.
Man,
He and Bud
Him
Crawford.
and Floyd hate each other now.
But he and Bud Crawford
think
are
they
in
hate
a class
each
by
other.
themselves. Crawford's another one. It's just incredible.
Well, I mean, very, very different styles for
Yes,
sure. But
yes.
Gervonta's the most economical. The thing is, like, he keeps you backing up and he wears you out without even using too much energy. And then as he gets you into the later rounds, you're starting to slow down, and he's just warmed up.
Yep.
His boxing IQ's wild.
But
Wild.
those high level guys
Outside that-
figure your patterns out. They just figure out what you're
you
doing.
see all
and
of these things of him like breaking down his opponent, and then they watch the fight that happened, and he was exactly.
He's a
right.
technician, yeah, when it comes to boxing.
yeah, but that's what makes the really good guys good is they can figure you out.
Well, he's been doing this since he was a
Who won
child,
this?
man.
Since
Calvin
he was a
won
kid.
this fight, right?
Yeah, I would assume they
He
get
had
Here we
to
go.
have. He had
Here's
to
the
have.
decision.
He had to have.
Tell you what, I'm really excited. I love how the Saudi Arabian government and the people, the royal families, throwing
The way they
massive
spend their money? Oh, I
and they
know.
want to do Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, and I'm all in.
All in.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
all in on that.
How dope is that guy? Went, oh, I like boxing. Why
Calvin.
don't- They go, why don't these two guys fight? Like, it's
Yeah.
money. He goes, oh, I have money.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, you guys
we
fight.
have a lot of money.
Yeah, and we print it. How much? And they're giving it to
Dude,
him.
that
And the boys are
Canelo
getting
Alvarez?
paid.
Let me tell you something. Saudi Arabia, they could come to the UFC and go, we will buy you for $200
that's gonna happen.
billion.
That's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
And then all of a sudden the UFC is Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what Dana was saying to Shannon about fighter pay. He was like, "Yeah, these guys got so much money, they don't care if they lose money." He's like, "I care if I lose money."
Unless he's gambling.
Well, yeah, and then like in the same conversation, he was like, "Yeah, I bet $100,000."
Here's the whole thing on fighter pay, and obviously back in the day I was super hard on it. But my argument has kind of changed too, where
Because you're not a fighter no more.
no, but as a businessman, you're on the outside looking in. Like, you can argue all you want about fighter pay and how much they should be paying. What other leagues are around? You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at the longevity of the UFC, you look how massive the UFC is off their pay structure. They're doing something fucking right.
Oh, yeah.
As far as the business.
Yeah.
They're doing something right. All these other leagues, listen, I watched PFL last night. I watch everything. I'm a degenerate. There's nothing even remotely close to the UFC. Closest thing is one championship. Because they'll do some jiu-jitsu, they'll do Muay Thai,
Yeah.
and they have high-level guys. And the production's really good. Dude, it's UFC, and then everybody else is so far behind, man. And everyone's like, oh, we got to change fighter pay. It's like, we can. That's affliction. You know, so it's this weird thing.
Let me ask you
Because
this.
as a fighter, I'm
is
like,
the PFL still doing that wacky point thing? And
yeah, I'm watching last night, and, you know, I'm balls deep in the fight, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's too
confusing,
They
the
made it
production's
complicated
bad.
for
What you
no
mean?
reason.
What you mean? Explain that.
It's so weird.
They have a
man. It's
playoff
like,
system.
If it's also like if you win by knockout, you get X amount
You
of
get 3
points.
points.
If you win by submission, you get X amount of points.
And that affects your pay.
I don't know.
No, so
It
the
affects
way
your
they
standing.
yeah, so then they put you in playoffs like seeds. So there's a regular season, there's the playoffs. So you have to have a certain amount of points to get to the playoffs, and that
Here it
depends on
is.
your seeding.
So a win is 3 points, a draw is 1 point, loss 0 points. Round 1 stoppage 3 point, round 2 stoppage 2 points, round 3 stoppage 1 bonus point. That's stupid.
Now describe that to a casual.
Yeah. Example: fighters win the first round TKO 6 points. Get out of here with all that. That's so dumb. I hate it.
And a submission is 1 point.
None of it makes any sense.
And they have no stars. It's fucking tough, dude. It's
Stoppage submission counts
What,
as
is this
stoppage.
is this for if you're fighting in a tournament?
tough. Well, it is.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
they
it's
have a
always a
regular season.
tournament.
They have a playoff, and the whoever wins the playoff becomes a champion. You get $1 million.
Listen to me, PFL. Abandon ship.
Stop.
Abandon ship.
Stop.
No
Take-
one likes it. No
Dude.
one loves MMA more than us, and we hate it.
But I fucking hate it. And then
Stupid.
also get rid of Bellator. Just make it all under one banner.
Yeah.
Quit trying all that shit
PFL's
out.
good. And it's a good name.
Well, how do they
Go
decide?
with
How do they
PFL.
decide the UFC rankings?
based on
It's
who's
voted
winning.
on.
It's
No.
voted on. It's based on the experts are deciding.
Experts
Like
a loose term, but yeah.
Yeah,
it's like the press?
A lot of press. Yeah.
Same,
yeah,
same,
experts
kind
loose
of,
term.
yeah, same way like the BC rankings, BCS rankings.
They're the
Like media.
best. They're the best rankings we currently have available, and most people agree on them. They're very close to what I would say are accurate.
Yeah, the only
I very rarely disagree with the rankings.
Oh, that's my boo right
Yeah,
there.
the only time you disagree is like the pound for pound list, which is
Yeah.
stupid anyways. 'cause
Pound for
it's all
pound
up
list is so subjective.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah,
But
it's like John Jones or Islam. You know,
Wait a minute,
you could say Islam, you could say John Jones. I see both arguments, and then the GOAT pound for pound or the GOAT list. I see GSP. I see the argument for Mighty Mouse.
GOAT's
I see
all
the
about
argument
time
for
period.
John. Yeah.
It's time period.
Yo, I didn't know Rose was still fighting.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't like the fact she's fighting at flyweight though.
Dude, how about Paige Van Zandt is doing slap fighting?
Is that real?
Bring it up, Jamie.
Why?
Paige Van Zandt, it's
This was
announced.
the last fight she had.
Wait,
where it
wait,
was
you
I
don't-
watched- she
you
lost
don't
that porn
like
star.
Rose at flyweight? How come?
She got
Oh,
dropped by
draw.
a porn star.
She got dropped, but it was a draw. In the rematch, I think in November.
Is it a
Why I
real
know all
porn
this, I
star or
don't
is
know.
it OnlyFans porn
OnlyFans
star?
girl.
It's still real.
Yeah.
Porn.
Oh, no,
she
it's-
does girl on
it's
girl
real
stuff.
to
Like
me.
a streamer, like a Twitch streamer.
It's real to me.
Situation.
It's
Real to me. It's real to me.
It's real to me.
You don't like Rose at flyweight? How come?
I think she's better at strawweight. I think it's strawweight at 115. She carries power. You know, she's big for the weight class.
Right.
She knocked out, Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She's really legit at that weight. I think at 25, it's probably not as hard for her to cut the weight, and that's
Right.
why she wants to do it. But I just don't see it, man.
Right.
I just think she's a flyweight, contender. She's a strawweight champion. And she's had incredible fights at strawweight.
Oh, yeah. Joanna
this,
fights?
This does nothing for me.
Me neither. There's a massive fan base for it. I can't figure out. Your boy Tony's balls deep in
loves
it.
But he is pro wrestling. He's a pro wrestling heel.
I loved it coming up.
Tony Henschler?
Oh, when we were kids?
He loves it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I loved it when I was 12.
Yeah, me too. And then my dad was like, Hulk Hogan's not.
And then my
really.
nuts dropped.
Yeah, then my dad was like, Macho Man
at
can't
this.
fight, right?
Paige Van Zandt to compete at Power Slap 8 slap fighting debut. Okay, don't do it, Paige.
Here's my question: why?
Well, when she fought Rachel Ostovic at Bare Knuckle, I'm like, please, ladies, you're both so fucking pretty.
I know.
Don't
What are
ruin
we
your
doing?
faces.
I know.
The prettiest girls in the sport, please.
Save that for the Warlocks.
Please.
Yeah,
She's so
please.
hot, too.
You guys should just abandon it and start making out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 She stayed relevant, though.
Slap fighting. I get being relevant, but she also she makes a ton of money off OnlyFans. And there's no
Yeah, but-
talent to get slapped.
Chasing that fame.
I was gonna
chasing that fame to the end of time.
Boy, I cannot understand it.
Well, or it's a business decision. You say, okay, I'll do a slap fighting. That'll be X number of subscribers to my OnlyFans. As long as you stay in people's faces.
Unless
right?
she makes a deal where I get to slap first. Can you do that? Can you say I'll fight you, but I get to slap first?
I think you gotta I don't know how they do it. They flip
they're
the
gonna rig that. Fuck
you
that
could-
quarter.
Yeah, Dana's all.
Rig that quarter.
Yeah.
I can't believe
But
it's
if
this
she
popular.
gets slapped first and gets KO'd with one slap by some bull dyke.
Hilarious. Have you seen the girl she's fighting?
No.
I mean, you nailed it.
Is that it? You don't see a lot of hot girls doing slap fighting.
Let me see who she's slap
Who's
fighting.
Paige Van Zandt fighting, Jamie? What are we doing here?
I know.
It's free brain damage. Like, why? You could hit someone so hard with a slap because you're not. Everybody thinks of a slap as like the palm in the face. That is not what's happening. You're getting palm striked in the face.
Yeah.
Full
I think
blast.
it's terrible.
From a full swing like this.
You know what the problem is? I think part of the hatred of slap fight, and I used to be so hard on it. Now I'm like, whatever, do you, Dana? With that, the problem is they combined it and started promoting it on the UFC channel, and then that's when you piss me off. I'm like, no, don't confuse the public here. Separate them.
Well, they got Bisping doing commentary for it.
I feel like
I
this-
would do I would do it. Like when I found out Bisping's doing it, I'm like, yeah, get your money,
like,
dog.
if the UFC is cocaine, slap fighting is crack.
Crack,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? It's where it's like it's the dirty.
Not even.
Not
Not
even.
even
Not
a
even.
good. Because
Not even.
UFC is complicated. Like this is. Who's the gal she's fighting? Like she's so pretty.
No, if UFC is like Flaming Young,
Look, she's practicing on a fucking rubber doll.
hilarious. Slap
Oh,
fighting.
look at the girl she's fighting. Oh yeah, the girl she's fighting has
That's
been
a-
through a lot of truck stops.
That's a
Oh man.
Yeah, look at the girl she's fighting.
handsome woman.
Look at that girl. That girl does not give a fuck if you give her a scar. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a big, strong lady.
She gonna slap the fuck out of you.
Oh, she's got a good slap too.
She's got
Goodness.
got an iron face. Like she looks like a lady that like turn on the
Been
ovens
through
at,
some shit.
Yeah.
at Auschwitz.
Long-
Grab a hot
like-
pan.
Yeah.
You know what I
No
mean?
mitt, no oven mitt.
A long winter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Survives eating dogs in the woods.
She's like mean to kids.
Why is she eating dogs in the woods?
I don't know. Isn't it weird how they put powder on their hands
To make it,
the
like,
slap
more, like-
more crazy?
I
But
guess
to be
it's-
fair, like it's Crush on social media.
You know what?
Crush
They
it.
probably got that from Cat Williams. Remember when he played the pimp? And he was
Yep.
like,
Powder
me up.
No.
Powder me up.
Well, LeBron
Slap
does it.
fighting's been around forever, dude.
Russia was like, what the fuck? We've been doing this for 100
So this
years.
is the girl she's fighting.
This is
I saw they just
awful.
approved the car jujitsu in New York or something. I think.
Fuck, what
That's wild.
That's an industrial bitch.
Why would you do this, man?
Look at she's getting down low, dude.
the girl
Yeah.
she's slapping's
Oh, this is the worst.
not bad. Oh, her eyes all cocked.
Oh, blow your
Oh,
kiss.
she's got them lip implants too. Oof.
No, thank you. This is awful.
She's probably worried her lip implant's gonna get blown out.
Are you allowed to go with it?
No, you
Let's
can't
see.
go with it. Oh,
Oh, she got
damn.
KO'd. Oh, bro, this is the girl she's fighting.
In those Asics like
and that
that?
girl got KO'd. Look at her legs twisted up. That's a wrap.
That's really bad for
They
you.
don't, have,
Knock
they
out.
don't have something for you to fall back on. They
So
just,
someone
Oh,
catches you.
no, they do. Forrest Griffin. Yeah, he catches
That's
you.
a major brain injury. Look at that.
real legit. And then you got
Fuck
like
that.
Mark Smith,
She's
legit
pretty.
MMA referee who's refereeing it. It's
See,
like the crossover.
That's
is
my problem.
very
The crossover.
bizarre.
If they were just done it completely independent, do you, man? But when you start
Yo,
mixing the lines,
How did this get sanctioned?
but why did they let her fall?
that's good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Watch this KO. First of all, you don't close your eyes. Bad move.
Why?
Because you
You
want to
know it's
see
coming.
it coming. You want
So
to
your
tighten
body
up.
prepares.
You want to prepare for it.
Yeah,
She did
you don't wanna
not
be
see it
shocked.
coming, and it probably led to her getting KO'd.
She hit her head
But look at
here.
this. Look at this swing.
So bad for you.
Once your head dips
Hawk
down
two.
like that, hawk two, spit on that thing.
I hate it. I think it's the worst. I think it's the worst part of our culture right there. That's just
I don't see.
that's the shittiest part of our culture.
But if people are making money and that's their only option,
Fuck
do your
that.
thing, man.
Fuck all of it. Making money. That's what we worship. Ugh.
What do you worship, Brian?
I'm glad you asked. Art. I'm an artist.
Jesus Christ.
Deep
Here we
art.
go. I open the door.
Jesus
That's right.
Christ.
Pull out your pens.
So these guys train together. They're buddies
I worship that which you can't measure.
from Mother Russia.
Boy, they look exactly the same, like two brothers.
Yeah, similar. Like
Right?
one's tall, one's thick.
Yeah, one drank more milk.
Pavlik's just a straight knockout
Ate
artist.
more beef.
Just fucking
Volkov's
giants.
so big.
Oh, he was really good before he got to the
check
UFC.
this
At Bellator.
Who was
Yeah,
it?
Volkov.
Yeah.
Yeah, Volkov was really fucking good. Really.
It's a picture at
fucking
your
good.
house? Is that Kanye's girl?
It's
Volkov is one of those guys that I never understand why he doesn't use a jab more. Why
What are you
does he
showing
jab
me?
the shit out of
It's
people?
a spoof on that.
That's dope.
yeah.
What
You
you
made
showing
that?
No. So I bought it.
Oh, sick.
What's that?
What do you got?
Remember that old picture of Kanye with his like new wife looked like she being held hostage?
Yeah.
Somebody replaced him with Darth Vader, and made her Princess Leia.
That's pretty dope.
I bought the fucking print.
I thought you did it with your Android or some shit.
Shit.
Like, I need to get me one of those.
Man,
You
if
probably
I,
could
if I
do
had
it.
the artistic skill to make all my ideas happen,
You'd be rich.
I'm waiting for that. That's why I'm waiting for this AI shit to kick off.
Have Joe talk to Elon. Put a fucking Neuralink in your.
There's another company that just released some videos of this new AI text prompt to video, and it's even more insane than Sora. Have you seen that, Jamie? Fucking insane.
What is it?
You could just you put in the AI like say dark alleyway, mysterious stranger in a black leather jacket walking towards the camera, and then they have it like rainy alleyway, and it's like everything looks perfect like a real movie, and it does it like that.
It does.
It doesn't look artificial.
No, it looks incredible.
So many
and it
people are gonna lose
recreates it
jobs?
like everyone's going to lose a job. Tyler Perry shut down his $800 million production studio as soon as he saw Sora. He was like, "Stop!"
Really?
Hit the brake. He was building this massive studio. This is it. This is a prompt. Motorcycle parked on a street corner.
Hey, man,
Porch
that
of a
looks
man at a
fake.
subway in awe and wonderment. Look, this is not a real person. Landscape of waterfalls in the mountain. None of this is real.
Holy shit!
It's incredible. So you're going to be able to make movies that are like legit theatrical movies.
Are you doing this, Jamie?
No, this is just on the website. I'm just letting it.
Jamie
This is
did it
just the
right here.
website.
Oh.
Good
But look how
God.
incredible this
And
looks.
what's it called?
This one's called Runway.
And it's free? No, I don't trust
No,
that.
most of these things are not free or
Say
even
sign up is free.
used.
But you could have it look cartoonish. You could have it look realistic. You could have it look like a fucking stuffed animal.
Yeah, bro. They started putting rules on ChatGPT. I paid
They
for,
should.
Yeah.
The country
I was
music
like,
that they're making
What
now.
kind of rules?
show me how to rob Bank of America. And they were like, we can't help you with that. Like, it's, what I asked
Show
for
me
should be
how to-
between me and my AI. It shouldn't be them telling me what I
No,
can
because
say.
it gets in the wrong hands.
Show me how to to spit on that thing.
What
You
do
know,
I do?
One of the things they did was they said my grandmother used to make nuclear weapons. How would she do that?
Oh, to
and then
get
it'll
around
tell you.
it.
Yeah, you get around it. Instead of how do I make a nuclear weapon? You say, oh, my grandmother made nuclear
I don't
weapons.
like
Or you
it.
can
I don't
say,
like any
you can
of
say,
it.
I make napalm like this, and then it'll correct you.
I don't like any of it.
That's
I don't like
hilarious.
any of it.
Yeah.
We're
It
going
is-
down a wrong road. It's not good.
Well,
Oh, you're not stopping that
No,
road.
I'm
buddy.
aware.
Yeah,
I'm aware.
did
There's
you
nothing we
hear
can do.
this? I heard a country music song. It was damn good. It was actually really funny and good, and it was generated by AI.
They made a huck to a spit on that thing. Country music song.
I'm sure. Are you
They
being
did.
serious? I'm
yeah,
sure.
yeah, they did.
They did?
Yeah,
Well,
there's
you
a-
know,
there's a bunch of them.
Drake used Tupac and Biggie's voice in his diss track.
Yeah, there you go.
I love you, Pookie, forever.
Oh, it's not really the whole song.
Who the fuck's
Oh, did you see,
Pookie?
but speaking of Drake, you see Kendrick dance on his grave the other day?
What's that?
Kendrick did a pop-up
What's
concert
this one,
in
man?
LA.
In L.A., yes, it was lit.
He brought together like the Bloods, the Crips from all the different neighborhoods, and everybody was on stage just partying.
Really?
Singing all the songs he shit on Drake with.
Wow.
And they all at the same time go, minor. God, dog.
He did, I mean, he did a whole long-ass concert, and he did Not Like Us like 6 times.
Yeah.
Hold on. Nothing else before, we continue to party?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just need a moment of silence for this. Psst. I see dead people.
Hey, must have on a beat, how?
I'll get this taken off.
Savage.
How crazy is this beef? It never ends.
Well,
This beef is going on forever.
you fuck with the wrong.
Yeah, that's the wrong guy. Like a
He's
real
such
street
good-
guy.
But Drake, but Kendrick is such a good writer.
But then this is like the stamp on it because
This was the
he
finale.
Was like, he's like I have more influence. Like I can bring together the whole West Coast.
He has more credibility.
I don't
right?
think Drake could do that in Toronto.
No.
You know, like in his own. I don't know. Maybe
What's the beef originate from? What's the deal?
Oh, where do we start?
it's a lot of
man?
things. Like Drake has done a lot of weird things, but the main thing was Kendrick did the Control verse. He was on a song with Big Sean,
Right.
with a whole bunch of other rappers, and then he shit on. He basically challenged every rapper, but in a friendly way, like all his friends. And every rapper took it on the chin, like, yeah, this is hip hop, it's competition. And then
Yeah.
Drake did an interview where he was like, I thought he was my friend. Like, why would he say that? Like, he took it all sensitive.
Wow.
Yeah, and then Kendrick Lamar was on the BET Awards Cypher, and he said something to him again. He was, something about tucking a sensitive rapper back in his pajamas or something like that. And then ever since then, they've been kind of like subtly
Yeah.
little shots back and forth.
and then it got serious.
Yeah, and then Kendrick left his label. I think the label was holding him back from like going all out.
Releasing because people kept wondering, like Kendrick, respond. It was like taking forever.
Huh.
Yeah, and so then Drake did a song called First Person Shooter
Slapper.
with J. Cole that they wanted Kendrick on, and Kendrick didn't want to be on it. And so, they were calling themselves the Big Three, but Kendrick wasn't on it. So then he dropped another song that was like, "There's no Big Three.
Yeah,
it's
reference
just
that
Big Me."
lyric. Yeah.
And
Here
then
we go.
yeah.
Heavyweights.
It was awesome.
Well,
Thank you for
I guess
educating, Brian.
Justin Timberlake wasn't selling well in his concert. Do you hear this? That's what they were
Hey
talking
man,
You
that's
think
nothing
that's
to
why
do
he got
with this.
arrested for drink driving?
I don't know. That's that conspiracy, right?
You're a conspiracy
Didn't he
theorist.
switch to like country
You believe
music?
that Tyson Fury carried Francis
I do.
Ngannou?
I actually do believe
You're a
that.
ridiculous person.
No, I think he got paid for it too.
Volkov has to stay on his toes,
Yeah, this is
circle, and don't get to the
Pavlovich
cage.
is such a tank. Look at the way that guy's built. He's such a house.
How are they the same size? How are they the same weight?
Well, Volkov's real tall.
Volkov's at least 6'7". They
Yeah.
say they have him listed 6'7", probably 6'8". I used to train with him at Black
I'll
House.
never
Super
understand why he
talented.
doesn't use his jab more with those long arms.
He's got a great front kick.
Yes.
He does a great front kick to the middle, and like having one of those with a tall guy. It's such an advantage.
And I want to take credit for his new samurai tattoo because he did have the Moana stingray, and I would roast him every fight. And then all of a sudden, he has this dope-ass samurai tattoo.
Yeah, the samurai's way better.
That Moana was
But
tough.
it's wild for your whole back to be your first tattoo.
Well, he had a back tattoo that was not as big, and he had to fill it in.
It was a straight up.
okay.
Moana.
It was
It was a
weird.
Monterey.
It's just so scary.
Yeah, it was a manta ray, right?
Yeah, manta ray or Monterey?
Manta.
Manta ray. It looked pretty bitch in Russia.
Yeah. It was Pavlovich is such a fucking scary striker,
He
man.
is. He's
How
so
about
scary.
Tom Aspinall?
It's like
Short
Tom
notice, knocks
Aspinall's
his ass
fucking
out.
good, man.
I think he's the best
fucking
heavyweight in the
good.
world.
This your first tattoo. What you want to start with? The Yakuza.
Okay, you think Tom Aspinall beats Francis Ngannou?
Absolutely.
I do.
Boy,
Word.
Yeah.
boy. You guys are alone on that one.
Especially now. Especially now.
Well,
all he's doing is
now-
focus on boxing.
Especially if he takes him to the
now
ground.
it's a different
See,
thing.
I think Francis will come back better.
But he's also 37, 38.
Yeah.
Correct.
And he's never really lost that way.
That way is a bad way to lose, man. To get flatlined, like out cold, laid out, legs stretched, not moving for minutes.
You're never going to see Francis in MMA again. PFL ain't happening. No. That's all hype. Great stock value.
Didn't they,
You think
didn't
so?
they give
Yes.
him a big ass bag though?
Sure.
By the way, that guy who might fight, that Brazilian dude,
Savage.
is fucking good, man. He's dangerous.
You've never seen that fight.
Who's that cat? What's that dude's name again?
Caesar something, right?
Is it?
I don't-
Monster.
But
Vieira?
don't you think if based on what he stands for, if Francis doesn't fight again, won't that make Dana's argument even stronger?
I don't think Francis gives a fuck.
He's just making money, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
he has so much money, and then to go back to PFL and fight this Brazilian monster nobody knows, there's just no upside for him. They don't have anybody.
yeah, he's set for the rest of his life if he doesn't do anything crazy with his money. And then he'll always have things that he can do to generate money, seminars, meet and greets, all that kind of shit. He'll always have like extra money coming in. I mean, the guy was a UFC heavyweight champion, knocked down Tyson Fury in his first boxing fight ever. I mean, he's a legend forever.
He's still going to box.
we forget
He has a
something.
boxing fight coming up.
But we forget-
he's going back to boxing. I bet he fights Deontay Wilder.
If he can get, he lost his son.
Wait a minute. You think Deontay Wilder's going to fight again?
No.
Yes.
I hope not. When that big Chinese dude knocked him out, like that Chinese dude was 40 years old too.
Fucking massive. too.
Yeah.
He's Olympic.
Big,
Olympic.
He wants to
fella.
fight Joshua. Joshua fought him in the Olympics
Interesting.
and beat him, of
lo-
course.
Oh, he didn't win?
Joshua
Joshua
is really a killer. But I think Ngannou lost his son. I don't even know where his head's at. I can't imagine. He's got to be dealing with the deepest grief.
No, I can't. Yeah, I can't.
He can't.
How did the
He's-
son die?
I don't know. But it's it was so terrible. Like I think he was. How old was his son?
Very young.
3 or
infant.
4. I think 3.
Was it 3?
Yeah.
Horrible.
God.
Horrible. If you have kids, it's like unthinkable. Jesus Christ. I feel so bad for him, man. So I don't know.
He's going to box again, though.
15 months old.
15 months. I was way off.
Even just terrible.
God damn, that's horrible.
Fuck, it's so
Pavlovich's nose is already busted up.
Say what you want about Volkov. He's never really had a boring fight either.
No, Volkov has good fights.
Dude, he was beating Derek Lewis, and then with fucking a minute left, Derek knocked him out.
That was the My Balls Are Hot.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
That was that one. That one was amazing.
Volkov has won, I think, 4 in a row. This might be, if he wins this 4 in a row, this might be 5 in a row. What is it, Jamie?
Where's Volkov training these days?
Russia?
Is he?
I think so. He was at Alliance, and then I would train with him down there, and then at Black House.
Does it say where Volkov's training, Jamie?
Strela team?
Strela. Because, like, where does a guy like that find people to train with?
So
Guy who's that big. I mean, it's got a Russia. Limited amount of people that size, you know?
You can get some
Russia's got
you can
some
get
big
boxers
boys
in there.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough to find wrestlers, though.
His last 3 fights.
So this be his 4th in a row at heavyweight. You're right there. Especially beat Pavlovich. One more, and then it's slim pickings. And then if John and Stipe fight, neither one will ever fight soon.
Where's Cyril Gahn been?
Shooting a movie,
Oh, yeah? What movie?
Bad Boys 5.
Oh, really?
I made that up. I don't know.
There's a UFC France coming up too in September.
Oh.
It's a fight night though.
Because they offered Cyril Gahn the fight against Tom Aspinall in England, and he turned it down, said he was on a movie set.
Damn, that'd be a good fight.
Interesting.
that would be a great fight.
Oh, I disagree.
Really?
I think Tom mops the floor with him.
Wrestling wise, you mean? He takes him down?
Yeah.
John literally was like, come here. Fucking
Yeah.
18 seconds,
I was just
whatever
thinking
it was.
striking wise, you know.
take him right down so fucking fast.
What do you think, Jones Aspinall?
That's the fight. That's the
fight everybody
motherfucking
wants to
fight.
fucking
That's the fight.
see. God, I want to see it so bad.
John was shitting all over Aspinall. saying
was?
that
I
he
think
was
that's a
lucky.
bad way to go.
He was lucky that he blew his knee out with Curtis Blades because Curtis was teeing off
Doing
on him.
well.
Curtis was. He was.
Yeah, see, I still think John wins easily, but
Ooh, not easily.
no.
No. I think the angle of Tom's not that good. I've had I fought newcomers before. No, build him up, bro. Build him up and be like, yeah, maybe this is a guy that's going to beat me. And then when you come out of retirement after you beat Stipe, that fight's massive.
Yeah, but he has to talk shit like that just for strategy.
But that's the thing is, like, I don't think anybody's excited to see him fight Stipe.
Correct.
You know,
I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to see John fight anybody, but the Stipe fight was just like I don't know who's asking for it. And I love Stipe; he's one of the greatest of all time, but it's a weird thing.
Aspinall's an athlete, man. He's such a good athlete.
Freak athlete.
Very fast. Very fast for a
God,
heavyweight.
So fast.
yeah. But
And-
we felt the same way about Cyril Gahn, though.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but Cyril Gahn
is-
doesn't have wrestling, doesn't have jiu-jitsu. Aspinall's like legit on the ground.
Black belt.
Very legit on the ground.
So legit that
dad-
his dad owned a jiu-jitsu
Yeah.
gym. His dad's a black belt. He started doing jiu-jitsu at 2.
And remember, Aspinall came out of Tyson Fury's camp too. Like, spent
Well, he
a lot of
trains
time
with
there.
him,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But you know that quick video of John rolling with
Gordon Ryan.
Gordon, yeah, and it was like they weren't neck and neck, but it was still
Oh,
like
that's Gordon being cool.
well,
You have to understand how Gordon trains.
Gordon
Okay.
with time and knots. Yeah.
Oh, is that
Gordon,
right?
when Gordon trains, Gordon rolls with you technically. Like Gordon does not explode. There's no explosion. Everything is like smooth movements. Everything is just technique, smooth movements, scrambles. There's no explosion. There's never overextended. Gordon is just pure technique.
Yeah. No. If there was money on the line, he said Gordon, we'll give you 100,000 if you can tap John out in 30 seconds.
Gordon
and
would
tap him
grab
out
a
in
hold
30
of his
seconds.
leg.
Yeah.
He would get his leg so quick. Unless John avoided him, unless John used his wrestling to avoid exchanges, you know what that's all about.
Correct. It's
Yeah.
called the Schaub Shutdown.
Shot shut
They sell
down.
a 7-part
They did with
series on
Cyborg.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
7-part series.
If he just decides to shut it down, then he doesn't come close to him.
But if they're like engaging,
Yeah.
Gordon snap his fucking leg off.
So
yeah, Gordon grabs a hold of a leg, and that's a wrap.
You think Aspinall's jiu-jitsu is at that level?
No,
where John-
no, but his
Not
his-
at Gordon's
not
level.
at
Well,
Gordon.
no one's
Nobody
at
is.
Gordon's level,
But
but-
as far as heavyweight MMA, yeah, Tom's right up there. He's by
Damn.
far the best in the division.
Volkov is teeing off on Sergey. He's hitting him with some serious low kicks, man.
Technician, he has to just stay on the bike because
Yeah.
remember he did this to Derek Lewis, and then the minute you get tired, these big boys keep hitting.
But he's also like fucking his nose up, man.
His feints
Yeah.
are great. His movement's great.
And that distance is
Yeah, his
something to fuck
defense.
with. That distance is a lot. The gap. He's just so tall.
Bro, you remember Stefan Struve?
Oh yeah, man.
7'2".
Oh yeah, man.
So big.
Yeah.
But why Pavlovich? I mean, Volkov never uses a jab. He's got those long
He's
arms.
using it tonight, bro. You got to watch the fucking fight.
I am. I haven't seen much. He uses those front kicks, but he could piston that.
Yeah, he's fucking up Pavlovich's legs, man. He's kicked his legs multiple times.
I thought Eddie was going to be here. I was ready for some conspiracy theories.
No, that's why you're here.
Once the liquor starts flowing.
I'm telling you, the earth is a rhombus, bro.
The problem is Eddie's right on about 90% of stuff, at least.
You know what people
90s,
forgot about?
90s.
Semi Schilt. Remember
Ooh,
Semi Schilt?
fuck yeah.
Giant kickboxer.
Great
7
footwork.
foot tall.
And great footwork.
Nasty front kick to the
I don't know what
body.
that is.
Semi Schilt
Oh.
was a world champion kickboxer. Like
World
elite
champion.
of the elite.
Elite.
Super tall guy.
If he decided to play basketball, he would have been
Remember
professional in
one of
that.
the nastiest finishes ever when Sergei Karatanov got on top of him and kept punching him in the one eye?
Yeah.
His one eye was fucked up and he kept hammer fisting. He got him in a crucifix and just mounted him, like high mount and just hammered his bloody eye where he was screaming like,
You know in Game of Thrones when the fucking mountain just does that? It was kind of
Yeah.
like that.
Well,
but with
can't
his
you just
elbow.
can't you just say tap?
he wasn't gonna.
No, we don't. Fuck
Especially
that
in
noise.
Pride. You do that shit in Pride, they won't have you back.
No.
If you tap,
Pride was the most ruthless organization, dude. Stomps, soccer kicks, everything was legal.
I did a post for.
But no elbows on the ground.
They're like,
weird.
whoa,
No
boys,
elbows.
Let's not
boys.
get
We're not
crazy.
savages here.
Yeah,
You
let's
can
not
kick
get
them in the
crazy.
head.
That is
though.
so
Isn't that
weird, those
weird?
random rules.
That was the weirdest random rule.
Yeah,
No elbows on the ground.
I posted the best highlights of Pride, and I said it's Pride Month for June. And I posted the best highlights.
Yeah, a lot of those are going around the internet. That was awesome. Yeah, look at Pavlovich's nose. It's leaking, man. I mean, he just keeps getting popped.
Pride was the best time ever. Golden years.
Oh, my God.
it's
And-
still around, right?
No, UFC,
UFC
bought it, folded it.
and brought up a bunch of the guys over here and then tested them and they all shrunk. Everybody shriveled.
Except for over him. It was a good time. It
except
was a
for
good time when
Overeem.
you see. It was the best of times when they brought him over here. Like, what are we doing? Let him fight.
Yeah.
Rampage is a good one to have on to talk about Pride.
Yeah, Rampage is coming on soon.
He's the best.
I think
That's my boy.
if you're over 35, you should be able to juice.
100%.
I think so.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Why not?
Like, we got to be careful with the young guys. We can't have another, like, TRT Belfort era.
Why? You don't like awesome shit?
Yeah, we need to have
but
that.
that dude was...
Yeah, exciting. I got to piss. Right back.
Isn't there a new rule where you can do TRT now?
Absolutely not.
No.
Brian, you're so uninformed.
I thought that.
Oh, yeah. Well,
No,
that's...
that I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
No, they don't allow.
Brian while I'm gone.
They don't allow TRT.
Wasn't there talk about it? Like you can get sanctioned for it under some circumstances.
Yo, what the fuck is that?
Certain commissions. What?
Is that a regular clock?
Yeah.
Is that what time it is?
4 o'clock.
Yeah, 4 o'clock.
We started at what, 2?
That's
Shit, this is the
fucking cool.
co-main event. Yeah, that clock's cool. Very steampunkish.
Brian, you should explain that Young Thug stuff. Oh, he just took his headphones
I
off.
want one of these things.
I'll tell
right,
you.
yeah.
Give us the Young Thug stuff.
Oh, man, I'm obsessed.
Tell us about that Young Thug stuff, because
Maybe after
Are
the fight,
y'all
after the
not
fight,
following
but
this?
yeah, you have a great breakdown on it.
It's
I thought.
incredible.
Oh, should we wait for Joe to come back, talk Young Thug?
Well, maybe after
It's
the fight,
interesting
too.
because the lawyer fucking the
I think that the trial's going to be over pretty soon because the judge is going to get... The Supreme Court of judges is going to step in.
I know nothing about it.
Brian's 60
I don't
years
know.
old.
See, the thing is, I don't know shit about the actual Young Thug's case.
Oh, okay.
The interesting shit is what's going on with the...
It's all the drama.
Yeah, so that district
with
attorney...
the lawyer, the district attorney,
Who
Sachs.
was Young Thug? I don't even know
Oh,
that.
Young,
wow.
Young Thug's a rapper.
Okay.
And he...
Talk that shit, Brian.
And he's on trial. He's on trial with a RICO trial. So his whole organization is on trial
For racketeering?
For racketeering, yeah. And but that district attorney is the same lady that tried Trump, but she's like corrupt.
Fannie Willis.
Fannie
She
Willis.
slept with.
She was dating the prosecutor.
She gave the dude she was fucking the no bid contract.
Yep.
And the lawyer that was trying to take her down is Brian Steele's lawyer. Brian Steele is Young Thug's lawyer. So they come into court one day. Everyone's 3 hours late except him. He's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then he finds out that the judge had what they call an ex parte, just means just like a meeting without him.
Right.
An ex parte meeting with the prosecutor, the district attorney, who's the prosecutor, and the star witness. So the star witness he got immunity to testify. It was the key witness to their whole case. He gets on the stand and pleads the fifth. So they take him in the judge's chambers, and him, the sheriff, the prosecutor, and the judge pressure this guy into testifying because he basically tells him,
which is illegal.
The judge tells him, like, I can hold you not till just the end of this trial, till all the trials are over.
Yeah.
So you could be in jail for 7-8 years without being charged with a crime.
Damn.
And so then the dude was like, okay, I'll testify. Problem is that dude's lawyer went on vacation. He told them ahead of time he was going on vacation. He couldn't cancel the tickets a year ago. And he leaves this girl behind to take his place. The witness fires that girl before they go into the meeting, but they force her to sit in the meeting so he could say he had representation, right? So then, boom. So Young Thug's attorney finds out about it. He's like, hey judge, it's highly unusual and illegal for you to have a meeting with a sworn-in witness and the prosecution. And the judge goes, how'd you find out about that? And so it turns into this. It turns into this whole drama of like, he's like, yo, if you don't tell me how you found out, I'm gonna hold you in contempt. So he holds him in contempt. And then his attorney shows up, and it's the same bitch that was trying to take down the prosecutor from the Trump thing. And she's like, I got 25 other lawyers with me. We filing all these motions for this and motions for that. They get him out of jail the next day. So he's in jail with his client. He's in jail with Young Thug. They get him out of jail the next day. The Supreme Court of Georgia was like, no, he's not in contempt until we have a hearing. And then in this hearing, like now all this other information is coming out because even if, let's just say the meeting was legal, they're supposed to have a transcript. They're supposed to tell them what happened. And so it was shit called Brady evidence, which means if the prosecutor finds out something that could exonerate your client, they have to tell you. Right? And in that meeting with the judge, the key witness told them, he was like, I killed the guy. And if I go on stand and say anything other than that, I'm gonna be perjuring myself. And the prosecutor was like, "Well, I'm not gonna charge you with perjury if you perjure yourself." So basically, like, go lie.
Damn.
But now it's illegal because I just
all
found out
public.
something that could make Young Thug innocent. I have to share it. So not only did they not tell the lawyer about the meeting, not only did they not.
So the Young Thug was being originally charged with murder?
He's been in charge with
Rico.
murder,
Rico.
racketeering,
Okay.
all this
Okay.
for running a criminal organization.
Yeah.
But this murder was the key murder. Yeah. And so
Wow.
now.
Damn.
And so not only and that judge. Yeah, they got.
It's a great fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sitting there talking through it.
No, you're good.
Pavlovich's face looks like a tomato, like a bumpy
Yeah,
tomato.
but he's coming on strong. Like he's applying the pressure. That's why he's getting lit up.
Look at this. Uh-oh.
Brian was just breaking down the Young Thug situation.
Oh yeah, isn't that crazy?
Bro, it's
Wow.
fast-
He
it's
told me
fascinating.
he broke it down the other day
Yeah,
in the
he-
green room,
he's
and
a
then
lawyer.
I started watching videos.
Brian's a
on it.
lawyer now.
It's crazy.
Dude, I get obsessed. Law shit's the only thing that gets me through like depression.
Really?
Man, I just lock in. Law and order, law.
Yeah.
You think you could have been a lawyer?
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to be.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to be a lawyer. Yeah, but then I met a few, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, they're not fun.
They're just a different ethic.
I guess trial lawyer, being a trial lawyer would be interesting, right? Because you got
You got to get there though.
But
first.
no. The truth is, like,
Working like traffic.
real lawyering isn't that exciting like they make it look on TV.
Nah,
Hell
it's
no.
details.
It's
Details.
boring.
Yeah. I know a couple trial lawyers. Pretty wild.
When you see a dude's head not moving so good, like bobbing around, like as they throw punches
So
and
it's a
moving,
bad sign.
That's
Yeah.
fatigue.
He just won.
Volkov won that fight,
Volkov
yeah.
just
Yeah,
won.
Volkov won because you see Pavlovich.
Pavlovich didn't put a hand on him, I don't think.
I just sent Jamie the AI Hawk Tua song. Play it.
Got
Jamie.
bunch of decisions.
Oh, this is
for
the
that.
Connor one, but yeah, play the listen. The AI did a song.
Star shining bright. She went up to her and spat on that thing. What a pretty sight. She polished my knob good.
This is AI.
With a twist and a glide. She made me go crazy every time she did it. What a wild delight. I think her name was Haley.
God,
Where'd you run? We were hotter than a summer's day, hotter than the sun.
Good.
that's wild.
Is music so formulaic that the AI can make a good
Yes.
song?
So
Yeah.
crazy.
Yes, especially country songs. All you need is a river, pickup truck, some cold
boys,
beers.
cold
This
beers.
is Connor. I agree with Connor here. Like Connor's talking about why he pulled out of the fight. He was talking to.
Away, I had a little lapse of concentration, and I had to reschedule the bout, so I'm a little upset about that. But it's keeping me dialed in. It's keeping me focused. I can't rock around like I'm at the showing up, like I'm at the only job. The job is not done. So that's not bad for me, for someone like me. So I'm onwards towards the new date. And take my lessons learned. There was a lapse in concentration. If I was any one of these other little bums that can't move, that have no footwork, I don't rely on their skills, then I would be okay. And I've done it before. I've made the walk a multitude of times under those circumstances, and given these bums an advantage over me that they don't even deserve. So now I'm dialing it in. I'm getting this training camps correct. I'm walking in there 100% Conor McGregor, injury free. Perfection is on the menu with me, and that's it. So, I'm going to go to it.
And that is a dangerous man. Great to see you in there,
I
Conor.
hope-
Dan Hardy.
I hope. Yeah, Dan Hardy's great.
He's the best.
I was bummed out when they fired him. I don't
So
know.
stupid.
Why did they fire him? He's great.
I don't
He
know.
said something to
man.
Herb Dean.
Yeah, it was a
He
little
didn't
more
like,
than that.
He didn't like some, and he said something to a worker, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Look, he's a fighter. He felt like the fight was stopped too late, and it's dangerous when that kind of shit happens.
For
You get
him
upset.
or like he was winning and they stopped it.
No,
too
he
late?
was a
the other guy-
commentator.
He was a commentator, and he got upset at Herb, who's the best referee alive.
Yeah.
Or
Smart
one
guy.
of them.
Dan
But
Hardy's a
there
smart
was
guy.
that started, and then there was something with someone, the UFC employee too.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know what happened, but I miss him. I used to train with him at 10th Planet.
He's the best.
He's a good dude.
One of the best minds in the game.
I'm waiting on
great
Conor.
mind.
I'm waiting on Conor
Yeah.
to apologize for that shitty movie he made.
Roadhouse?
I liked it. I
It was
liked it.
entertaining, dog. You didn't like it?
No.
You liked Roadhouse?
I liked
Roadhouse.
how cliche it was.
I
liked how it was
didn't
it was more of a
expect it to be
comedy.
fucking,
Yeah.
But it was kind of like a comedy, right? I mean, that's sort of tongue in cheek. It was so ridiculous.
I don't know.
It's just an action movie. You know what? I didn't see it, but listen.
They filmed it at the UFC.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they filmed scenes at
Oh,
the UFC.
yeah, I saw him walking out.
I
It
was
was
like,
so
I'm not
stupid.
involved in this.
It was so stupid.
I
but it
got
was
out.
good.
But
They wanted me to interview him.
I'm not
wow.
a fan of So Bad It's Good.
Yeah.
No.
I'm a fan of how many people watch. I think what the opening week was like 50 million. I'm a fan of when a fighter ventures out into something, they do well.
I'm a fan of that.
And I don't get why people hate on it. Like
Look, Conor McGregor could do anything.
Whenever a fighter does anything, like Dustin Poirier's hot sauce, best hot sauce I've ever had.
It's very good.
I didn't hate on it.
Sure.
I didn't hate on it when I heard about it. I hated on it after I watched it.
That's fair.
It wasn't good.
Look at it. Both guys are heavyweights.
In fact, and he wasn't.
Look at that. That's a former
so
heavyweight
crazy.
champion.
No.
Look at that. Volkov standing next to a former heavyweight champion.
So crazy.
That's how good
Nuts.
DC was.
Yeah, that's how good DC was. DC should have been a 185 pounder.
Correct.
Or maybe even 170.
Correct.
No.
Just kidding.
180 though.
185?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it when people do that.
What?
He shook his hand as he was walking away. Like he did this.
Oh, yeah. Disrespectful.
Why do you hate that?
I don't know.
Put a little effort
it
into
makes
it.
me feel some kind of way.
I'm with Brian
No,
on
they
this.
just.
I know they're in a
moment,
hurry.
They're happy,
And they got somebody in their ear.
Here we go.
Here we go,
Robert
that's right.
the Reaper, Bobby Knuckles in the fucking house.
Dude, can you imagine if there's Bo Nickel getting ready right now?
Oh man, I would love it.
Oh,
and Hamzat, if it was
And
Hamzat
Hamzat,
right now.
yeah.
Hey, bro, these new gloves, they ain't no better than the old gloves.
No, the only cool thing about them
Dudes are
is
still
the
getting
colors.
poked in the
Well,
eyes.
so what did they do? What did they change?
They made a better glove. It is better, I should say. It's better padding. The best gloves are clearly not made yet. They need to cover the fingers. You know, they need to cover the fingers. There's no reason for you don't ever do this, ever. The fingers never come into play.
Yeah.
There's not a time where your fingers,
You mean?
you always do this
Interlock,
or this.
yeah.
Whether it's
Cable grip.
grappling or striking. All you have to do is have padding on the knuckles and a protective layer, a thin leather layer that covers the hands that the fingers slip into.
But what about wrist
Then you
control?
cut out.
Like grabbing the hands and stuff.
It's the same. It's exactly the same. The only thing different is you now you can get jab with the thumbs. So only thumb pokes will still exist, and we'll have less pokes because a lot of them
that
are eyes.
eliminates it, yeah.
It eliminates probably 90% of all eye pokes, and it doesn't change anything with grappling, anything with striking. You have it like an Everlast bag glove, but no padding. And so with a finger area, completely unpadded and just a thin leather cover that covers over that and goes to the fingers right
And the
here.
fingers
Can you
slip
grab?
into it.
Can you rod wrists and stuff?
You
right?
not only that, you'd be able to do it better because leather, especially if it's
Sticks.
raw leather,
Sticks.
if it's not shiny,
Yeah.
if it's raw leather, isn't that dope?
That's cool. I didn't think it was going
Shane Against the Machine, he made that with thimbles.
Shane Against the Machine.
Yeah, he did. We have another one of his pieces. I have one at home, another skull that he made for me, and then another one we have, which is a World War II helmet with a bayonet in it.
That's cool.
That's a lamp, but it's in our storage. But I love that one. But yeah, man, cover the fucking fingers. There's no reason to have these fingers open like this. This is so unnecessary. If you just had a covering over the fingertips, that's a thin piece of leather, you would eliminate all those fingers going in the eyeballs.
So your fingers would go into a glove.
You'd still get poked a little bit,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't be this.
Yeah, that's not as bad. It's
so
not going to
you
stop
would
a
have
fight.
you would have it like webbed, like
Yeah.
bag gloves, those old bag gloves.
Exactly,
Yeah.
like I said, yeah. Just cover it with one thin piece of layer of leather, and it would make gripping better.
But what is the argument against?
No argument against it. Again, nobody listens to me.
There's no
Brian.
argument.
Nobody listens to me.
That's because you told them to do it on an open field, so they just shut you out. But
I told them to do a football field.
yeah, which is insane.
Have those guys in the middle of the football field. No, I'm not stupid. I know what I'm doing. I'm right. Nobody
So
wants to
well.
listen.
Yeah,
I'm
but
right.
you need a cage
Here's
for
I
audience.
have a bunch of rules that I would implement if I
Here
was
we
the
go.
king. Here's
If I
number
was
one.
the king.
Number one, no stand-ups ever. No stand-ups. I don't give a fuck. Get
The
up.
guy can't get up?
Figure out how to get up. Also, if a guy takes you down at the end of the first round, the second round starts with you in that exact same
that's
position. 100%. You can never get up
Okay.
unless you get up.
So you hate
because
views
it's not.
and
It's not one.
ratings.
Yep. I hate views. I hate ratings. It's not.
That sounds so boring.
It's not 5 fights. It's not 5-minute fights. It's one fight. So if a guy takes you down, that's where you are at the beginning of the next round.
You get the 1 minute break though. You just
Yep.
start in that.
I-
If you
you know
the
what?
mount, you start in the mount.
I also like the idea that the judges only see the last round.
I think there should be 6 judges,
That's
not
wild.
3. 6 judges, and then I also think that you should have, for sure, you have no weight cutting. Weight cutting should be completely eliminated, for sure. That should be the first one. Before they implement any of these rule changes, cut all this legalized cheating shit. Kamaru Usman is not 170 pounds. He's never been 170 pounds for more than 5 minutes.
5 seconds. Yeah.
He loses the weight and then immediately rehydrates. You stand next to him, the guy's massive.
Balloons up. Yeah.
He's so big.
Why
And-
even number of judges?
You need more judges. 3's not enough.
And I don't think
'Cause
they should be ringside. I think it should be a remote location where they're not influenced by the crowd.
I think they should be able to watch the fight and hear the commentators. Maybe not the commentators.
I don't think it should be next to the ring.
I think they should have a separate. But I don't think next to the ring is bad because then you get to hear what's going on. Like maybe something's happening.
Let them listen to the commentators.
Or maybe have one next to the ring.
I don't know, but that's debatable. But
spitballing
more
ideas here.
judges, more judges,
More judges.
so that if you have one cockeyed asshole who fucks everything
can't
up,
affect it.
because there's so many cockeyed fighter like decisions, like where you look at it, you go, how the fuck? You know how many times me and DC have looked at each other and go, what the fuck was that one card?
You're like, is Michael Bisping judging?
He's got one good eye. He would get it right. It's like you see a guy get 3-4 fights wrong in a night, and you hear his name again. You go, "What
wild.
the fuck, man?"
Yeah, it's wild.
But that guy would. First of all, they should be cut out as soon as they have one of those. Get rid of them. Throw them away.
At least suspended.
Yeah, get rid of them. If
Yeah.
you ever do that, you don't know what you're doing. You shouldn't be doing it.
But back to the eye pokes, I think, sure, change the gloves. Hopefully that happens. But if not, I think an eye poke or a serious like groin strike is an automatic point.
1 point.
It would stop it.
Yep.
Because John's gonna be like, I can't lose a fucking point. So you're not going to see him be reaching out like this.
Exactly.
Because now it's
1
just a
point.
warning.
1 point
Sometimes
nut
they
shot,
get 3 warnings.
1 point eye poke, 1 point nut shot, automatically.
Nope.
Fence
Automatic.
grab. Fence grab. 1
Automatic.
point.
Yes, sir.
You grab a fence, stop a takedown, 1 point,
That's
automatic.
easy. That's easy to do tomorrow. I don't get it.
So cut that out. Cut weight cutting out. You fix 90% of the problems of the
Doesn't the
sport.
Nevada Athletic Commission have to agree to the rules?
Yeah, everybody has to agree to the rules, but the rules are good. These
rules
are good.
make sense.
If I could argue this in front of these people, I really think I could make a good point.
But those people aren't the same people that like haven't there been a few fights that should have been overturned and they never did?
Yeah, they never overturned.
I don't think
fights.
I don't think you can convince those people with logic.
Well, a lot of them aren't fighters, right? A lot of the people that make those decisions are not actual fighters. They don't have as much
not only
experience.
they're not fighters.
none of them, sir.
A lot of the
None of
judges have not even stepped on the mat.
There you go.
They've never even taken a jujitsu
It's a huge
class.
problem.
They've even stepped
That's
on a
problem.
treadmill.
And if
That's
you
a
don't
problem.
know
I've seen
jujitsu, if you don't know like how close something
don't know
is,
what you're looking at.
like you don't know. You really don't know. You don't like sometimes a triangle looks good, but it's bullshit. Like
It's sloppy.
yeah,
and
there's no
count-
there's no chance. And if someone just sees like an instep over an ankle, like oh my god, he's got the triangle. He doesn't have a fucking triangle. Like there's so many times where something looks good, but if you have a skilled eye, you don't know what the fuck is going on.
That's so
This is
surprising.
it.
That's the main event.
That's so
Al
surprising.
Scarab.
Grab a
This guy's a beast, man.
Gotta go. You guys have a very difficult journey around there, Brian. You might have to duck. Yeah, you gotta
go.
crawl.
This is a motherfucker, man. This
Al
is,
Scarab's very
he's
good,
supposed
man.
to fight 2 weeks from now at the Apex.
Who is he gonna
There's
fight?
a 3-round fight.
No,
Oh,
we're good.
okay, thanks. It was a 3-round fight. So now your main event on this is ABC, dog, and you're the main
Right.
event against Robert Whittaker.
Right.
And it's 5 rounds.
And Robert Whittaker's fired up. One thing about Robert, when he loses a fight, he comes back fucking guns blazing every time. Lost the Izzy fight, came back in the rematch, almost won.
Yep.
Very close fight in the
Same.
second fight. Robert Whittaker's a bad man.
And now he's coming off that Polo Costa win. He looked great.
God, I
and that
want
was
to
the
see
best
him and
Polo I've
Hamzat,
seen.
though. I wanted Hamzat and him so bad.
me too. It would have been the real
that
test.
is the fight. That is the fight, man. Real test for Hamzat, man.
Yes,
Bobby-
we know what Whittaker does.
Bobby-
Hamzat needs it more
Yeah.
than Whittaker.
That's what I'm saying. That you'd see. You'd be like, if Hamzat beat him that way, you'd be like, okay.
But here's what's interesting: if Whittaker wins this fight, you're not going to give him a title shot off this
Yeah, you would. Yeah, I would.
for helping them out.
Yeah, I would. That also,
dangerous fight.
he's so good, man. He's so good.
But you got Strickland right there.
Yeah. Well, how about him and Strickland? Him and Strickland would be wild. And bro, Strickland shuts down everybody. The way he shut down Paulo Costa, his fucking style is so unique.
I don't get the complaint with that. They're like, "Oh, Strickland's a boring fighter." I'm like, "Have you never watched him fight?" I don't find
the
it boring.
farthest thing from boring.
Like what he does, he's a tidal wave, and his defense is so elite. I don't get it.
Constantly moving forward. It's just casuals. I think Strickland's one of the most exciting fighters in the sport.
I love watching
I
him
just
fight.
I couldn't believe that at one point Costa didn't at least just double leg or just grab him around the.
He
'cause
can't,
kept coming-
take that dude down.
He can't.
He's been getting pieced up for fucking 3 rounds, man. The problem is like Strickland's just different.
Also,
you
B, I
don't
told
know
you
anybody
too,
like him.
Correct, and then also we've gone over this. Paulo Costa's number one thing is cardio. There's nothing more exhausting than shooting shots.
Yeah, but-
and you're not going to do it against Strickland at that level.
was standing
And it's not
lifting
in
his
his
leg,
background.
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
And Paulo afterwards said, "You know what? I got to stop trying to play the point game.
Yes.
I just got to
Yes.
try to take.
That's when
heads
he's
off,
best.
Not worry
That's
about
what-
my card.
That's
Yeah,
what he did against Yoel Romero. He was in his
Yes,
grill.
that was-
Use your strength.
Izzy mind fucked him, man. Especially when he humped him after he knocked him out. When he humped him, like he's never been the same.
So disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
He's never been the same.
Izzy in his prime, man.
Oh, bro.
And just pieced him up, standing up,
Dude,
man.
I think Izzy coming back and everyone's doubting him, all these haters against Dricus, dude, that's a dangerous fucking Izzy, man.
It's dangerous. For sure, and Dricus is fucking dangerous too.
Hell yeah, it's a
Dricus
great
is
fight.
I think he's the biggest guy at 85, other than Pereira. When Pereira
really?
was,
Is he really that big?
he's so big. When I stand next to him, I'm always like, how? How are you in? He's a heavyweight. He's so
weird.
big, man.
So weird.
He's like 6'2". He's wide as a fucking
How
house.
do they do it? Like I don't know
know,
how
man.
Paulo Costa sucks down to.
You got to talk to like
85.
Dan Garner,
It's a
some of these
science.
guys that like have it down to a
They
science.
have a real science to it now.
Yeah, I mean they get it down to your body
part of the
weight,
sport.
your calories, how much water you're taking in, how much sodium.
I'll tell you what I'd do if I was the UFC with Hamzat. And we're not doing this whole Robert Whitaker and contenders. You haven't beat anybody. I think they give Bo Nickel a pretty good test next, and then it's Hamzat Bo Nickel.
I love
you
it.
guys figure it out.
I love it. So who do you give Bo Nichols a test? Like who's a good test? At
Bo Nickel's
85?
going to get Hidalgo.
Oh, that's right. Is that in Madison Square Garden or is that July?
When is that, Jamie? I thought it was later.
When is that?
But that's a good test for Bo.
That's a very good
If
fight.
if he fucking mops the floor with him, all right, Hamzat, are you good? Can we
Adolfo
do this?
Rivera is fucking dangerous.
Super dangerous.
Dangerous.
He's
and
a
also
jiu-jitsu.
enormous for 85. World champion.
Oh.
Brillian Jiu-Jitsu world champion.
Yeah, but your
Elite.
jiu-jitsu may not be good here with Bo Nickel.
Oh, but he's
Oh,
been
Bubba.
submitting everybody. Dude.
Yeah.
It's a test. It's a real test.
It's the right test.
Yeah.
And Hidalgo looks like a fucking
His striking's
superhero.
coming together. He
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like a fucking savage.
He's so big, dude. He's so jacked. There it is. November 9th. Oh, it is Madison Square Garden.
Sign me up.
Let's go.
Now, Bo mops the floor with him. We're off to the races.
Yeah, Bo mops the floor with him, then Hamzat. That's the
That's
fight
what I would
next.
do.
Yeah.
If I'm the UFC, I'm like, hey,
Jesus.
bud, nope, we tried it.
Abu
It didn't work.
Dhabi. Let's fucking go.
Or do it in America.
No, we can't get him over here.
God damn, I forgot.
Yeah.
Bo's not going out there.
He's not?
Why?
No, they asked Bo with Saudi Arabia. He's like, I'm kind of glad I missed the call. I don't want to go all the way the fuck
He'll
out
go out
there.
there.
He
He'll go
would
out
do
there.
it, though. If
He
they
would do
asked
it.
him to do
I mean,
it.
he did the international circuit, so he's not, foreign to it.
He would do it. He would do it. I just think that's an intriguing fight.
Mm-hmm.
The Rodolfo Rivera fight's an intriguing fight, and then the Hamzat fight is a captivating fight.
So-
But I mean, Hamzat, who knows how much money Hamzat has now? With all the relationships that he has
True.
and people throwing money at him, he might be wealthy enough to like fucking not do it anymore. Who knows?
That'd be such a shame.
Would be a shame. But I mean, what kills a fighter more than money?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Comfort.
And I get again, I'll get annihilated for this.
What
But
do you
I'll-
got there? What'd you got?
Is that wine?
The daggone the Stellum bourbon.
Oh, look at you
Some
switching
shit
it
I
up.
ain't never tried. There's a bunch of shit over there.
Yeah, we got a lot of shit.
But
if
is
you
it-
want to be an alcoholic, this is the place.
Yes, to do it. But isn't that a fine line if you're Dana or if you're the UFC? It's like, all right, we do got to pay them, but if we pay them too much, then they lose their drive.
Nah,
It's a fine line.
Yeah, but kinda. Is that real? I mean, I feel like it's an accumulation over time, and then fame, and then they have so much money that they, like with Connor, he's flying around in private jets, got a Lamborghini yacht. He just said he was going to buy. I'm buying a Bugatti for my fucking birthday.
That's my point. But that's my point, Joe.
buying a
That's my
Bugatti.
point. He's the richest guy
Yo,
ever.
you
I'll
see
tell you,
that?
I'll tell you what he can do without changing the pay too much. Is like make sure they take a piece of each check and set aside for
Nah,
retirement.
fuck all that.
No?
Save all that. These guys could die in the ring. What about what about that? You see that
That got shut down so fast.
Bugatti
What about
Tourbillon?
like medical?
Have you seen that Bugatti Tourbillon?
Yes.
It's insane.
Was it V16?
It's insane. It's a V16. It's a hybrid. It has 1,800 horsepower. That's it. And
1,800
the fucking
horsepower?
steering wheel has the gauges on it,
gauges are
and the
wild.
steering wheel moves around the gauges. It's the most beautiful interior I've ever seen in a car.
It's $4 million?
Yeah, it's $4 million. There's 250 of them. They've sold them all.
What?
You can't buy
Oh
one.
no, it's impossible. And
You can't get
here's,
one.
Here's
It's like
the
a watch. It's like a Swiss watch.
Oh, bud. Here's the bummer about Bugattis. The people that
V16.
buy them, they don't drive them.
Yeah.
So they just sit there.
Bugatti.
So does that's you got that really gets you going, huh?
Well, not really. I wouldn't buy one, honestly.
It
I
doesn't
think
get
it's
me
dope.
going. Yeah, it's
it doesn't
cool.
get me going.
It's not for me.
I like Porsches.
You would drive
I like
one, though.
Mustangs. I would buy a new. Yeah, I'd drive it, but I wouldn't really.
Do you know the maintenance on those? Just to change the tires every year is $25,000 a tire.
Oh, come
And
on.
it's not a place here. You have to ship it back to there.
Ridiculous.
The maintenance it's over 6 figures a year to maintenance it.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's like a private jet.
Weird.
And it's one of those where, like, you're not allowed to sell it within the first
What's that
5
for?
years or something.
You can, but then if you drive it, loses its value. They're a nightmare.
What is it? So tourbillons are a movement in watches that is like the most precise movement in watches. Like, so they have watches that are tourbillon watches that are $400,000, $500,000 for a watch just because of the movement. And you see the tourbillon inside the watch. Like, Jamie, pull up a Grand Seiko tourbillon watch. Because Grand Seiko has an insane tourbillon watch that they just released.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Richard Mille, $2,500,000 for a tourbillon. Richard Mille watches are crazy expensive.
What?
But this Grand Seiko tourbillon is fucking beautiful, man. Look at the machinery, the gears and stuff going on inside that
handmade,
watch.
obviously.
That's like people like watches. That's a real watch.
Yeah,
I know it's not a Rolex, but Grand Seiko.
Grand Seikos are
watches
incredible.
are fucking wild.
I think that one is $300,000.
Jesus.
How much does that bitch cost? What's the Grand Seiko? How much does a Grand Seiko tourbillon cost?
Do you have one, Joe?
No.
Really?
No, I'm not interested in those things. I'm interested in looking at them, but I don't like rich guy fancy things.
Right.
I like Mustangs and
You
shit.
like things that have you like
I
things that have
are
utility,
fun.
right?
Yeah, I like things that are fun to use.
Oh, bro, you know what you need to
I'll
do?
take the rich guy food, though.
Oh yeah, rich guy food.
Joe,
I'm all over rich
Joe,
guy
you know
food.
what you should get?
$350,000.
Constant Force tourbillon.
Good.
Joe, you know what you need to get for us? By force, just you get it and then send me pictures.
What?
Is the Mustang GTD?
Oh, the GTD. I'm down with that.
There's only 300 of them.
Oh, really?
I applied for it.
Come on, Ford, hook me up.
They're going to do it.
I just got a Hennessy Raptor R.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's being built right now.
And but you do still have the
GTD? I'm
Hennessy
getting rid of that.
TRX.
I'm getting rid of the TRX.
What's the GTD?
This is the Mustang's version of a GT3 RS.
It's at Nuremberg right now.
Fucking insane. 800 horsepower, fucking preposterously wide, crazy grip, street legal but just barely.
Do you see the shocks in the back?
Mhm.
There's a
no back seat, and so there's an open glass thing. We can see the suspension moving.
Really?
Insane.
It might be the greatest American car that's
Oh,
come out in a
it
long
is.
fucking time.
Near 50-50 weight balance. It's got a rear transaxle. It's fucking insane, and it looks incredible.
Best Mustang of all
Got a
time.
dry
It looks
sump oil
incredible.
system.
It looks incredible.
And all the carbon fiber. Yeah, because you know Farley, the Hev Mustang, he went in and was like, I don't get it.
Guys, the fight is happening. Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck.
Oh man, this is exciting.
We haven't even been paying attention. It's 4:43 in. Boy, we're
What?
ridiculous.
Let's save the car talk for after this.
No, it
please.
just started.
Oh,
Very interesting fight. Whitaker's so good at blitzing.
yeah.
He's
Watch-
so good. He's so light on his feet. You know, very interesting style. Like different than anybody else. Always on his toes.
You know he's supposed to be on the Australian wrestling team too, but the UFC nixed it.
Really?
Yep. That's how good he was at wrestling.
Oh, let's
Wow.
cross jab. Watch the let's cross jab. If he,
I think he has 5 kids or 6. He has a squad.
Pop, pop.
He has a fucking squad.
Good low kick.
Yeah. Yeah, he can. Well, this guy's really good at just. You just miss him, man. Really good head movement.
We got to wonder what kind of condition he is. 2 weeks before he takes it late, like last minute. Like where is he at in his training? Was he peaking? You know, and he's preparing for 3 rounds, not preparing for 5, and he's facing. Who is he supposed to be facing? You find out, Jamie, who Al Scaroff was supposed to be fighting?
I think Whitaker either wins by decision or beats him in the 4th.
Whitaker just jabbed him. Very interesting
Imagine
fight.
the wrestling edge goes to Liskroff.
MMA wrestling different though.
Yeah.
Robert Whitaker's a motherfucker to get down. His hips are wild, dude. And then you got to get in there. Good luck.
Al Scaroff's a combat world champion, combat sambo. Oh, he heard him. He heard him real bad. He hurt him real bad.
Oh, I love his kicks. When he knocks him out with the kicks.
Oh, that's it.
God.
That's
Baby.
it. That's it. It's over.
Holy shit.
It's over. That's it. Bobby Knuckles.
Oh my God.
First
You
round.
give him a title shot, right?
It was,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was over
Yeah.
with the shimmy. He had him out there like.
Oh no.
Yeah.
When you see him fall up with a kick, that bitch is over.
Bobby Knuckles.
Fuck yeah, Bobby
my
Knuckles.
Let's go. Let's go, Robert Whitaker.
That Saudi
Fuck
crowd's
yeah.
so sad right now.
Dude.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, you go
Fuck
all
yeah,
the way
Bobby
out there
Knuckles.
for that.
Look at him. Dude,
Look
he's
at
a
him.
savage. Knock this fucking kid out who's no punk.
Holy
and then it should be Paulo Costa.
And did it in the first round.
Oh,
Wipe the floor with him.
Yeah.
That's the first time that guy's been knocked
Yeah.
out like that since Chimaev.
First time he's fought a guy like Robert Whittaker.
First time he's fought a guy like Robert
Oh,
Whittaker.
you're ranked what? Oh, I'm not ranked. Cool. Come fight the number 3 guy.
God, that's what you realize.
So he was supposed to be fighting Tricoli. Interesting. Interesting. And Tricoli just lost to Shara Bullet. Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude.
Big step up from
So-
Tricoli to
so-
Robert.
so-
Look at that right hand.
Look
Look
at
at that right hand.
shot. Oh
It's
my
the
God.
blitz. The Bobby Knuckles
So it was
blitz.
Whitaker that came in last minute.
No,
No.
Whitaker was supposed to be fighting Hamza.
Look at that.
Oh, right.
Look at
Oh
that
my God, that uppercut. My goodness.
There's just levels to the game.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
he's the
God.
top of the top.
And see, this is why it's
Look at
tough.
this.
If you're that kid,
Boom.
if you're that kid's manager and like, hey man, we got a call. You're
Yeah.
fighting Bobby Knuckles. You're going, oh my God, what an opportunity.
I sprained my ankle.
Yeah, I broke my pinky toe.
I have food poisoning.
Yeah, food poisoning.
This is where
I
you see
have
how
long
good
COVID.
Whitaker is.
Yeah.
Fuck. Or you see how good the UFC is when you're at the higher echelon because this
Watch
guy's
this
gone
uppercut.
through everybody.
Look at this
man.
uppercut. Dank. Damn.
Well, if you need to see this to see how good Bobby Knuckles is, you're a moron.
Yeah.
He's a bad man.
He's been doing it for a hot second.
Wars too with like Yoel Romero. Those fights were crazy.
Yep. I mean, Yoel's gone. Yoel's over in Bellator now
Right.
at 46 years
Look at
old.
that.
Bobby Knuckles still torching people.
Oh my God.
There's
I
just
mean,
levels to it. You know, there's
I never
levels.
would've
I
called
say,
that.
I say he gets the winner of Izzy. Izzy and
Then what do you do with Strickland? Because he's ranked number 1.
it's a good question. It's a good question.
I want to see the Strickland Izzy rematch.
Honestly, I wouldn't be upset if Strickland versus
Whittaker.
him. I wouldn't be upset
Strickland
at that.
Whittaker main event for pay per view.
Right, and you can't hit Strickland like that. He's not there.
It's tough.
He's standing up
Yeah.
like this. He's moving. He gets hit less than anybody. He's so
I-
hard to
I'm
hit.
surprised. I'm surprised that's not who Izzy wants.
Who?
Strickland? Because Strickland beat him? Yeah, but him and Drickus Duplessis were talking
They
so
don't
much
like each
shit,
other?
and Drickus has the title.
Yeah.
So Izzy gets the title, then he calls out Strickland. Strickland and him rematch.
Yeah,
You know what the UFC is going to do? I would be willing to bet they do Whittaker Strickland, and the winner of that's guaranteed title shot. That's what they're going to do.
Maybe.
Because you think about it, Whittaker's healthy. I don't think he got touched.
Right.
Strickland's healthy. They're
Right.
sitting there, and
Right.
what that Izzy fight is when?
See, it's hard
It's
to
in
see
Australia.
the difference between how good they are when you watch that Asmarov. You watch his fights, then you watch
Alaskarov.
Alaskarov, and it's hard to see
Right.
the difference sometimes.
So
Like,
August
that fight's on to
17th.
until they
August?
fight.
Yeah, that's close. That's real close. That's only a month or so away.
Wow.
2 months.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So 2 months away, that fight happens.
You're getting Strickland Whittaker.
I know, but you got to go to
You might.
Australia. Who wants to do that?
They're both from there. Well,
No, Izzy's
one's
from-
New Zealand, one's on same fucking area.
Well, they
South
they
Africa.
definitely
That's
give a
right.
fuck.
Neither one's from Australia.
Yeah.
Same. Hey,
Yeah.
Same area.
Over there, is Izzy?
It's not America. It might as well be.
Same area.
yeah, same one.
Yeah, whatever.
You know, they're from
Africa,
down there.
Australia,
Yeah,
New
and that
Zealand,
over,
same
over there.
shit.
They're from over there.
You know,
Same
lower.
shit.
It's all lower
Yeah,
halves.
Alaskarov.
Dude, that's
He's got to think about his future now.
Schaub
Like,
just has
damn.
Schaub just has a globe in his house where it says America, and then everything
So-
else is just not America.
Alaskarov fights 2 elite guys and gets starched by both of them. So now
Just let you know
he's-
where you're at. Back to the drawing board.
God.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe
That's life.
in a big way. Yeah.
But that's how good.
Robert
like,
fucking Whittaker.
That's life. Sometimes you got to fight those guys to realize where you're at.
I
Again,
guess so.
this shows you DC
No.
should have been a 185er.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, Robert Whittaker started his career at 170.
170, yes.
Yeah, and was just killing himself. to get
Wonder
to
Boy
170.
knocked him out.
Whitaker's no joke.
Man, what a career he's
Such a good guy, too.
7 first round
Yeah.
finishes. What's the record? Isn't that the record?
Not even close.
7 first round.
I don't think so. Oh, you're saying first round
round,
finishes?
first round.
I don't
wonder.
know what that is.
It's probably
first
like
round?
13 or something.
That's pretty high, though. 7's a lot, especially middleweight.
Yeah, it's probably up there.
Robert's a tough fight for Strickland.
He's a tough fight for everybody.
That's a
man.
great fight.
Missing some teeth,
But
dude.
Strickland's a tough fight for
everybody.
everybody.
At that level, where those boys are at, those top 4, good fucking luck.
Yeah, it's a deep, deep division right
It's
now at the
great.
very top.
It's great.
Oh, it's
Nothing's
10.
better.
It's 10.
Who has 10?
Jim Miller.
Oh, Jim Miller, yeah. Fucking.
Frank
Dude,
Mir's
look
got
at
11.
that shot.
What's that?
Frank Mir's got 11.
Frank Mir's got 11 first round finishes?
That
That makes sense.
Wow.
Heavyweight.
Yeah,
This doesn't make
amazing.
any sense. The record. For
Oh, look at that.
Dude.
Damn. Totally unique style. Look at that fucking
Is it just his
uppercut,
ability
dude.
to see openings just
Well,
faster? What
he's-
is it?
He's elite, man.
Yeah.
He's a world champion.
He's been in it. He's a legit world champ. We've
This
been
doesn't
with
make
the
sense.
best.
It says the record is 10 for Jim Miller, but then it says the second most is 23.
What?
Doesn't make any sense.
What are you looking at?
So
23 first round.
The record for
stoppages?
first round finishes in the UFC is held by Jim Miller with 10 first round finishes. Here are some other interesting.
Oh, that's why I say most
facts about first round finishes.
What a great feeling. Wow.
Who has 23?
Andrei Arlovsky has the second most first round finishes with 23.
Arlovsky? I never would have called that.
And Donald Cerrone has the third most first round finishes with 23. Okay, so this is just,
I think it's your Android.
this is just AI. No, this is the AI shit.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that don't make any sense at all. I'm gonna look
That's
it up.
Chat GPT.
Yeah, let me ask. Who has the first round finish record for the UFC? Five UFC fighters first round finishes.
Charles Oliveira?
Oh, yeah, that would be there.
Yeah.
No, that's the record for finishes.
5 fighters with the most first round finishes.
Yeah, that's the article I clicked on, and it says Frank Mir's got 11. But I don't mean
11 would be
that's
the
what it says.
record.
Frank Miller?
Frank
Mir
Mir.
right here. It says UFC Fight Night 71. Frank Mir sets the record for first round finishes.
So Donald Cerrone is number 5 with 8. What else we got? Amanda Nunes, she's got 9.
Damn.
That makes sense. They're talking about her and her coming back
To fight
Kayla.
Kayla. That's a fucking fight.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I like
Kayla
that.
looked great.
She looked real good.
Alright.
She's big.
Getting
dude.
down to that 135 must
Arlovsky
be a
has
nightmare.
9 first round finishes, so he's number 3.
And one terrible split decision.
Number 2, Jim Miller, 10, and number 1, Frank Mir, 11, all time.
Makes sense. Heavyweight.
Yeah. Also, Frank Mir in his day was a fucking murderer.
Savage.
Oh my god, he broke 2
my
different
faves.
world champions' arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, snapped them
Nogueira?
into yeah.
Tim Silva.
Tim Silva and Nogueira, horrible, snapping bones.
Ugh.
Ugh. Both of them. When I called it, I went like, yeah.
He's always got 7 weapons on him at all
And
times.
Nogueira was like fucking, it was like Talladega Nights where he's like, yo, go ahead and break it.
Why does he only have 7?
Wait, what'd he say?
What he says, he always has 7 weapons on him at all times.
For real, though.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Oh,
for
yeah,
real,
yeah,
like
yeah. Oh, yeah,
2
yeah,
guns,
guns, knives.
gun holster, knife. I mean,
Yeah, that's
unbelievable.
You want to talk about the wrong guy to fuck with?
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
And if it's not a knife, you prefer the knife.
Yeah.
That's with him, it's a nightmare.
yeah.
Correct.
But you
Practice
know what's
is-
always interesting to me is when guys are, when talking about, Armageddon, like, the day's coming, but they don't run. Their cardio's not very good.
He's got bad knees, actually.
That's why I run.
Yeah.
I run all the time now. If shit
Yeah.
pops off, you got to be able to run.
Well, somebody said that. Yeah. And somebody said
No one
you-
thinks about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Another guy.
I was hanging out with this truck guy, and he has like a whole bunker for the Armageddon Doomsday.
Yeah.
And he's this big gut. I'm like,
How are you gonna get away?
what are you gonna do, bro?
You're gonna
He's
be
like,
stuck.
and then we get in the mountains. I'm like, how? Have you ever jogged up there, pal?
Can you even walk?
Yeah,
the
I'm like,
mountains?
you ever tried carrying 80 pounds up
Or you ain't,
mountains?
you
Not
ain't
happening.
getting to those mountains. Son.
Nah, but I'm gonna get to the mountains. I'm gonna take your gear and run up. I'll meet you up there.
Well,
How much are you running?
3 miles a day usually.
When did you start doing this?
About 4 months ago. I started with 3 miles, then I went to 2, then I did a mile as fast as I can.
What made you want to start running?
He's always running.
Just get in shape.
Your
Just,
knees aren't fucked up
what-
from all those years of fighting?
No,
Why
not at
you
all.
ain't do
That's
the Why
crazy.
you ain't do the 5K, the 2 Bears 5K?
I don't know. They invited me to. I forgot.
CT.
Straight up forgot.
I had no. I
didn't know till I saw a picture of Jelly Roll doing it.
I used to run 3 miles for breakfast. I was struggling so hard. No training.
Why didn't you train a little bit?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the
I just
fuck I was
don't know.
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to get mentally tough, run in and do it.
Yeah.
Like people do all this shit. Just go outside and run, man. It's fucking tough, dude.
Yeah.
Like that second mile, the third, you're like, fuck.
Oh,
man.
running is hard.
Run's
man.
tough, man. It's the easiest. It's cheap.
Yeah. Oh, it's the cheapest.
But it does get you in shape.
But
Oh, yeah.
but there's a minimum shape you got to be in for that to be the thing you're doing to stay in shape.
No, you just do a little bit of running.
But if you're like morbidly obese and shit, you're gonna fuck your hips
You
up.
just kind of shuffle. You just
Yeah,
shuffle a little bit.
You know what
just
the
do a little
worst thing-
shuffling.
the
Swimming.
Start walking and then turn that into a jog and
Yeah.
then turn into a sprint.
The most painful thing is that Aerodyne bike. That to me is like,
Oh,
it
it's
puts
hell.
me. I hate it so much.
It's hell.
I hate it.
Nah, do Jacob's ladder.
I'll do a minute. That's
That's
awful
hell too.
That's
hell
awful
too.
too. I did
Versa
that
climber.
recently.
Versa
Versa
climber,
climber's
fuck yeah.
hell. That's hell.
Versa climber, fuck your day up.
All those things are hell. Yeah.
Both of those things are horrible.
But even if you don't have access, like go sprint, dog. Like it will fuck you up, man.
Yes.
You do sprints with 10-second rest, dude. It will get you in shape fast.
It's so hard to do.
You better be
So
careful
hard.
though. You can pop shit if you're not. Really
That's what's really crazy. Chael Sonnen said it best about fighting is like it is impossible to fight at full pace for 5 rounds. You can't do it. No one can do it.
No.
You can't fight at full pace.
Chael goes, I don't want to do anything for 25 minutes.
It's true.
So stupid.
It's
Even
like if you're
wrestling
going to like go at a fight like this against elite fighters, like you got to pick your times. You got to know
so
when.
strategic.
Yuri and Alex Pereira too. You know, he's a different dude, man. He's a different
Yuri?
dude. Yeah, he's a different dude.
This is why I have Alex high up on my pound for pound list, because part of the pound for pound is you got to fight anyone, anywhere. You're that bad motherfucker, and Alex is that dude.
Oh, he's
How
that
many times
dude.
is he going to do it?
Well, he was trying to get a shot at Aspinall.
I know.
He was trying to fight
he was
Aspinall.
down.
Did you see Aspinall talked about it? He said he sat next to him at a press conference, and he says he could tell he looked at him like he knew he's like he's looking at me like he knew he could beat me.
Alex is a different dude.
He's a different dude.
Like my pound for pound, you got to be that dude where the UFC calls your name, you do it. And now Cowboy was that guy. They call your name, you do it. But he wasn't doing it for titles.
Right.
Not
right.
like Alex is a fucking world champion. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
What?
You could call
Insane.
him tomorrow and ask him to fight for the heavyweight title. And he would
That's
do
why
it.
I
Yeah.
have him so high on my pound for pound. Everyone's like, that's ridiculous. I'm
very
like, look
high.
at his level, strength of fucking schedule.
Ian
Look at who
Machado,
he's fought,
Gary,
dude.
and Michael Page. That to me is the one that I look at and I go, whoa.
That should be co-main event.
Joe Pyfer is going to come out guns blazing
Cub Swanson.
because he burned himself out in that last fight. You know, he's going to come out against Marc-Andre Barrios with just a little bit more understanding of pacing. You know, he got through that fight where Joe Pyfer is one of the most fucking terrifying guys on the feet. He's
One of my
so
favorite.
scary.
Really?
He's so
bro.
fast. He hits so fucking hard. He beat
So
Francis
powerful.
Ngannou's punch count. He's a fucking 185 guy.
So powerful.
Crazy power. Just preposterous power on the feet. He burnt himself out. Well, you know, Jack Hermanson is seasoned. He's a real veteran, and knew what to do. Good enough on the feet to kind of drag him into the 3rd, 4th, and 5th rounds, wear him out, and then at the end of the fight, you know, he was just the fresher fighter.
But a fight like that, at where he's at in his career, perfect.
Yeah.
He learned. Because you don't want to learn that when you're fighting the top 5 cats.
Right.
Learn it now. Oh, we'll forget about it. Who gives a fuck?
But Joe Pyfer has everything to be a world champion.
Everything. I agree 100%.
Everything.
He's that motherfucker.
He is. And, you know, those fights like that where you get kind of humbled, those are good for a guy like him.
Best
He didn't
thing for your career.
Didn't get KO'd,
Nope.
didn't get beat up, just lost the fight.
He learned a lesson.
And lost the fight at a fight where he is dominating in the beginning with terrifying shots. But you can't take everybody out with big power. Sometimes you got to set things up. You got to pick your shots.
Especially veterans. They've been there before. They don't panic.
Exactly. And you got to keep that power into the 3rd, 4th, and 5th round. So if you've emptied the gas tank in the first 2 rounds trying to take a guy out and he's still there, fuck.
That was the best thing to happen to him.
Yeah, very good thing to happen
He
to him.
probably didn't think that at the time, but he will.
Yeah.
When he's
Yeah.
champion, he'll
Yep.
be like, "Oh my god, thank
I
God
agree.
that happened."
I'm pumped for that. I'm pumped to see where he goes. I mean, that division is fucking deep, man. How about Pyfer versus fucking? I mean, that would be a crazy fight. Bo Nickel versus Pyfer.
Take my fucking money.
Oh my goodness.
Take my money.
Take my money.
To me, the best thing in the UFC is not when the guy gets there and he made the money and the fame. The best is the come up. Mm-hmm. Oh, like if you watch Joe
never
Pyfer
know.
coming up,
Yeah.
watch Bo, and
Yeah.
you watch him go through it, and you see him
Yes.
evolve. It's the best thing in
Because you
fucking
don't
sports.
know. You see,
don't
how
know.
many guys have we seen that are so elite? We're like, I don't know. He might not make it. He might make it.
Because it's
Who
so
knows?
hard to do.
Yep.
Like when Connor's come up, Mike, it was such a special time. Mm-hmm. Oh, and the hype was there. He was calling it. You're like, what the fuck?
I know.
It was the best. I get goosebumps. It was the best fucking time in sports.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it.
I think right now is the best time. I really do. I don't think there's ever been better fighters. I think I've never been more excited about weight classes and never been more excited about matchups. You know, there's so many good fights.
yeah.
You know, Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad is not getting the respect that it deserves for whatever fucking stupid reason. People don't like Bilal Muhammad. I don't get
Makes
it
no
at
sense.
all. I think he's awesome.
Yep.
He's a great guy.
He's a cool
Great
dude,
guy.
yeah.
He's a really great guy.
Great guy.
And people don't want to see him fight. It's just weird.
Thank God the UFC didn't bend the knee to the fans, complaining.
Those fans are ridiculous.
I got a prediction on this, and he disagrees with me. I think because he's Palestinian, you're going to see the entire Arab world come out for this fight.
Oh, they definitely will.
Yeah.
I don't think that's controversial at all.
No,
I think they'll
hold on.
definitely come out.
Let me. He said it's going to be the most watched fight ever, most downloaded pay-per-view bot ever because
Well, I
the
don't know
Palestinians.
about ever,
That's
but
what you
it's gonna
first
be
said.
big.
I said
Definitely most stolen.
most stolen for sure with young kid
Most
Palestinians.
pirated.
Yeah.
But as far as that being, and you and I have a good amount of money on this. You said it was going to be the most watched pay-per-view.
Yo, you know another
I
fight?
think it'll be big.
I don't
It'll
think
be
they have
big. It
internet
won't be
in
the most
Palestine.
watched.
Not the most
It won't be as
watched.
big
Yeah.
as Connor.
Yeah,
But
no.
look at this. Bobby
Not even
Green and
close.
Patty Pimblett's going to be crazy. That's a real test for Patty.
Yeah, it is.
Bobby Green is a bad
Hard to
motherfucker,
hit.
dude.
I think
he's hard to
he's
hit.
going to mop the floor with Patty.
He might fuck him up. I mean, his stand-up is elite, and he's weird. Like, hands
He's
down,
awkward.
real awkward.
yes.
Jabs come at you from nowhere.
Does this stuff? He goes, nah, he didn't hit me there.
Yeah, talks shit to you.
Patty's a
talks
bad
mad
motherfucker,
shit.
though, man.
Patty's a bad motherfucker. And
Special
Patty's
kid too. Have you had him in here?
good grappling. No.
He's one of those guys when you get around him, you go, "Oh, I get it." He just has that it
Charisma,
factor,
charisma.
bro.
Yeah.
He just has the it, and that's why he gets all the sponsors. And he's probably more famous than he is skill level right now, but he'll get there. But when you're around him, like, oh yeah,
Scroll backwards again, back where you were.
Bobby-
This is
Bobby
another
doesn't
one.
care about
Arnold
that.
Allen and
That's a
Giga
fight.
Chikadze. That's a fucking great fight.
I'm a scouser. We don't get knocked out.
Arnold
Bobby
Allen's a
Green.
motherfucker.
Bobby Green's a bad man. That's a real test for Patty.
Yeah, it is.
Especially look at
perfect.
the Jared Gordon fight. But that was a good fight for him to get through. Like, realize, okay, I got to tighten things up.
Yes.
He tightened things up in his last fight, and now he's got Bobby Green.
I like the Bo Nickel. I'm so glad that happened. I like that.
Yo, has that ever been
I
a-
like,
Right.
especially if I'm investing in a guy. I'm like, thank God that happened.
Has there
Right.
been
Cody Brundage get a little difficulty
Thank
in
God.
there.
Has
Yeah.
there been a Japanese UFC champ or even ranked?
Champ, no.
Rank guys.
yes.
Tatsuro Taira is elite. There's a few guys that are coming up that are really good.
I'm shocked that because Pride came from over there. I'm shocked that.
They have some guys in Ryzen won championship. They have some studs.
Bro, China's got some fucking killers coming up.
Yeah, artificially.
Yan
created.
Xiaonan versus fucking Zhang Weili was one of the best fights, but everybody
Great
forgot
fight.
about it.
Yeah, I hated it.
because Yuri Prohaska and Alex Pereira
I
fought,
know.
and everybody
Then the
forgot
Max
about
Holloway
it.
thing, yeah.
Was it Yuri and Alex on that card, or was it Jamal?
It was
300.
It was Jamal.
Jamal, that's right.
Jamal.
Right.
And then remember, prior to that was Max and Justin Gaethje, and then the girl
Right.
fight. So you just were
That's
like,
right.
what? 'Cause so
Right.
Max
Right.
does that. We were doing a fight companion in Calabasas. I didn't see the fight. I don't know what happened.
Because Max's fight was so crazy.
I didn't give a fuck. No,
Right.
I was running around being all crazy, and I was like, "Oh, main event,"
Yeah, I know, right? But meanwhile, it was an insane fight. Yan Xiaonan got choked to sleep at the end of the second.
Well, that's
first or
right.
second round. Yeah.
She was out.
Yeah, I think it was the first.
Yeah.
She got choked unconscious, and then
Saved by the bell, right?
the bell rang, and she's like out cold, and it was like, "Where do I go?"
Wild.
Go to my corner.
That should be a win. But for the males right now, I agree with you. It's the best time ever. For the females, it's not.
That's true.
Female fighting suffering right now. They need that star.
Yeah, they need a star.
that
Because
big
Amanda
star.
left at the top of the fucking food chain.
Yep.
Joe, who is this guy? Turkey Al Sheikh. He is who? He's financing the whole thing.
It's a good question. I mean, we'd turn up the
You
volume so we could
always
hear
see
it.
him all the time.
He's got that cheddar.
He looks like he's in disguise. Like that's not how he really dressed.
That dude is
Yes,
putting together some wild ass fights. I'll
Yes,
tell you
he
that.
is.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'm so glad those guys are doing that. That they have the kind of money to throw wild fights around.
Yeah, they're wild boys.
They're gonna have some wild cars over there.
That's who drives Bugattis. Like Americans get them out there.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't give a fuck.
yeah, he's probably
How much are
have
the tires? I don't know.
Everyone that's ever been
I
built.
wish it was
probably over
acceptable
there.
for me to dress like that. It looks so comfortable.
You can do it when you go over there.
Yeah, just
You
crop.
should come over there with me for a fight,
I will.
and we'll all
I
dress
wanna
like
go out
that.
there. That's how you deal with that.
Make sure all the weed
125
pens are out of
degree
my
heat.
luggage.
Are you naked under there?
Did you see it in Mecca? The
No way.
Hajj, where they're all in Mecca.
A bunch of people died.
1,700 people died of heat exhaustion.
Yeah.
Because it's 125 degrees.
I know. But in the middle of praying, that's wild. That would make you not believe.
Yep.
Dude, I lived there.
Like we all showed up to pray and
Or make you
1,700
believe because God's like, I'm taking you.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
I
like-
lived there for 3 years. You could fry an egg.
You dress
on
like that,
pavement.
Brian?
No, but my father used to always wear a thobe like that.
Well, that's why they come to L.A. in the summer because it's cool.
Correct.
You call it a
They
thobe?
call it.
So yeah, thobe.
Thobe?
The Saudi clears out for the wealthy. They leave in the summer.
Yeah, they call it Saudi summers,
Yeah.
and they come to Los Angeles. They
How
drive
London.
around with diplomatic plates. They drive around like Ferraris and Lamborghinis with diplomatic plates.
You got to get out of the way, right? Because they don't get charged. if
They
They
don't
kill
get
you.
charged for shit. Yeah, they were driving in Beverly Hills and fucking getting wrecks and
Hey,
getting away
how
with
hot
it.
is Saudi Arabia in the summer? What are we talking here?
125 degrees.
Yeah.
It's hotter than
Yeah.
No, it's like 100. The record's one.
Man, I live in Woodland
the
Hills.
record's
It
like
gets
119
110
or something.
No,
Cry me a
the
river.
record's 125. In Mecca this past week, 1,700 people died because the temperature climbed to 120.
Tuesday it said it reached 117. But either way, 117, 125, it's the same fucking thing.
That's Valley degrees.
It sucks.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
they were older people.
Once you
by
get
the way.
past
They were
100,
older.
when you get past 100 degrees, it don't matter what
Yeah,
the
that's true.
Yeah,
This
it
is like
does.
if it's humid,
100
hot,
to 110 is the difference.
Austin had last summer. They had a record like 40
Yeah.
straight days.
You
over
know what?
100.
I shot archery outside every day for 2 hours in that heat. I'd bring a 64-ounce Hydro flask filled with electrolytes and water, and I
good,
just
though.
shot outside.
Nah, me, I was in
like
the
a
I was
sauna.
in the house with the AC pumping with my face in the refrigerator.
I came inside, and it was like I jumped in the pool. My jeans were completely wet. My T-shirt was completely wet.
I like it when it's hot. I like to work out when it's hot.
Have
I'm
you
going
been
to
to
sauna
Saudi?
every fucking day. No, I've been to Abu Dhabi, though.
Yeah.
And I've been
Saudi-
to Dubai. Okay. Texas experienced its hottest summer record in 2023. 80 days with 100-degree heat, 40 days with temperature of 105 or higher, and received less than 1.5 inches of rain.
So it's humid here though, and Saudi's really dry.
Right, it's humid
So
here.
so you can deal with the dry heat way better than the
The
heat.
humid's tough.
Yeah.
Because you
way
lose
better.
water in the
Yeah, because I went to Arizona recently. In the middle of that summer, I went to Arizona, and it was like 103 degrees, and I was like,
Different.
doesn't feel hot at all.
Like Houston to Hundo.
Yeah.
It's right by the ocean.
Houston's rough.
bro.
Houston gets muggy.
Houston's rough.
If you go to Saudi, by the way, and you just are respectful and say hi to people, and they will treat you. If you go there with the Arabs and you show that you like being there or you're just respectful of the culture, they'll take care of you beyond what you can imagine. It'll be over the top.
Really?
Yeah, it's part of their culture. Like, if you're their guest, you're protected. No
Tell you
matter
what, Dana White loves it over there.
Oh, yeah.
He loves Abu
They're the
Dhabi.
best.
He says the royal family are the nicest fucking
Yeah.
people. Says they're like super cool.
Yeah.
They're actually very progressive, he said.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
They're also a blast because they don't drink really. So
By the
my
way,
friend,
they listen to the podcast.
what's that?
Royal family listens to the podcast. Shout out to the royal family.
Shout out to them.
They're awesome.
Which is wild.
You'd be amazed. You'd
On
be
the treadmill, listen to Joey Diaz.
I'm gonna get me one of those. What'd you call it again? A throbe?
amazed. So,
I'm gonna get me a
Yeah.
throbe. I'm gonna wear. I'm
I
gonna
think
wear.
you could
you
pull
have
it
to-
off.
stage.
I'm
But
gonna
you
wear
have
it
to
on
go
stage.
there. You have to go there, and if you show interest in the culture and the history, I'm telling you, man, you'll have the best time of your life. They'll treat you like gold.
What if you have a yarmulke on? Not good, right?
Well,
that frowned upon?
having
Not so
said that,
good.
so
Not so good?
so hold on.
Hold on.
Having said that, people always forget that in the Muslim world, the place that the Jews found refuge was in the Muslim world. The Christians killed the Jews typically, traditionally.
What about
okay?
Lebanon?
Well, Lebanon was a Phoenician port, so Lebanon was Christian and Muslim. And the Civil War broke out because
Right.
they were that way. But it was Lebanon was always like they were Phoenicians. They were like they were the port where everybody came. It used to be the Paris of the Middle East. So you would ski you could go to Faria and ski, then go down to Coral Beach in the same day because the weather was unbelievable that way. So Lebanon was the Paris of the Middle East. Still the best nightlife. I guarantee if you go there, it's the best nightlife on the planet.
What does
The
that mean?
Lebanese are the best.
What do you do there?
Anything you
Smoke
want.
the hookah?
Anything you want.
Drink
And-
tea?
I like hookah.
And I'll put this on the record. I would say the most beautiful women on the planet are probably centered right there. Right
Do
in
they
Lebanon.
hawk to spit on that thing?
Yeah, bro.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying
Did they
that.
go to that distance?
But you go to Saudi and you see those women like when you're not obviously they're gonna be covered in public. You go hang out and see
I
that.
need to take your ass
They
to
are-
Colombia, Brazil, bro.
They're
Shut your
just as
mouth.
beautiful.
Settle down.
Just
Yeah,
as beautiful.
settle down.
Just as
Settle
beautiful.
down. Settle
Boys,
down.
let's bring this bitch home. Another fun podcast. Another
sir.
great fight companion. Bryan Simpson, thank you very much.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for coming
Wait a
in.
minute, what happens to the Michael Venom Page fight?
Oh, no, that's weeks from now.
So when you say the main event, I thought you meant
No,
Michael
this
Venom
was
Page.
it.
Michael Venom Page. Ian Gary fight next Saturday.
That's next
okay.
Saturday.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm going to that fight.
It's a week. Are you? Oh, that's right. Yeah, I got your tickets.
It'd be hilarious.
I'm bringing my nephew. Don't
Yeah.
bail on me now.
I just ordered my thobe from Amazon.
Did you
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
You get a legit thobe from Amazon?
It's from
Did you?
Amazon.
Good man.
It's,
Is that
it's
real?
$30.
I got a furry outfit from Amazon.
Like a legit one.
Yeah, Duncan and I dressed up like furries.
Sick.
Maybe respect the furries because it's fucking
hot.
hard to wear that big
They
helmet.
have sex in those things.
I know they do. We wore the hats for like what 30 seconds, 5 minutes at the most. 5 minutes at the most. It was the quickest we bailed on our costumes.
How much was that though, man?
$30.
That can't be good quality.
No.
You get some bed
best
sheets,
quality.
dog.
Dude, it's just a sheet. It's great. It keeps you hydrated.
All right, that's us with the furry costumes.
Look at that.
Is that and that's your outfit?
That's
that's my
so
outfit.
weird.
I wore that shit for like 5 minutes, and,
you
Duncan was a
you
cat.
got it off Amazon?
Yeah,
That's fucking hilarious.
I'd wear that for Halloween. That's a legit ass outfit.
was fun.
Hell yeah.
It's hard to wear though, man.
Yeah.
And also, like furries must have good neck strength.
Oh,
Because he had
yeah.
this big ass helmet on all day long. It's a lot of weight. That bitch was like 10 pounds.
Respect, man.
Sitting on your head. Respect to the furries. All right. Anybody got anything to promote?
Oh, I'll be
Brian?
in
Where you gonna be?
LOL Comedy Club San Antonio.
Great place.
July
Great
12,
place.
13, 14. Come see me.
Nice.
And I'm giving away a truck. Go to drivefastallgas.com. Search July 8th. It's like a Raptor R on steroids.
Ooh.
Hit up with King Shocks, everything. You buy merch to win.
Okay.
And I'm going to be at Comedy Works in Denver, July 11th, 12th, 13th. And
great,
I'm doing
cool.
Bottom of the Barrel for the first time outside the Mothership on the 14th.
Okay.
And I'm doing the Wilbur Theater at the end of the year. Tickets go on sale on Wednesday.
Great spot.
Nice.
Great. The
All right.
weather's great.
That's it.
Peace.
Bye, everybody. Yay. We did it.
Damn, Robert Whitaker did it.
What, Jamie?
Dude, I thought we